John Lieberman, what do you have for us from the Howard 100 Newsroom?
Well, all eyes are on Ronnie the limo driver's Twitter account after he claims his account was compromised over the weekend. It started when a tweet saying, quote, "If I poop a boob, I'm going to feel really thirsty," came from Ronnie's official Twitter account. Ronnie claims he didn't send it. We do know.
Ronnie wouldn't even be that witty.
We do know it came from his official account over the weekend while he was out west performing a couple of block party dates.
Is it possible somebody took his phone and tweeted from it?
It is possible that happened, though he claims he always had the phone in his possession.
You're totally full of shit.
Whoa.
Well, what what is it?
Because you're already yelling. You're not even through the door and you're yelling.
Yeah, let's hear what you
don't
got
know
to
what
say.
you're talking about.
What, you have no voice, Ronnie?
Yeah, it's from all that traveling, man.
This fucking guy, I mean,
listen to you.
he's got a full appearance schedule, and I said to him,
Is he busy every weekend?
well, he's not only busy every weekend, but he's got to stay up till like 2 in the morning for these gigs that he's doing, and now he's got no fucking voice.
I'm all right.
No, you're not. You're sick.
Fine. I'm not sick.
Of course you are.
I just don't have a voice.
No, and you're sick.
No, I'm not sick.
All right, what do you want to say about this?
I know what happened.
Yeah, now you sound annoying on the air.
Why?
It's a different voice.
Because your voice is annoying when you're sick.
I'm not sick.
All right, what do you want to say to John? Go ahead.
I know what happened.
What happened on your Twitter account?
Somebody tweeted through my account. I know who did it, and I know how it happened.
Who did it?
I can't say.
Oh,
Why not?
Why can't you say?
I can't say.
Elephant shit part 2 here. You
Too
can't
bad.
say.
Sorry.
Wait, Ronnie, how did you find out who did it?
Because I know who did it.
Oh, it's somebody you know.
Yeah, I know who did it.
They didn't hack your account. They have your password.
At first, I thought they hacked my account because I didn't know at the time. I found out yesterday.
So it's someone who has your account information.
Exactly.
So it's either your girlfriend, Stephanie. Who else would have your account information?
Somebody had my information.
Was it Stephanie?
And somebody put out, it wasn't even, they misspelled it. It was supposed to be, instead of pooped, it was supposed to be popped.
If I pop a boob, what was this?
It's something to do with implants or something like that.
The quote that came out was,
It's
if
like-
I poop a boob, I'm going to feel
But
really
it was supposed to
thirsty.
be popped a boob.
But
If I
you
pop-
regularly make spelling and grammatical mistakes on your Twitter.
Oh, tell me
so-
about it. It's the funniest thing ever.
Understood, dude. But
So
I
one
told you
would expect that
yesterday-
this could come from
I
you.
told
Why won't you say who it was?
I told you yesterday. I told Shuli on Saturday when it happened. Who right away? Shuli ran to my room. This happened when we were in Portland.
Right.
I was asleep when this came out, and I had no clue it was on Twitter.
Why?
JD texts me like at 6 o'clock at night, which is 9 o'clock here.
Explain your thought process. Why won't you tell us who did it? Like, but who cares?
Right, exactly. Who
But
cares?
why won't you say who was
I
tweeting from your
can't
account?
say.
Why?
I can't.
Somebody has your login
But
and
tell
password.
me why you can't say
I
it.
just can't say it.
Why?
I can't.
But why can't you say it?
Because I don't want to. How's
Why
that?
don't you want to?
Because I don't want to.
So fucking retarded.
I don't want to.
Is it because
Was it another girl who you're cheating on your girlfriend with?
Stop it.
So then what are you fucking afraid of?
I'm just. Well, how would you be compromised by telling?
I just don't want to. I don't want to tell.
Was it your son?
No.
He doesn't have your
I don't
Twitter
know.
account.
I don't know. I don't know who it was.
Somebody
You do
has
know
your
who it
password.
was.
Maybe.
Well, of course they do.
Well,
What do you
I
mean?
know. I mean, I could speculate who has your password.
You can't speculate
Go
anything.
ahead, speculate.
Well, Zena's buddy girl runs a lot of the hot chick of the week.
Oh, so it was Zena's buddy girl.
No, it wasn't.
Sure it was.
No, it wasn't.
Because she tweets for you sometimes, doesn't she?
No, never.
She did one morning when we were here.
She did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Was it your daughter-in-law?
No. I just
Was
don't-
it Anthony Weiner? I mean, who was it?
I just don't understand why you give your password to somebody else. You have
Listen to
130,000
me.
followers.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
I told you I don't want to tell you.
Why?
Okay?
I'm
Why?
just asking you why,
Why?
you give.
You fucking annoy me.
Why won't you tell him? What
I'm
is
not
the big
telling
fucking
him.
deal?
I don't want to tell him.
Why do you give your password
You're being
to
a
other
douche.
people?
I don't want to tell him.
Why?
'Cause I
But
don't-
why don't you want to tell him?
Because I just don't feel like
I'm not
telling.
asking you who did it. I'm saying why don't you?
It's my...
Like, why is it so sensitive?
No, it's my happiness not to tell him.
This is like
Oh,
grumpy
you're
old
just
men.
not telling
There you go.
John?
Exactly.
You can tell Howard.
I'm not telling
Listen,
him
John
on the air.
leaving, I'll
I
know.
won't tell him on the air. I'll tell him off the air, but I
None.
won't tell him. Because right away he runs to me with this story yesterday. It's like some big deal. Him and Shuli.
It isn't a big deal. It's
I know
interesting.
it's not a. It's
Who,
not a big
who
deal.
tweeted for you? It's not that it's a big deal. We just want to know who tweeted for
When
you.
dozens of listeners come to us and say, what the hell's going on with Ronnie's Twitter, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, why do you
what we're
want
here
No
for.
listeners
Don't you want to
came
clear it
you.
up?
Listen.
How do you think John found out about it? He's following your Twitter?
How it started? Shuley started putting it out there Saturday night.
Okay, so finish the story. You're telling a story.
There's nothing to tell.
Who did it?
I don't know.
Why are you being so goddamn weird?
I don't know.
All right, goodbye.
All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Oh, fucking weirdo. Get out of here. And don't use this show anymore. And don't use my audience anymore.
Get out of here.
Don't use this audience for your fucking purposes.
Get out of
You
here.
don't know who fucking hacked your account. What are you, a man or a mouse?
Fuck you.
Right. I can't believe this. I'd rather talk to Benji. How
What
annoying.
was that all about?
Because you know what? He has no reason for not telling
No, I
anyone.
just don't want to.
Yeah. Let's stop being interested in his life. We'll watch all his opportunities dry up. And Benji. What do you say? Don't come in here with all clammed up over something stupid like that.
I don't get it.
Just wasted 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
appears.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
I know. Martin, you're on the air in Tacoma.
Good morning, King.
Good morning.
I was just going to give you a little wrap-up of the Seattle show. Ronnie was on fire there, too.
That's why he lost his voice. He yells on stage. He yells the entire time on stage. And then he shows up here and he's got that annoying voice. How the hell anyone could make that sound and have a voice is beyond me. I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Yeah, he invaded both Shuley and Yucko's set, commandeered the mic, refused to give it back. But overall, he was tame compared to Scott. This guy heckled the first guy that came out on stage. From the stage, he's heckling one of the comedians.
Yeah, well, Scott the engineer, Ronnie, Shuley.
They want you to know they're there. It's their block party.
That's their block party. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, but it was a hell of a great time, and
Good.
I really appreciate it.
That's what Ronnie told me. He tells me these block parties are very
Everybody
successful.
has a good time.
Scott, what's the
guy
matter?
is totally lying. Ronnie didn't interrupt any comedian set, and I wasn't heckling anybody.
Right.
He
That's
absolutely
total
did.
bullshit.
Shuley-
That would almost be too creative for you to heckle
Yeah, really.
somebody.
You know me.
Right.
I play sound effects.
Scott says you're full of shit.
Jason, no, you kept telling Jason, absolutely, Jason was the first guy out. He said, time's up, oh my God, you suck, and then he
I
started making
never,
mentions.
ever
He
said
was
that.
pulling him off stage.
Never, ever.
Well, he says you did it, and it seems to make him happy.
Shuley
Shuley,
will tell you.
did Scott heckle any of the comedians? Did anything like that happen?
I don't think Scott was heckling the comedians. These guys, they're not professional hosts, let's say. So
Right.
the intros wouldn't be
now.
the intros wouldn't be like they are at a comedy club.
What are you
let's
talking
say.
about?
Meanwhile, can I just say something?
Yeah.
This guy takes Twitter so fucking seriously.
Ronnie,
No, Howard.
It
Howard.
totally ruined his whole
This
night.
guy, you talk about Twitter, that's all he does.
No, Ronnie
That's
thinks.
all.
Ronnie
we're
thinks.
in the air, dude. We're riding from Seattle to Portland. He's in the back of the fucking car on the Twitter.
Surely.
Hey, you should have heard what was on there. You should have heard what this guy said about last night.
pictures, too.
Then we get to the airport. The same thing. Oh, you should have heard what this guy said. He was ragging
Yeah, but
on
Ronnie,
me.
Shuley makes a point. You're way wrapped up into your Twitter account. I mean,
Not like him.
Yeah, but you're way wrapped up in it, and
Ronnie-
you're acting like what happened to you was no big deal.
First
Shuley's,
of all,
I could just picture you freaking out that somebody hacked into
no,
your account.
I wasn't.
Was he, Shuley?
Dude,
Howard, I played an interview. I put
Oh, he's
together a
such
story
bullshit.
yesterday.
No, I was telling him to leave me alone.
He what?
He was so mad. He's like, "Stop! Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk about this." And I go, "Ronnie, if somebody hacked into your account, what did they accomplish by putting this tweet out?
Right.
It makes no sense. They hacked into your account, and this is what they do with it.
Right.
I don't want to talk. He goes, I know you're up to something. I know
Howard,
you're doing."
Howard.
Oh, he blamed you.
Well, all I'm doing on Twitter, by the way, because I'm sitting behind these two in a van heading to the gigs and stuff, so I just take different pictures of them from behind,
Well,
like
how
their heads,
stupid is that?
their hair, and I just post them on
Yeah.
Twitter.
And then
people
I watched
love them.
that.
No.
People love them.
I'm going to follow Shuley. How do I follow you?
Shalom Shuley on
Yeah,
Twitter.
stupid ass Shuley on Shalom.
Wait,
Shuley.
Ronnie fell asleep 3 times on the ride from Seattle to
So what?
Portland.
Right.
I downloaded an air horn app on my phone.
Yeah.
I woke him up 3 times, and then the 4th time, we slammed on the brakes and started screaming like we were about to crash, and he woke up. He woke up, called us cocksuckers, and went right back to
Well, he's
sleep.
right. The guy's trying to catch a couple of Z's.
Fucking cocksuckers.
Why do you got to bust his
Big
ball?
gig he's about to.
It's a comedy tour. That's what
Oh,
happens.
there he is sleeping. Look at that. Is that the picture you tweeted?
Oh, I posted about 15 pictures. I took a picture of him looking at his phone at the restaurant,
Right.
and somebody tweeted that it looks like their grandfather trying to work a remote
I
control.
wasn't
Like his
even
glasses
tweeting, you
were up.
stupid
And he's,
ass.
like,
He's trying to read the menu.
he's trying. No, he's looking at his phone.
Oh, my he looks like in 2001 when they see the monolith.
This guy thinks every time you're looking at your phone,
Right.
you're tweeting. I wasn't tweeting. I was actually answering an email.
So why are you acting like with the John Lieberman story, like it was no big deal?
Breaking his balls.
Yeah, but I mean, that is a big deal when somebody starts tweeting from your account,
It was
right?
a mistake.
Oh, with somebody you know who...
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But you were freaking out, I'm sure. I would be.
Look, I'll tell exactly what happened.
Okay.
I was fast asleep.
Right.
Before we were going to do the Saturday night show.
Right.
We got to Portland. I went to take a nap. I get a text from JD saying, "What's this tweet all about?" I go, "What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about."
Right.
So then I go and I look on Twitter. I don't see anything.
Right.
Then I go downstairs to the lobby. We're going to leave.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
It really is stupid.
I go downstairs, and this one right away with the microphone. It's got the big
my
tape
job.
recorder,
Right.
the microphone.
Doing his gig.
He's going, "So what happened?" I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "This tweet that went out." I go, "I have no idea. It's not me. I was asleep." and he's hammering me and hammering me and hammering me. "Well, what do you think?" And then he gets the other guy involved, John Toll. He goes, "So what do you think, John? Does he think, what do you think of this tweet?" "Oh, it's got to be his because it says it came from his account."
He says I hammered him. I
And
asked
they're
him
breaking my
twice.
balls.
Ronnie loves his Twitter.
I asked him twice, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
"Dude, not right now. Leave me alone,
Well,
dude."
give
Right,
Ronnie
'cause I
a
didn't wanna
whole
be
life. Like,
bothered.
remember when he got the offer for his television show because he thinks because of Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he brings people on stage. He's like, "Hey, you follow me on Twitter?"
And he yells at him.
Yelling
We're
at
making
him.
him a hot chicken. We're doing a hot chicken of the week contest.
Let me tell you something. This guy has the power.
Right.
I've never seen
Tell
somebody.
him what happened with the guy with
Did
his
you listen to
girlfriend.
the tape of him at that porno
Oh my God!
porno
AVNs?
convention, the
That
AVN
is-
Awards? We
Let's
sent
see what
Ronnie.
you got, baby!
We let Ronnie interview the girls at the AVN Awards,
Yeah.
and he's like flirting with them, and he's
I
a whole.
wasn't.
You're a whole character.
Dude, I was doing the questions you told me to do.
No, I know. It's just funny. I got to play that for you. I'm going to play that for you today.
Okay.
Ronnie at the AVN Awards.
I didn't know Ronnie had
you'll
gone
like
to
that.
the AVN
and
Awards.
it was
you'll like
Stephanie, okay?
It was Steph. That's what I thought. Who else would have your Twitter account?
And meanwhile, Scott, literally, like, you make jokes about this black cloud. It is so real.
What do you mean?
It is unbelievable.
Like,
Oh, you
what
gotta
happened?
tell him what happened.
So I leave here, work Friday after Jay Thomas show in the morning,
Right.
and Scott and I are driving to Ronnie's. We get to Scott's car. It's a light drizzle outside. The second keys are put in his hand for his car, a downpour, a monsoon of rain. The entire time, there was literally a black cloud following over our head. And we get to Ronnie's house. We get in this cab. And I tell Ronnie, he doesn't even know this, but I tell Ronnie that the cab driver doesn't want anybody sitting up front.
Right.
Just so
Oh,
all
you tell
three of
me
us,
that.
just so all three of us will be packed in the back.
Yeah.
This is what I got to deal with.
Yeah.
So all three of us are going to the airport. My hands touching his leg and shit and everything. We get to the airport. Scott goes to buy a bottle of water. at the
Wait,
gift
what
shop.
about the car?
Oh, the car was a piece
The
of shit.
windshield wipers were flying off the car. The woman couldn't see where she was going.
And
That's
he's
my
Right.
fault.
Scott is.
That's my fault.
Right.
And he's super driver. He's like, "Are you sure you can see out of that side?" Like he's getting involved in her job now.
Yeah.
We get to the airport. He goes to buy a bottle of water. I'm not lying.
Scott.
Scott goes to buy a bottle. The register breaks. Stops it.
They had to close down the store.
They had to close the store. She couldn't ring anybody up.
Oh my God.
And I tweeted it out, and everybody on my Twitter goes, "Dude, change your flight right now. Do
Right.
not get on that."
Do
Like,
you usually fly with him?
this is my first time flying with these guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you start to get freaked out that all this shit was happening? Well,
I got a little nervous. I'm like, dude, this is
Scott,
really
does this
happening.
go on all the time?
No, of course not.
I mean, my God, you get in a car, a pouring, torrential downpour. You get in a cab, the cab breaks, the windshield wipers break. You go to the fucking pay for some water, and the fucking cash register closes the whole store down. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
His mother told him, "There's a black cloud over your head." When he was a little boy, she told him.
But we made it to Seattle fine. It was,
Yeah, well,
no problem.
okay.
Yeah.
One of my highlights this weekend was the sound check in Seattle that we did.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Scott comes down to make sure that there's stuff that's compatible with his DJ equipment.
Right.
And so he tells the sound guy, he says, so where do I plug it at? And the sound guy goes, what are you running off of? And Scott pulls out his cell phone.
There we go.
Yeah, there's my DJ.
And then
I put a lot of effort into this.
Then he couldn't get his phone froze up on him.
Yeah,
He had
phone
to-
was
He had to
breaking.
take the battery out and reboot the phone.
My DJ's on the phone with Verizon. Give us a few minutes.
Can you hear me now?
So
And
when
all
you-
day long, they just are waiting for me to
what would
prank
be a
them.
typical device that a DJ or sound guy would use? Not his
laptop,
phone.
a laptop.
A laptop.
Yeah,
something.
CD player?
Right.
Turntable?
Nobody
something?
uses CD players
You
anymore.
make enough money. Get
Nobody
a
uses
laptop.
a phone,
Laptops.
Scott.
How many? Well, I mean, what can you do from your phone?
I do what I have to do,
does
what I need to
everything.
do. I do everything. I play music. I play whatever I need to play. I can do exactly. I have a mixer on the phone.
You know
I
what
see.
he doesn't do, Howard? He doesn't turn his ringer off on his phone.
That's right.
I called
He called
it
him
in the middle of the show. They were doing a big dance contest on stage, and I thought, I wonder if his phone will work if I call it. I'm so bored, so I call the phone. Sure enough, the music stops, dead stop,
Right.
and you hear, and he has like the old phone ring, so it's ringing through the PA
So
system.
professional.
Yeah, really. It was-
And what does he do? A professional DJ? He picks it up.
Right.
He
Hello.
answers it.
This must be important.
the phone rang. I had to pick it up.
something very urgent.
And I go, Scott, turn off your ringer, you idiot. And he's turning around yelling at Scott. And it's just chaos.
What a horrible show.
Oh, it's the greatest
It's going
show
to be the
on earth.
most unprofessional war
It
show
is, but
ever.
everybody loved it.
And
Everyone
we
loves it.
sold out both
Yeah, they
shows,
love it
man.
because you guys are retarded.
Yeah, well,
Whatever.
I mean, come on.
that's what we do.
We'll
Yeah.
take it.
Hey, Howard.
Crazy. Yeah.
And Scott chooses the music. So there's a room full of 30 to 40-year-old guys. He chooses Cher, Do You Believe in Love?
Well, why would I do
Well,
that,
Ronnie
douchebag?
likes that.
That's for Ronnie. Hey,
And fucking-
listen up,
Hey,
asshole.
dude, you were the first one to walk up probably and take a picture with us, too.
I love you, Ronnie. I really do. I appreciate dinner and everything.
This is Ronnie. This is Martin, that guy Martin who almost died coming up to our green room. This
Oh,
guy
my
Martin
God.
is
Yeah,
like
the guy who went to
400
the big guy.
pounds.
Yeah, the guy who went to the hamburger place with us?
Yeah. You follow the fat guy to hamburger.
So when you
place.
go to one of your shows, it's like the audience becomes part of your family. They go to buy hamburgers with you afterwards.
Oh
and-
my God, we came back to the hotel.
You know, you guys remind me of like country stars because the country stars used to let them come to your house. Like
Yeah, they
Dolly
have that
Parton.
open house thing.
Dolly Parton, right in her backyard, had a fucking Adventureland type setup.
We hang out with everyone.
Dollywood.
No.
What about Ronnie Wood?
We hang out.
We hang out with everyone. This guy, I've never seen a guy,
What do you
the
mean?
first one out the door in everything.
Right.
We land in JFK. We're in the back of the
We're
plane.
at 26, row 26.
Scott's in the aisle, jacket on, bag on his shoulder. He's ready to
and
get out of
and the roller suitcase
and
in
the
the
roller-
aisle.
And where's he in a rush to get to?
nowhere.
Right,
No-
he has to wait for you guys.
The show ends. Everybody goes, "Where's Scott?" Where's
Right.
it? He's back in his room, relaxing. He goes, "We hang out with everybody."
Yeah.
You hang out with nobody.
Yeah.
Who do you hang out with?
You go out with Shuli. It's everything is a joke, though. You know.
Right.
They take me to a gay bar after the show.
I'm glad I missed that.
Ronnie's drunk. All these fans are in the lobby. He's like, "We're going drinking," and our promoter Sequoia goes, "Listen, I have a gay bar set up. It's around the corner. We're taking him to a gay bar." And like 40 people were in on it. No one said a word.
Ronnie, when did you realize it was gay?
When I walked in,
Some guy banged
some
me.
guy tried to kiss me.
Wow.
I walked
Did
with
you guys
the-
tape that?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
we had to have.
Is that going to be on our TV?
Well, no, Howard TV never came.
They didn't go?
No.
They never came
Dude,
to this
in
one.
Portland, some guy tried to kiss me at the show.
Right.
They threw him out of the place.
Right.
Well, that's your sexual power, Ronnie. Goes
Ronnie.
both
Yeah,
ways.
okay.
I
Don't
will
you
say
he
this.
loves meeting guys and girls.
He brought up these girls. He's asking girls to come up on stage to do Hot Chick of the Night. So this one girl stands up. She's like 6 foot tall, huge tits. And her boyfriend, you can see, he grabs her arm. He's like, "Hey, don't go up there." And it's not like Ronnie saying, "We're going to give you money." He just asked for people to come up. The woman keeps going up. The boyfriend stands up right before the stage. He puts his arm on her. He says, "If you go up there, I'm fucking leaving."
Right.
He left.
This is how powerful he is. She looks at him. She goes, "Bye," and walks up on stage.
And then she took her top off?
Well, no, they did
She didn't
some.
have to because her top was like 90% open.
She was
Wow.
wearing
She
like
had
a
one of
dinner
those
napkin.
tops with the hole in the front.
What a shock that a chick who goes out in a dinner napkin wants attention.
And how about the chicks wanting you to sign your boobs?
Yeah, there's chicks asking to sign boobs.
I was
and-
drawing funny faces on her nipples and shit. It was really fun.
Wow, Ronnie got power over
I
women,
tell
doesn't he?
you.
Wait till you hear him at the AVN Awards. You'll see. I'll play that for you later. All right, boys.
We got.
what you got.
What do you have? Oh, Little Steven's here?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take a break, and then we'll go talk
We're
to
going to be in
Little
Hartford and Stanford. Ronnie Block.
Ronnie won't be.
Ronnie won't
What
be.
did he
but
just
this-
say?
The
Ronnie
Ronnie
will be
Block
with
party will
Howard.
be in Hartford and Stanford.
See how articulate he is? Wait till he hits the stage.
Yeah, really.
awful at
It's even
everything.
better.
So who's going to be at the Ronnie Block party in Hartford?
JD is hosting.
JD's hosting?
JD is filling in for Ronnie.
Oh, you're kidding.
Everybody, let's have a great time.
He didn't want to do it, but I convinced him.
You convinced him to do it. Yeah.
He's doing me a favor.
I've never offered somebody this amount of money and seen him so miserable about doing a gig.
How much does he get paid for that? A lot of
He's
money.
getting a
right?
good amount. He's getting a very
couple of
good
grand?
amount. Yeah.
Wow.
And he didn't want to do it.
No, he's doing it, but I mean, you know,
he didn't
JD,
want to.
he's-
He didn't want to do it.
That's crazy.
he said as a friend he'll
He's
help
really
me out.
anxious about the appearance. That's what I'm hearing.
And I told him, I said, dude, you don't have to tell jokes or just be you. Just go up there and be you. And
Yeah. Are
He
you
doesn't.
freaking
He
out?
doesn't know we got other plans from afterwards too.
What are you going to do with him?
For other gigs.
Oh, I see. Well,
We're
hey,
going to force him to make money.
JD,
I'm not.
I understand why you're nervous.
I do too.
I mean, you don't go up in front of crowds.
Yeah,
Neither do Ronnie and Scott.
But
They're
Ronnie,
fine.
Ronnie's so out of it. He thinks he's got something going on.
But yeah, they love it. They look to do this.
And
I'm
Scott's so money hungry that he knows he has nothing going on, but he'll go up there anyway and just stare at the audience.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna do a hot chick.
But JD has enough self-awareness to know that he's a
He
complete
shouldn't be
fucking.
up there.
He shouldn't be up there. But the problem is, there's a lot of money involved.
I,
Like,
you know,
do you have any kind of game plan for when you hit the stage in Hartford?
I mean, there's a couple little things. I'm not gonna do like a stand-up act or anything.
What are you going to do?
There's a story that I've never told about that I'll probably tell.
Home run.
Sounds good already.
Well, it involves forget it. And
Exactly.
It involves what? So people can look forward to it.
it's a road story with Artie.
Oh, you're going to tell Artie
yes.
stories.
Well, no, it doesn't have Artie in it, but
Right.
it's
Something about maybe when you were in Vegas and Artie got you laid?
no, it involves a girl though. But
See, Howard, the explanation of this story, 10 minutes eaten up right there.
Right. Yeah, but you know he's going to hit the stage and he's going to rush through this story because he's going to be
Nobody
nervous.
will know what
You know,
he
I told
said.
him, I said, look.
It's going to sound like this. There was one time, remember on the air, I said I was going to tell a story. Okay. Well, I was with Artie. We were with Artie in Vegas.
And then Artie,
And then Artie,
and then Shuli. Have a good night.
I'll forget it. It's just going to be horrible.
Check your waiters and waitresses.
So you're going to tell that story. How long is that story?
I don't know. I mean,
Do it
it's-
like Bill Cosby. Let it drone on for hours.
Yeah, sit down.
I'm really.
Then I
dis-
went to the dentist, and the dentist was, oh my God, he's coming at me with a needle.
And then I went to karate school.
JT, just get ready for all the pranks, okay?
I'm not going to
okay.
prank him. It's
No,
fun
of course-
pranking you
no,
guys.
of course not. No, you're not
So
gonna
what are you
prank
going to
him.
do? You're going to tell that story. How long does that last? Have you figured out how long that'll
No,
last?
I haven't really done it. I sort of just
Right.
wrote it down,
Okay.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's really it. Intro people. I'm just worried of disappointing because like Ronnie's a maniac, and I'm
Right.
afraid people are going to
So
come.
why don't you try to yell like Ronnie? Go,
I can.
Yeah!
I mean, that's about it.
Do that, yeah!
I was,
Let's go fuck some horse.
wait a minute. Didn't I changed my whole routine this
Yeah.
weekend? Right
Yeah.
or wrong?
No, you did.
I got up there, I started telling like Black Cloud stories, all
Right.
that kind of bullshit.
So you were talking like a stand-up
yeah.
more. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's very
But
versatile.
then I got into my routine a little.
But then when he goes to introduce a comic, he's like, I don't know who this guy is. I think he's funny.
I didn't
Let's hear
say
it.
that.
Yeah, I
stupid
swear
ass.
you did. I swear. I'm not lying. You did.
That's makes a comic feel real good.
Oh, yeah.
Way to
There's-
sell it.
Hey, jump in that hole I just dug for
Who
you.
did I say that about?
JD, why don't you just recite like a
Fucking
Chris?
liar.
Why don't you recite a Chris Rock bit?
I thought about that, but no, I can't. I'm
Do
not.
that whole thing. Books are like kryptonite.
No, I'm not a stand-up.
Niggas love to
Books are like
not
criminal to
know.
black people.
Books are like.
You want to hide something you put inside the book and never find it. Here's another comedian by it.
Wow.
Hello, Hartford. Oh, this is Stanford. Hello, Stanford.
I told him, I said, don't put any pressure on yourself. I'm not looking for you to
Too
eat up
late.
a bunch
Pressure.
of time.
I already put pressure on myself.
But I
so.
said, just be a traffic cop up there. Just move
Right.
the show along.
Move
we
it
got
along.
we got plenty of comics. We'll eat up the time, and it'll be a
Right.
good job.
Yeah.
That's all I
Tell
plan.
the story about with Artie.
Well, well, it involves a girl, but
A girl, and the
I was
girl,
a girl.
and she's a big titty.
And then he called her, and then she came to room, and I blew my load, and then I chased her out.
But I didn't.
Chased her.
I put my load on the sheets.
And I watched TV, and then I jerked off my T-shirt, and then I left the T-shirt.
You see this? You see this?
Yeah.
This is how
That's
it
Scott.
is at the
And
show.
then Scott just stares.
It's like
Scott contributes nothing.
We just got a glimpse of the show.
What do you?
It's like Howard.
Why does that?
I'm just letting the action flow here. I don't want to interrupt anybody.
You don't want to interrupt the action.
No. This is good stuff. Why would I?
This is what
Why
goes
would I
on
want to
in
get in the
the
middle
show.
of this?
Right.
It's like Ronnie and a totem
So
pole
why
on
do you bring
stage.
Scott? I mean,
I'm
seriously.
not supposed to say a lot. I
like a
play
totem
ringing
pole.
effects. That's what I do.
Scott's like a human totem pole. All right, look.
You hit it on the head.
I got to get ready for little Steve.
Yeah, we got to stop this.
JD, you think you'll get laid at the show? There's always a hot chick who's going to want to bang you.
We'll see.
When they see you on stage, they're going to see you in a whole different light.
We'll see about that.
Girls, I'll meet you after the show.
Meet me by the dumpster.
Scott's good though. He is. He's like an Indian, Indian pole, whatever they call it.
Cigar store Indian.
Yeah, cigar store.
I'd like to
He
do
got-
my
he has a little
impression.
tear coming out the sides of his eye.
But you said weeks ago when you saw the footage from Howard TV, you said you're fascinated with him doing nothing.
Nothing. He just and I'm fascinated. Like when we have a problem here at the radio station.
Yeah.
And then everyone's springing into action, and then Scott just stares.
Slow down, Evan.
Or trails behind.
Evan, you're doing too much.
Easy, Evan.
Easy, Evan. You're gonna give yourself a heart attack.
Good shit this weekend.
He just stands there, and like I can imagine watching the show and just staring at Scott.
I'm staring at him. I'm not even focused on what I need to do. I'm just fixated on Scott.
No, like right now we're talking about him behind his back, but he's staring at him.
You wouldn't even know.
Right. It's
You wouldn't even know.
fascinating.
So, Ronnie, it was just your classic saline boob joke mix-up. That's what the crux of
It
this
wasn't
all
my
was.
joke, stupid ass. How many times do I have to tell you?
In general.
It wasn't me.
In general.
It wasn't me, okay? I admitted who it was. It wasn't me.
So it was you.
And during the whole interview, she was texting me, well, why don't you tell him? What's wrong with you? Why don't you tell him? I was just breaking balls, man. I got everybody riled up. Howard's yelling at me, telling me, don't use my show anymore. He's yelling at me, why don't you tell me?
And it was just your classic saline boob joke mix-up.
It wasn't mine.
In general.
It wasn't mine.
All right. As long as you didn't poop a boob, everything's okay.
I didn't poop a boob.
Would you like for Scott to invest in something like a laptop to bring on the road, or do you like the fact that he brings a cell phone? It's added to the comedy.
I will say, forget the comedy. I will say that there's no DJ out there today working like my man Scott.
Cutting edge.
Yes, some would
Cutting
say-
edge material, man. It's just nobody does this.
Right.
I'm the only one.
Well, there's a reason why nobody does it, and that's because most DJs can't get phone calls in the middle of their sets
Right.
on their turntables or laptops.
I'm a very important person. I need to keep my phone on at all times. So.
And I love when he has to reboot his phone. He's got to take the battery out and shit.
You never heard of rebooting a computer either, I guess. I mean, those.
Yeah, of course.
Those
But
crash
it just
too.
looks funny to take a battery out of a phone in the middle of a gig to reboot
It
it.
wasn't the middle of a gig. It was before we started.
I know, but it was just before the show started, and then you were
This
panicking.
is what it's like on a flight, in the car, in the van, and they
But
wonder
Scott, why not
I take
prepare more?
pictures of their heads
Panic,
and
man.
tweet
You
it
got to
out.
see him.
I was busy bowling.
I can't. The phone froze, and he's like panicking, and he's ripping the battery out and putting it back in. And
He's blowing on it like it's a Nintendo game.
Ronnie, why not bring a laptop? Why is he being? Do you think he's being lazy?
no, man, that's not my problem. I only host a show. I don't give a shit.
And that about sums up.
My man is
the Ronnie
graduated.
Mund
He is
block.
in show business.
Angie goes, we're gonna be there when Eric hosts the show, and he goes, host? He doesn't host. Maybe co-host.
I'll roll his ass right off the stage, man.
Now they're interested. Now they fucking want to come to
Ronnie,
Yeah, you throw him
getting back to what we discussed before,
Yeah.
you came clean. You fessed up. You said,
Well, I was breaking Lieberman's balls.
but you were breaking.
Because I saw him get upset. And the more he got upset, the more I was breaking his balls. And I wouldn't answer.
But then you took it out on me.
I didn't take anything out on you.
You got a little upset with me for asking
What are you talking about?
You got a little testy with me.
No, because I was busy. We had a guest coming in. It's more important
Than you?
than joking around.
What's
out
more
there.
important than what?
Having
Us?
no,
What's
a
more
guest.
important?
A guest coming in.
But your Twitter
Just
account
remember whose
seems
show
to be.
this is, not yours. It's Howard Stern's show. All right? Don't keep walking out at me like that.
So I missed it though. So Stephanie tweeted it.
Stephanie tweeted it by mistake. Somehow got in my account. And she was tweeting it. She was in a bar with her friends. And they were talking about implants. Okay? And when they were saying something about when a boob pops, a saline boob pops in your body, it's kind of like when you're dehydrated, you get the chemicals running through your body. So when you pop a boob, I don't know what the hell they were talking about, but that's what they were talking about. A bunch of drunken girls, okay? That's how that happened.
I'll take my apology.
The typo made me think it was you because you're known for your
I guess
typos.
my girlfriend's as stupid as me.
No, she's articulate from what I can tell.
Why is that
So it
articulate?
surprises me that she would have a typo like that.
Well, she had a few drinks, you know?
That explains.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A few drinks.
I'll take my apology now from you.
What?
Yeah. I want my apology.
I was all over him that he hacked my account.
Yeah. I had to swear on my daughter.
And I still didn't believe him.
And he still didn't believe me.
No.
What's that?
No, I still didn't believe him.
What was after that part?
I said, I'm sorry, all right?
Thank you.
Howie,
Hey.
back again, sir.
Yes, I am.
This time under much different circumstances.
Yes, I'm going to see my co-worker.
How do you feel about that?
I can't tell you how excited I am. Jeez.
Cupcake Wednesday to boot, you know, it's
a diabetic's dream.
It sure is.
How are you?
Hey, nice to see you.
Good to see you again. So I'm just going to head into here.
Sure.
Hi. How you doing? I back in.
So today, are you going to be offering advice? Are you going to be coaching him at all? Or are you
I
just gonna...
think if he wants advice, I could school him.
So today's interview will have a completely different dynamic.
You know, it's his interview. So if he has any questions or if he is, now that he's on board, I am here and at his beckoning call for whatever information he needs. I'm fascinated, though. I'm fascinated at the fact that he's spending so much time in wardrobe. I just heard him talking about
John Varvatos and the whole deal. Yeah, he's taking this very seriously.
He really is. I've been doing it for 2 years. I don't know what pants I'll be wearing tomorrow, but he's got a whole wardrobe. I kind of don't. I love that he's so concerned.
He's very professional.
I guess he makes me feel very unprofessional.
Why, you don't plan on wearing any pants at all?
There's a desk.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be in boxers the whole time.
Yeah, be comfortable.
Comfort first.
Yes.
Hey, Howie's here. Howie Mandel, my co-judge on America's Got Talent. We have not hooked up on the phone or talked since I announced that I'm a judge. And Howie's been going around doing some interviews, saying some real nice things about me. So we have a lot to talk about. There he is, my co-judge. Whoever thought that we would end up on the same TV show? Working together. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I mean, we're only like 2 weeks away from taping.
2 weeks away.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated. I've been listening to every moment of you. I love the preparation and the thought that you're putting into this.
Well, first of all, I notice you have a certain look on the show. I see you wear like kind of a jumpsuit, kind of black thing.
Jumpsuit.
You're a good dresser.
A jumpsuit?
Be honest.
I wear a jumpsuit. It's a one piece.
Do you?
No.
Who dresses you? Stop it. You don't.
Katja. Didn't she call you Katja?
No, I don't. I didn't get that opportunity.
Yeah,
Katja.
you did. Who called you?
No one.
There's a wardrobe
Is Katja
person
from the show?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they said there's a wardrobe person who, I guess, when you do the show, and when we're taping in Los Angeles, for example, they want you to wear the same thing both days.
Right.
So they hold on to your outfit for continuity.
Right.
And then they steam it and stuff, and then they leave it for the next day. That I've been told.
But I love the detail that you're putting into it because I had no thought. In fact, that's not
Me
something.
neither. So,
Yes,
but I've got to put thought into it.
I don't believe you.
Well, if I'm going to be on TV, I got to think about what I'm
heard you
going to wear.
just saying you were at John Varvatos getting fitted
Yes,
for...
because I don't have Katja.
No, you do.
I
Just
do?
like I do. She dresses everyone on the show. Here, they actually called me.
I didn't know
when
this.
when I signed on to do the show, they called me and they said, do you have a look? Is there something you want in particular? I think you told this story, or Jason told you this story.
Yeah.
And I don't think about wardrobe and I don't think about anything. So I said, you know what? Honestly, I'll be totally honest with you. Tunics.
Right.
I'm into tunics and kind of a medieval look.
They told me this.
Did they tell you that?
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Are you?" And she doesn't know me, and it's on the phone. And she goes, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yes." With the advent of medieval times and all that, they're coming
back. So you
back.
want some chainmail?
Yeah, he wanted Renaissance.
Whatever, And I know you're a wardrobe person, and you'll come up with it. But that's. And she goes, "You serious?" And then it was like just an awkward silence, and then we hung up, and I never I never, reconnected.
Can I tell you, like 12 of the NBC guys were here. It was nice. They flew in. They wanted to know, they were kind of briefing me on what goes on America's Got Talent and discussing promotion and all this. And I said, gee, what is this wardrobe and blah, blah, blah. And they said, yeah, Howie told them the first year that he wanted Renaissance.
Yeah, I did.
And this poor woman went out.
Yeah.
And literally bought up Renaissance outfits like yes, chainmail.
Oh my!
All this stuff.
That's my thing,
Yeah, you love yanking people's chains
because the Hoff wore a vest and mine was like a tunic.
Well, I was saying we should come up with an America's Got Talent uniform.
But here's
the
thing:
take out
I don't
all the...
I don't think about anything. I just.
But you do.
No,
because
you don't show up like this.
Yeah,
I do.
No, he does.
Wait. Let's back up.
Yeah.
Like this? What does that mean? Do I
this
not
is sort of what you wear on the show. It's a little more dressy, but a little dressier.
A lot of times I'll wear my own clothes. She's wonderful. She looks at what I wear, and then at the end of the season, I get the boxes of everything they gave me. And right now, I dress out of a box.
Right, you take whatever clothing they gave you and you wear it.
But
I'm the same way. But no one offered me Katja.
I promise you're offered.
So
Katja.
Ralph, who I use for every day here, he's going to
the
help
fact
me.
that you use somebody to dress you for radio.
Well, of course, no. We have a TV show every day. And I go, it's not funny.
I know.
Now listen,
but
you're
I
known
have
to
no
let's clear up a bunch of things.
Okay.
Because we're working together. Now.
Okay.
Now it's no longer it's a work relationship.
I know what you're going to say.
No.
That you don't want me to bother you.
Yeah. Now look, I know with Piers. And it's funny to me that you put a soda machine in front of his door and he couldn't get out of his door and all that. But honestly, if you fuck with me, I'm going to kill you. I don't mean like beat you up. I mean, I'll kill you.
Here's my weakness. Can I tell you what my weakness is?
Right.
If I hear that you have a weakness, or that something really irks you, it's like water flowing downhill.
But it's kind of a draw because I'm the same way. Because I will take my hands, put them in shit, and cover your whole body with it because you're a germphobe. I will ruin you. I will go to war with you.
Like I said, I hear you're concerned about lighting. Were you concerned about the lighting and how they were going to light you?
I said, listen to me. I pulled the executives in, right? I said, look, you see this face? I said, who's your audience? They said, women 35 to 49. I said, well, good choice in choosing me. I'm a real turn-on to women. I said, you better take a fucking camera, put it on the moon, and shoot me from there because you can't get the camera far enough away from this face, number one.
But you know I'm bringing lights to work.
Good. Bring lights.
No, to aim at you.
Well, go ahead. Aim the fucking lights. And I'm bringing germs. I'm going to rub all over you. You'll be showering for months.
Here's the beauty. Can I just tell you something?
I'm very excited to work with you.
And I'm excited to work with you. Here is the beauty of this show for me. And I think that you should have the same attitude that I have.
Go ahead.
This is the one job that exists that is not a job.
Right. I don't view this as a job.
People don't know, and I know, that what you do here and you sit and talk, this takes a huge team and hours of preparation and you work at it and you know how this conversation is going to flow and you know where you want to take it and what you want to do. And
it requires effort.
The beauty of America's Got Talent and any of these other things, it's not, I can't believe, and I said it, when I got the job, I used to sit at home in my underpants on the couch doing exactly what they're paying me to do.
Right. You would judge.
I don't think about it.
Right.
I don't think about what they're going to dress me in. I don't think about what I'm going to see. And I am so thrilled to just sit there.
Well, they told me, because I said to them, what are the real hours? Because I've been frantic about it. Because I get up early.
Yeah.
And I get tired because I'm used to getting up at 4 in the morning. Like the day we tape, we don't start till 11.
Right.
So, they said some days it's like 11, 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I said, what's the delay? They said, well, some of it is we have to do setups. But they also said, Howie loves being there. And Howie will sit there and he will drag this thing out.
No, it's a 4-hour day, and because I'm there, it's 12?
Yes.
No, they didn't say that.
So listen.
They did not say that.
Yeah, they kind of did.
No, they did.
They blamed it on you.
Here's the actual truth. I'm going to tell you about the schedule.
All right.
The schedule is, and I absolutely love it, and I don't know why you wouldn't love it.
They said you love being there so much that you barely want to go home.
I do love being there.
Right. But let's go home at some point and be fresh for the next day. Don't listen.
But you know what? If you're tired,
I'm going to lock you in your dressing room.
If you're tired and you can't focus, then tell the act. I'll be totally honest with you. It might have been good. I dozed off.
Once my adrenaline starts going, I'm there. Now, I don't know about you, but the one thing I do take seriously about this job, I really want to find real talent.
Hey, and do you think my goal is
Sometimes
different?
I think you do put through people I
Just
thought
for
you were
fun.
this season. I thought you put through people to for peers to irk him.
You want to hear my theory?
Yes.
And I think we have the same theory, except you don't know until you sit there how it's done. Here is my theory.
Okay.
I love America's Got Talent because it is so much more than just a singing and dancing competition.
I agree.
I am tired of singing and dancing, and
Me
you could
too.
do that someplace else.
I agree.
Plus, I believe that, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody who is a phenomenal musical talent.
Right.
But I would love to see somebody, as you said, somebody else beyond a singer win this contest.
Agreed. I'd like to see a magician. If you're talking about a true great Vegas act, those guys make a fortune in Vegas.
Well, here's the truth.
Okay.
Let me say, it's whoever. You know, a magician for me, I am not a huge fan of magic, but I am a fan of performance.
Right.
So if somebody figures out a way to do the 3 tricks that exist.
Right.
You know,
and do it in a new way. Like Copperfield was really good at that. He's flouncing around on the stage. Right.
Flouncing.
Yes.
Yes. So, but if somebody can flounce with finesse.
Exactly.
Then we put them
Agreed.
through. So now here's the thing. Many times there will be a cavalcade of singer after singer after singer, no better than anybody you see on a cruise or
Right.
in a Ramada Inn.
Agreed.
But the audience there thinks they're great because they're from the hometown. People think they're great, and then I'll see an Eric, the actor.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I will say, and somebody like Piers will say, well, that's not a talent.
Right.
And I'll say, I will rather come and listen to Eric. And now that I know that he does accents and
Right.
voices.
You would rather listen to Eric than some mediocre singer.
And the truth
it
be
is
told, your whole career.
But wait a second. It is the Tiny Tim factor. Like
But
if
that's the
Tiny
thing.
Tim came on America's Got Talent, Piers would have voted him off, and possibly you would have, and Sharon would have. But he went on to be a huge star because he was a freak and he was so interesting.
But Tiny Tim and your Whack Pack here, and you know, there's so many other.
But let's
characters.
be real. Let's figure out now as judges, because at this point it's you and me.
Okay.
We can outvote Sharon.
You're going to be a united
All right,
front.
Let's unite. Let's decide right now on this show.
Right.
What our criteria is going to be, because I think it's confused over there.
I think you're overthinking.
Are we looking for the next big superstar act that can that would take you away from the gambling tables in Vegas, that would be as good as Howie Mandel in Vegas, someone who would be compelling and great and really sell tickets, or are we looking for something like a freak show? You know.
But let me just say something. A freak show, you know, and they're not in the same category, but if you look at what the Blue Man Group was doing, you know.
The Blue Man Group was a fully realized show.
Well, you know, when they started in a little club in a basement here in New York,
right.
They were, you know, 3-4 guys who were covered in blue paint, and they were banging on pipes, and you know.
So explain to me why you put through those chipmunk-looking characters,
the funny little people.
The funny little people. They were not.
Well,
listen, that was no different than what you'd see in Disneyland.
Well,
so they put in a costume and they jumped up and down.
Okay.
You did that to Irk Piers. That wasn't right.
No. Yes.
Right.
And no. Yes and no.
Right.
Here's the thing.
You can't have yes and no. Howard.
I can have.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yes and no, because in that particular day, I believe that I would rather bring them forward. If I bring them forward, somebody else doesn't go forward. It fills the spot. I have a better chance of not getting another singer. I believe with those funny little people,
yes,
that I could create. I believe I can create.
But it's up to them to create.
A Vegas show. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's not up to you creating. It's what they've got to present to you on the stage.
But you realize that our team there, once they go through the audition process, there's a lot of production people and production value, you know.
Right.
So if you look, I want to give you a better example.
Okay.
You hated the guy 2 years ago. There was this kid that did a kite, that flew a kite.
Terrible.
Why is that terrible?
Because I wouldn't pay 10 cents. Okay,
I don't
the
believe
criteria.
you wouldn't.
Here's the criteria. I'm going to ask you this when we're taping the show.
Okay.
If we disagree on something.
Right.
I'm going to say to you, hey, Howie, put up your own money and bankroll this act. You wouldn't do it. You would not bankroll the kid with the kite.
You want to make?
And you're a guy who produces television shows, and you've got a big career.
Let me tell you something. I disagree with you. If you take the guy with the kite,
go ahead,
and in Las Vegas, and
okay,
this
you
guy,
make him part of a show.
No.
Oh.
But he's the headlining show. He has these kites, and you have lasers, and you have great music.
He didn't have
and
lasers.
You have but that's what it could become for a Vegas show.
You can't say what it becomes. He should have brought on lasers then.
No, but I am more apt to go see this musical kite flying laser show in Vegas than I would to go see some
singer.
guy standing there with a guitar who I have no idea who he is.
But are you saying you're going to be biased against people who come to sing? No. You're going to, if you see somebody great, you will put them through.
Right.
Here's what I was talking to Simon Cowell the other night. We had a 45-minute discussion about this.
Right.
And he said, take it from the guy who's supposedly the expert at judging, but he said, if you get influenced by the audience sitting there and you put through these mediocre acts, you'll never get rid of them because America starts to vote for them and they feel sorry for them. You can't.
I don't like when they have a story. I don't like when people are voting on a story.
The guy who won last year had such a story. He was a car wash guy.
Yeah.
To me, he was a novelty act. I don't think he should have won.
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
My take on last year and my favorite act was Illuminate.
I agree.
But that's who I kept saying.
I know you did.
But by the same token, when you're sitting in the room and you see this guy, and when he came out and he was, before they put him in suits and everything,
Yeah,
and
right.
I wasn't expecting, this Frank Sinatra, this crooner kind of voice.
Right.
And I saw that the women liked him. I saw they liked the sound of his voice. Beyond the story, I see why he got as far as he got. And,
Right.
when you look at Michael Bublé and you look at Harry Connick, they've had, like, big Vegas.
See, I can't stand that crap. That
But-
Harry Connick, Michael Bublé.
But I'm not asking you if you can stand it, and they're not asking you if you can stand it.
And I don't think Vegas can stand it. And isn't the
you're
criteria
wrong.
whether or not the guy could be a big Vegas act? That's the criteria.
And you're telling me Michael Bublé can't be a
No,
big
Michael
Vegas
Bublé can. He's done it, but I don't think there's room for 20 Michael Bublés.
Is there room for one more?
Well, I felt it was like such a novelty that a black guy was singing Frank Sinatra, that it was a novelty act. It wasn't really a true great Vegas act. And I met the guy. He's a lovely guy. I'm glad he won just because he got a bunch of money and he was working in a car wash and now he can support his family. But I want a superstar out of this. We've got to get a superstar.
Well, the truth is, America's Got Talent has launched superstars.
We've got the ventriloquist guy who supposedly has $100 million.
No, but I'm saying even if they didn't win that exposure, you look at
Who do we have? Jackie Ivanko. Okay. Who else?
The guy you're talking about is Terry Fader.
Okay.
Who's got a $100 million contract.
What does that mean, a $100 million contract?
That he gets, he gets, if the place is sold out each and every night at full price seating.
Right.
Then he would probably stand over 5 years to make $100 million.
Do you think I'll become the guy who's the voice of reason, like sort of like Piers, because you
The
and Sharon,
leader.
Yeah, you and Sharon seem to always sort of team up with each other.
I don't think that's true.
I
and
do.
I think I'm a voice of reason.
I
really
think
do.
I am. I think you were more the voice of reason the first season, and then the second season,
No.
you started to vote people in just because you wanted to irk Piers.
No.
That's the impression I got.
Well, I'm sorry you got that impression. That's not true. I'm totally honest on that show. I would never, I think it's funny, and I think there is something to be said, and you called it the Tiny Tim factor. There was
Yes.
this guy the year before, Ronith. I don't know if you remember. I just saw him. I just played in New Jersey, and he came up to. He was.
Oh, yeah, the
an
old
Indian,
guy? Oh,
he's
no.
an Indian guy,
Right.
who was doing impressions.
right. I remember that.
He couldn't do. He didn't do. And he said he had the man of 100 voices. And I thought I could build this guy as a man with 100 voices, each of them sounding exactly the same.
But that's a one joke guy, and I thought
But
you were
so
crazy to put him through.
But
because
a lot
he's
of people
not. He's
live
a
on
one
joke guy.
He would never make a career of his own. Yeah, if he sat on the Howard Stern show and I sat and talked to him and made interesting things with him every day, he could be made into a star, like Eric the Midget or something. But a guy sustaining that on his own, Eric the Midget can't sustain that on his own.
Let me just tell you.
Go ahead.
Let me talk to you as a producer.
We are going to have
if
so many arguments
What
on
if
this show.
What if in the context, and you got to produce it. It's
Yeah.
not just these guys come to you with no team behind them.
Right.
If I had this guy who believed that he did characters, what if I hired a cast of hundreds for the stage?
But Howie, that's like saying a comedian comes on and he's shitty, but you say to yourself, boy, if I write him
No.
his material, he'll be terrific. I mean, you can't. The guy's got to come on and wow you. You can't say
Well, you
what
can't
if.
compare the comedian.
Sure you can.
No, I can say.
There was a woman on that you had last season who did voices and impressions. She was very good. She did good
I
impressions.
agreed with you.
She had
And
crap material.
That's exactly right.
and I
she
would
was
have said to
wrong.
her, I would have said, you know what? You run out right now and hire. I'll give you the name of 5 guys that I know that can write comedy material for you. I would have said that to her.
She did it wrong.
Right.
She could have, but she did have the persona. Had she gone back to the clubs, had she got a writer, she would have gone further.
Yes.
And there was another comic, J. Chris Newberg,
Right.
who actually went further than any other comic did. Remember, he's the guy that roasted Piers.
Right.
He's great.
But we can't sit there and say, what if they don't go out and hire them? In other words, I can't sit there and imagine their act for them.
But I think that I did say that she was great. She had, she had a lot of stage presence, and that she didn't have material.
And she didn't make it as far as the other comic because she didn't have material.
So you think you're the voice of reason? That's interesting. Don't you think? And I was going to say,
I think we come at it from different perspectives,
right?
But we'll have good, healthy discussion.
I think it'll be good. Now, tell me what happens in Vegas week. Do we really decide? That's where we decide. Who really goes through.
And we sit in a room and we argue because it's got to be down
Let's
to
not
the
argue.
48.
Just listen to me, and everything will be fine. Really, we can get out of that room in 10 minutes.
You have no idea how competitive I am, and I really am. And I'm really serious about trying to find. We sat up till 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh my goodness! Don't even say that.
I will put a pillow over your head and suffocate you if you keep me up till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Vegas is the long hours.
That's the long hours because do the producers come to us and say, listen,
all of us,
we strongly urge. You're saying it's me, you, and Sharon really make it.
And the producers.
Oh, and the producers.
Yes.
And we decide.
Yes.
Till 2, 3 in the morning.
Well, we will look at the tapes of what they did. We'll take everything into consideration, and we'll say, what do you know?
Is it hard to make that final cut?
The Vegas is
brutal.
Brutal.
Because you feel bad that you're not...
On 2 levels.
Okay.
Number 1, because you're making, they're saying 48, and you're going, but this guy was great, and this guy was great. And
yeah, we got to give him a shot, right.
Yeah, and so, amongst us, judges and producers, we can get pretty heated and argue.
We do. We get passionate and yell at each other.
See how passionate you feel about somebody, and then your guy's not in.
And you got to live with it.
And you got to live with it. So there's that, and then you have to face them. And these people have, their hopes and dreams. They've made it all the way to Vegas, and then they face you, and then they give us...
I think that's going to be harder for me than I can imagine.
That's the hardest part of the job. I hate that.
I don't like to see somebody's dream burst. But like the other day, a father called in, and he said, I'm having my 10-year-old audition, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. She had a tape on YouTube. I listened to it. I said, she's terrible. She doesn't have it. She could develop. She's 10 years old. But don't put your kid through that. What are you doing?
I would love if people just phoned in like that. But the thing is that they're going to be standing in front of you. And they've made it to Vegas.
Right.
And their hopes and their dreams. And it's set up so that it's really tough. If for people who have watched the show, everybody shows up in Vegas, and we tell you they're put into 3 groups.
Right.
One group... We tell you you're not even going to perform. You're going right to Hollywood. We're not going to Hollywood anymore. You're going to New York.
Right.
Wow.
Right. To New York. Yeah.
You're going to New York. One group, we say you are going to perform here.
Right.
And there's 48 spots. Okay. Well, there's not 48. The people that went
you've got to essentially audition again.
That went to New York. You got to. There's 22 remaining spots. You got to go for the 22 remaining spots.
Right.
If the third group. If we can't find 22 in that third group,
there'll
be 5 remaining spots for this whole third group, and you can go.
We have real power.
Oh, you have no idea.
That third group must be.
What a fun thing, but a big responsibility in a sense.
It really is. As much as it's fun and everything, people's lives and careers and futures are in our hands, and your words are like daggers.
Do you think when you were coming up, I mean, you've had a brilliant career. Do you think you would have done America's Got Talent? I don't think you would have gone that route.
I did. I started on a show called Make Me Laugh.
All right.
Which was basically judging, for every second that they didn't laugh,
right,
you won money.
Right.
And then the next show I did was on Showtime. It was called The Laugh-a-thon, and Jimmy Brogan hosted it.
And it's true.
It was
you
a
did.
Contest.
The way I became aware of you was the Merv Griffin show. That's where I got turned on.
I did 14 Merv Griffin shows.
Yeah, I got turned on to you through that.
Yeah.
So I guess you built your career on TV, but you've honed your act outside of television.
I'm still playing I do 200 live dates a year.
How do you work that into this schedule? Do you get off America's Got Talent and then go fly and do a date?
I will usually fly in and out and do a date. Yes.
So you're busy.
But you also have Mobbed.
And I do Mobbed.
Oh, we got to get to that. But finish this for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Howie, don't you think on America's Got Talent, and I even watched you with Piers, don't you think you promote your Twitter account too much?
No, here's the thing.
It feels desperate to me.
No, here's the thing.
You don't need to promote that.
I'll tell you why I'm promoting Twitter.
Go ahead.
At Howie M. Mandel.
Yeah, what is that? I mean, but why do you care?
You're on Twitter. I'll tell you why.
I'm on Twitter, but who gives a fuck?
And you're going to love it more than ever on this show. And I want to say, I'm the one who told Piers Morgan about Twitter.
Right.
And even before you did that live tweeting when you were watching your movie, I did it 3 years ago.
Really?
I did. Well, that first.
Okay.
No. On the show, because I found this Twitter.
Okay.
And what was amazing during the live shows was people were going, I would read the tweets live. As
Right,
it was
I remember.
going, and they were going, he's off key. Or they were going, we can't hear you. Or they're going, and I see like a barrage.
Well, I'm not going to sit there and listen.
I read
a big mistake is for us to react as an audience when we judge. And Simon said this. The biggest mistake you can make is react to what the audience is doing. If they're cheering and screaming and then you put them through. We have to tune out the audience, and the Twitter people you have to tune out. Who are they?
Well, here's what I do.
We're interested in your opinion.
At that point, when we're in the live show,
right.
I think that we're looking for somebody that is marketable to America. And even if I don't like the act, even if I'm not a fan of country music, I'm not really a fan of Magic.
You will read the Twitter and say, okay, since they like it, I'll put them through. I think that's wrong.
No. It's not that easy. But I want to be informed.
Right.
I want to be informed by what's happening. And I have a
You would
live...
think...
And they got mad at me. The producers went, you better put that down.
Right.
NBC came out and said, stop that.
Yes.
And this past year, they told everybody, tweet and do it because they're getting another platform to promote.
Everyone's with social media.
Yeah.
But I think that it is our obligation to give our opinion, which you do.
I do.
And then fuck Twitter and everyone else, and this is it. We're the judges, and that's it.
But don't you want to know, I will say that, to a contestant, I don't get it.
Right.
But I got to tell you that you just lit up, and I don't go by the audience in the theater or in the studio.
No, we can't.
No, but there's 15, 20 million people listening at home, and if it's coming through, it's amazing how different something seems when you're there live versus how you watch it or how it.
Right.
And I'm interested in seeing how the audience is.
How many times during the season do we get to have sex with the good-looking girl contestants so that they can get put through to the next round? How often do you take advantage? Like, do you take advantage of that a lot?
It is encouraged.
Yeah.
But
right. You send out a vibe and you hope for the best.
Right.
Yeah. You must be. Do we have a lot of downtime?
No.
No, there's not a lot of downtime. You get in there and things start to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. The 12-hour day is like a packed day. It's act after act after act. See, I'm a fan of, when I'm not working, I'll sit on YouTube. I watch TV. My TV's on 24/7.
Yeah.
I don't sleep.
That's the problem. You're a little too into it. We can't spend all day there. Let's move along, get the opinion, and go on.
Well, we get the opinion, and we do move on. But I could see, I love great acts. I love bad acts. It's the best job.
It is fun. I tell you what. I said to Robin, I said, I got to get on one of these shows and be a judge. It's got to be the greatest fucking job ever.
And what I'm telling you, Howard, is don't stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Just show up to the party.
I'm glad you said that because originally...
I wanted to ask, because one of the things about the judging, Piers would make up his mind pretty quickly.
Yes.
If he hated it.
Well, he wanted to get out of there to a CNN show.
And he'd hit the buzzer, and then he'd turn around and look at you two, and you would let him finish.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that to irritate him sometimes.
No,
really?
No, because here's the thing. I do have empathy for anybody who's a performer. And, I don't believe, and they only have 90 seconds.
Right.
So if you can't wait another 20 seconds, that doesn't mean that there aren't some people.
But the concept is to gong show them, in a sense, to buzz them if they're not good. Right.
And I have.
It's not
that I have hit the buzzer, but not as frequently as Piers did.
Did you hear the rumor that they were thinking of adding a fourth judge?
I did hear that rumor.
But I understand
they're not.
That Simon was pushing for that.
Yes.
Yeah, because did you think that might slow it down?
Well, first of all, I don't really understand the concept because just the odds of voting. Three,
right. They need a tiebreaker.
I don't know how 4 would work.
Right.
Number one, number two, especially in the live show.
Right.
That's hard for me because they'll say, you got 20 seconds.
Right.
You got, so you want to critique it, you want to tell them why you like it, and
right.
You always feel like, did what I say make sense?
It's funny. I was going to say to you before that, this concept of overthinking it. When they first approached me about doing this, I said, oh, okay. Now I got to come up with, I said to them, I need to see the acts ahead of time so I can do blah, blah. And they said, no, we're just interested in your opinion. Then I started thinking, oh, what's got to go on, what I'm going to do, and this and that. And I said, no, that gets in the way of the show. The secret, I believe, is that
spontaneity.
It's not the Howard Stern show. It's America's Got Talent. They're calling me in to be a judge, and I should just give them my opinion.
It was such
an
adjustment for me. The thing is, as somebody who's a performer and wants to be loved, when we're in Austin, Texas,
right,
and they say, ladies and gentlemen, 14-year-old Carolyn from Austin, Texas. The crowd there is going wild.
Right.
Carolyn can't sing a note, a fucking note. And I go, really? Singing is not really...
It's not for you.
It's not for you. And these 300 people or 3,000 people who's ever in the theater starts booing me. I mean, that was tough. And I have to say, you know what? But America's on board, I hope. I mean, it was really tough the first time.
I could imagine.
And they could hate. They turn on you. They're excited that you show up, and then they hate you.
Well, also, as a great performer as you are, I would imagine it's difficult sometimes not to shtick it up and not to say, okay, I'm going to do some comedy here, or now it's my turn to talk and I'm going to do this. That will ruin the whole idea of the show, right? I mean,
what I have found to be the best, and if I can give you any advice, is stop thinking.
Right.
There is no job in the history of show business
where you don't have to think.
This is
nothing.
It. There's no preparation. People like Jason Raff and all these people, they create a monster. They build it. They work. They've been working all year long. They're picking the acts that we're going to see.
I've spoken to Jason, Meredith R., Brandon Rigg, Paul Talegdi, and everyone said the same thing you're saying. They said, look, we just want your opinion, and that's it, and then move on. And that's what we're after. I said, well, I can do that. I'm certainly
I think
opinionated.
if you overthink it, that'll show.
Right.
It'll look like prepared. I don't prepare material.
Right.
I don't prepare. It's just whatever comes out. And you know something? Your intellect and your honesty is what has gotten you to where you are.
And that's what people are interested in.
If you bring that to the show, and as long as you don't try to be something that you're not, or that you think you should be.
Is this your third season?
This is going to be my third season. I've done 2.
You've done 2 seasons. This is your third.
Yeah.
You think Sharon's excited about doing it?
I think that she's very excited. She's very excited about you. I think that this is going to be a little hard for her
with the New York thing
because she has the talk in Vegas, in L.A.
Is she on board?
I assume she is.
Right.
So why are you asking? Have you?
No, I don't know. I haven't had any contact with Sharon except she came in and did our show a couple of weeks ago.
That was before you had announced.
Yeah, she said she's on board, but I didn't know.
She's on board.
So what is she going to do? How does she do the talk?
I don't know.
Yeah, I see.
She did not say she was on board when she was
didn't?
here.
What did she say?
She said that she was staying with L.A. and that New York seemed to be a problem for her. She loves the show.
I think
and would love to do it.
I don't know that it's a problem for her as much as it might be a problem for CBS, right?
Isn't our show, America's Got Talent, way more important than that dopey talk show she does? Because we're a network show on at night that's a huge #1 hit.
Well,
if she's going to give up one show, give up that other stupid fucking show.
I don't think she's giving anything up, and I haven't. I'm so busy that I haven't had any contact with her. I assumed if she wasn't on board, we would have heard about it.
Right.
So I think it's the 3 of us.
Was there? I was reading about your relationship with Piers and Sharon, and one time there was an incident where you guys were on a plane.
Yeah.
Piers was asleep.
Yeah.
When he woke up, Sharon put her tits in his face, bare tits in his face.
Really?
And
he was upset about that?
Because Nick was videotaping it.
Why would he be upset about
that? Nick Cannon videotaped it.
I'd love that.
I know, but
put your tits in my face every fucking day. She's got great rack.
She does.
Why would he be upset about that?
I think because he's the anchor at CNN and he felt that wasn't the image he wanted to
Didn't
project.
Piers give up the wrong job? Honestly, when I thought Piers was terrific on the show. I've said that everywhere.
Yeah, I was. I was happier with him than he was with me.
Right, but CNN, I think he was happy with it. I think he liked the animosity, and it didn't feel real to me. Do you think it was real that he really didn't disliked you?
I think he disliked. I think he didn't get my way of judging. I think he didn't get my sense of humor, and I think that I do think it was real.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was real.
I took the test on the America's Got Talent website to see who you're most like as a judge, and I was convinced I would be most like Piers. I was most like you.
Really?
That's what it said.
Mine came up with. I took the test too, and mine came up like Brandy.
Really? That's frightening.
Yeah, remember she was the host.
Yes, of course. David Hasselhoff, Brandy. Regis used to be the host. Then it was Jerry Springer. I'm a big fan of the show. So I like you. I said, hey, I'm sitting at home doing this. I might as well go get paid to be the judge.
It's the best job.
I'm very honored that they chose me.
I know, but you seem very incredibly neurotic and worried.
No,
but that's just him.
I approach everything in a serious manner. I really do.
But
I take it seriously.
I'm glad that you're on board and you're taking it seriously. But I'm telling you, have fun, be yourself.
But look, the Hoff. Let's talk about it honestly. He didn't take it so seriously.
I think he did. I think he took it like he takes life. That's it. Like he takes his hamburgers and his children.
If it's not important to the judges, it's still, in terms of the world events and where we're going as a country and how our world is going, this is not the most important thing. But if the judges on this show don't take it seriously and really look for real talent, then the show's whole premise is out the window.
Here's where for me, where it goes wrong. If the judge is more concerned about how they're being perceived versus their honesty.
Has that happened? Was Piers, are you referring to Piers?
I'm not referring to anybody in particular, but I know that it's hard for some judges, even at a time when they believe that they should be negative, or they believe, and so I just learned, and I'm comfortable in. I've got 3 years in, and it'll take an adjustment for you.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll take an adjustment. Comfortable in being booed. I get booed like crazy in every hometown in the travel. You're sitting. Listen, when you show up someplace and 3,000 people from their hometown are there and they hate you because you haven't found any talent. There's mornings where we'll go through crap, and we haven't found anything, and we make comments like, "What is happening in this town?" It's a hard adjustment, but it's a great show.
Now I like Nick Cannon on the show, Howie.
I love Nick Cannon.
I think he does a great job, and I told him that I was on his show, and I really do, but I am so worried about this guy. Today he'd announced first of all, his kidneys failed. Why did they fail? This guy doesn't want to be home. He works nonstop.
Did you know his schedule? It's like nuts.
It's nuts. Now he announced he's directing a movie.
No.
Where he's teaming up comedians. And who is he teaming them up with? Comedians and rappers or something. He's directing a movie.
When?
This is a guy who is not aware of his own health. He's definitely not a guy who wants to be home. Let's be honest, right? I mean, he's like a Jamaican. He's taking 50 jobs. And I said to him, I think you're key to the show. I want you there. Why don't you give up a couple of jobs?
Didn't the doctor tell him that?
Now he announced he's directing a movie.
Well, then that's
big mistake. It's stupid. Maybe we should do an intervention on this guy.
I think there should be an intervention.
I mean, what's he doing? They're telling me he takes a pillow and lays down on the floor between takes or something.
He does.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane.
He sleeps whenever he can get. I've never seen anybody, they talk about Ryan Seacrest.
Right.
Ryan Seacrest is basically unemployed compared to Nick Cannon.
And Ryan's got a lot going on.
Yeah. He's got to be thrilled, Nick, that you're on board because New York, he was taking the plane flights. He was always flying with me. I was always.
It was crazy. His radio show starts at 6 in the morning, which means he was in L.A. starting the show at 3 in the morning.
Right.
Finishing at 7.
Right.
Then he drives to the set of America's Got Talent because his call time is earlier because he's the host.
Right.
And he literally would go from 7 in the morning till about midnight.
And at America's Got Talent, in downtime, he would take meetings because he's an executive at Nickelodeon.
Yeah, so how is this guy alive?
Well, one of his kidneys quit and left.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I can't take this anymore.
Completely understandable that his kidneys failed.
Have you ever called him aside and said, listen, I care about you. Why don't you fucking calm down? I mean, you don't have to have every job. You've never done that.
I've never done that.
You don't feel comfortable with that?
No. I told you, I show up, I don't care. I do.
Did you get
I don't give any thought.
Did you get the invite as I did for the special dinner that we're having the night before?
Yes.
Yes. No, not Jimmy. No, not Jimmy's.
Oh.
We're having an America's Got Talent dinner.
Did I get the invite?
Yeah, well, I saw your name on it.
Oh,
they put your email address on there. And
did they really?
Yeah, I was like, well, they shouldn't be sending that to everybody.
I didn't get it. Yeah, because you're hard to get a hold of. You know you're hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, well, why can't you get a hold of me?
Because you screen your calls and you didn't want to talk to me.
No, bullshit.
It is not bullshit.
It's a service that forwards my call to me wherever I am. I wasn't on the phone.
Can I?
Of course, I want to talk to you.
No, you didn't. You wanted to hold it. You wanted to hold it till we were on air.
No, bullshit.
Because I called Gary. Gary told me that you're supposed to call the Spanish Fly, and then I called that. I called that number.
You never called.
They go and then it says in the space, leave your name, and I go Howie.
Right.
Mandel. And then they go, we are looking for him.
Right.
And then it goes away.
I wasn't there.
Wait. So they go, he's not there. Would you like to leave a message? Well, I don't know who Spanish Fly is, so I'm not going to leave a message and a phone number on there. No, I didn't hear your voice. So I don't know.
It says Howard.
Wait. So then they say he's not there. Will you leave a message? I go, no. Call back 2 hours later.
Okay.
Same thing. Howie. Now, your phone rings somewhere, and then you weren't there.
It rings. I'm not there. Sometimes I'm not home. But I'll answer my message.
3 times. I didn't leave a message.
Well,
so
he
you
doesn't
hear
leave a
Howie's
message.
on the phone. I don't want to talk to him now, and that's okay.
He doesn't leave a message.
I won't
Gary
leave
said, "Did
messages.
Howie call you?" I said, "No, he never called me."
And it doesn't give
I
him
will
any
not.
information.
How would I know?
I
No.
won't leave a
How
phone
would
number
you-
on a robotic
But
thing.
Howie,
I don't know who
how
gets
would
this.
I know you called?
Because I left my name. It goes to your phone.
No, if you don't leave a message, it doesn't go anywhere.
And then I checked it. I heard Gary talking about. I heard you talking about. I didn't call you. You were waiting for my call, and I called Gary during the show that day, and I said, "Check this number." He told me that was the number. You do hear it. Your phone rings.
I mean it, Howie. Howie, I love you. Why wouldn't I want to talk to you?
I don't know.
Why don't you try I'm busy, not I'm not at home? They're cell phones now.
Yeah.
But doesn't this thing search all your phones and wherever
yes.
you are?
It forwards it to wherever I tell it to go.
Right.
But I wasn't obviously in by my phone.
A whole
It goes
day.
to my home.
A whole day.
No, I don't know. I never got a call from you. I never got a call from you.
Why don't you switch it when you go somewhere?
I do, but I might have been out running. I might have been. Sometimes I do stuff. You know what I mean?
And then you said, and then you wrote me an email.
Yes.
And you said, I'll call you.
And I never called you.
Right.
Well, I didn't want to bother you. You were calling me. I wasn't looking for you.
Well, then
no,
you
I wanted
didn't tell me to call you.
But actually, this is probably the conversation we would have had on the phone, right? I mean, we
So
just
you want
had
to save it for radio?
No, it just worked out that way. I mean, what would we say in private about this?
How do you know what I wanted to call you about?
What did I assume you wanted to call me about America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Right.
So we had it.
Did you have something private you wanted to say to me?
Never mind.
I'm excited. Do you know?
I'm excited to be working with you.
How's the OCD?
It's not good.
It's bad?
Well,
Worse than ever?
A little bit. You know, I'm doing this show, which makes it hard for me.
Which show? The Mobbed.
Which will you watch it tonight? I know you're on Letterman.
Now,
but
this is
then-
your second season.
No, it's really the first season. We did a special.
Right.
That's the one I promoted.
Tell people what Mobbed is again, in case they don't know.
Mobbed is, you know what flash mobs are?
Right.
And there's the spontaneous outbursts of singers and dancers in malls and train stations.
You go
And I
on
thought that
Twitter
was
and everyone decides to go do the Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, so that's kind of neat. And that was, 5 years ago they were doing that. And then I love hidden camera. And I thought,
Right.
if you have a secret, an intimate secret that you want to share with somebody, what better way to do it than to take that person to a public place and they hear it in a musical? And the first one we did was a proposal. But what if you want to quit a job? What if you want to tell your wife that you know that she's cheating?
Right.
Wouldn't it be great to
Oh,
hear
my
that in a giant
goodness.
musical?
That's on tonight, the show?
Tonight is one. It's a really good one. I don't want to give away what it is, but the guy, they don't always
Like if
work
I'm
out
fucking
great.
a guy's sister, I could get you to do a flash mob and hey,
Yes.
guess what? Howard's fucking your sister.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I
Yes.
like that.
But on tonight's show, we have, and it's right after Idol. On tonight's show, it didn't work out the way we thought because what happened is we always have this hidden camera thing, and it was this young guy, and as the dance breaks out, music starts, and we did kind of a, what, Smooth Criminal, that
Yeah, yeah,
video,
yeah,
like
yeah. Michael
so the
Jackson.
door opens, and we had this backlight, and these dancers come in, and they got chains, and they're backlit, and they're smoke and everything. The guy thought he was going to die. He thought, I don't know what he thought, some sort of dancing gang was after him, and he starts going, "Leave me the fuck alone! What the fuck is this? I'm getting out of here! Don't you fucking touch me!" You can
I
hear
would
it
do that
speak.
too.
It's me, and they're going, "Just calm down, just watch," and they go, "No fucking way! Get me the fuck out of here!" And you see me going, "Lock the door." We thought the whole thing. We had 2,000 people waiting there.
Do you have an episode where there's a pedophile and then announce it on the air or something like that?
Chris Hansen
comes out
dancing.
Like that? I would like to see that. So with the OCD now.
Yes.
I didn't know this part. You never told me. When you were a kid, when you were like a teenager, you'd come home from school and shower for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's unfucking believable. You've been tortured by this your whole life.
Yes.
I mean, imagine in high school. Who showers in high school?
No.
I showered once a week in high school.
Right. Boys
Well,
are
that's not
usually
your-
notorious for not showering.
That's right. Go ahead. Hands, Bill. You're on with Howie Mandel. Watch Howie Mandel host Mob, premiering tonight at 9 o'clock on Fox after American Idol.
That's a good spot.
That's a great spot.
Hey, Howie.
Will you watch it tonight? I want you to see it.
I will watch it.
And I'll watch you on Letterman.
Thank you.
Hey, Howie, how you doing, brother?
All right.
I'm doing okay. Oh, how? I don't
Oh,
know
right,
who's-
right. But how are we going to deal with that, too? I'm
That's another
Howard.
question.
What are
You're
the
Howard.
odds of two Howards being on...
A same show.
You know what I call it now? There's two Howards and an Osborne. It's H2O.
Oh, very good.
See what
Look
we've
at
done?
you.
I'm always
See,
marketing.
that's why.
Marketing.
That's why you're a genius.
Okay.
Ham Hands, go ahead.
Hey, Howie, listen, with your OCD and your germophobia, if your wife just comes out of the bathroom or washed up a private parts
Are you still able to kiss her private parts or not?
Yeah, Howie,
really?
with OCD, are you able to go down on your wife?
Yes.
That's a good question, actually, Hammy.
As long
Is
as
that really true? Do you sit there and go, oh, fuck,
No.
I'm going to get germs?
No, I won't. I won't.
I don't believe it.
No, I'm telling you. Why would I lie?
You probably prefer not to go down. Wouldn't you prefer just to fuck and not have to
And
have
like a
any
plastic bag.
saliva exchange
No,
or anything like that?
I don't mind that. It's shaking hands. It's hands.
But why do you think your wife is like you? A woman's vagina probably has more germs,
really,
than a hand's.
When is the last time you've looked at a vagina and seen it cough?
Well, I don't know. I heard you were freaked out in the hallway because Ronnie, the limo driver, was coughing.
Ronnie coughed.
I know.
I know, but then he goes. There's not a sound. I'm just standing quietly in the hall.
Yeah.
And then I hear like that. And I go, "Are you sick?"
And he claims he's not sick.
Wait. I go, "Are you sick?" He
Right.
goes, "No, it's just my voice." Your voice? You weren't talking.
It'll be about 3 feet too long.
But they. Did he just cough?
Yes, he did.
Are you sick, Ronnie?
He's not sick. He's run down because he was traveling a lot.
He's not sick. What? Voice.
He lost his voice.
Wait, you coughed in silence. It's not like what kind of voice?
Silence.
There was
Just my voice.
No, there was no sound, and then you coughed.
I went like this.
Right. That's not your voice. When you're talking to me.
Understood.
Not understood, apparently.
Run down, he's sick.
Yeah. Been a lot of traveling, man. I've been out on the West Coast a lot, back and forth, so.
People travel, they bring back the bird flu.
What can I do?
You could stay back from me.
I had to do it.
He's been doing these live club dates where he goes
That's
out
what
and
he says.
screams. And so he's losing his voice. But
I'm on tour. I do dates all the time.
Yeah, well, you talk like a normal person.
Yeah, you don't scream like he does.
His act is going up there and screaming and yelling out obscenities. Really? That's the whole act.
I saw him.
You'd probably put him through on America's Got Talent.
I saw him at the UFC fight, and he told me he's got a deal with Fox.
He had his own talk show,
but he's not allowed to say.
I don't
what
know.
kind of marketing plan is that? I can't talk about it yet.
I don't know.
can't talk. It's got a bigger veil than your announcement for America's Got Talent.
One of the questions that came up in this meeting with NBC is like they said to me, well, how much promotion are you willing to do? How much were you willing to do on your own? And how much are you willing to do with the other judges? I said, I would be thrilled to appear with Howie.
Why do they send
Oh,
him
there's
in?
Ronnie. Why'd they send you in if you're sick? Howie's going to freak out.
Come on, man.
What? What do you want to say? I'm in the middle
There's
of an
nothing
interview.
wrong with me.
No, you're sick. You were coughing even in the car this morning. And I'm germphobic, and I was freaking out.
Hello. You were sick for 2 weeks? Yeah. I wasn't, okay?
No, but what does that got to do with anything?
All I'm
You're
saying,
sick.
no, I'm telling you, I am fine except
Then
for
why
my
are you coughing
throat.
so much? And
I'm
now
fine except for my throat.
My throat is dry.
It's just
I told you.
I just got a touch of the strep.
Yeah,
All right, listen, I'll leave you back to your interview.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
For Howard TV, you're going to love it. It was such a great moment. Ronnie's like standing against the hallway, probably like 6 feet away from Howie, and he coughs. And he tried to make it like, cough into his shoulder, and Howie just starts like moonwalking.
Yeah, right. Is the worst part of America's Got Talent when at the beginning I know you have to run through the audience. Why don't we do away with that? I don't want that either.
Well, you know what? You got them to move to New York.
Right.
You've got all these changes. Can I put that on you? If there's one thing, I love the job. I don't mind the hours.
Everybody
I love
high
the
fives and this and that.
I hate
Oh
it.
my
I hate
goodness!
it.
You have to high five.
I don't.
He doesn't. He does a little fist bump. Kind of thing.
Yeah, and I run, but these hands, it's just a sea of, it's like the worst fucking nightmare, the opening of America's Got
It's
Talent.
the only show out of all of them, like X Factor, American Idol, blah, 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 where the judges run through the audience.
Maybe they'll make a change. They've made a change. They've changed coasts, so maybe they'll make a change. I don't want to touch I love the audience.
Right.
I just don't want to touch you.
You love them to a degree.
Yes. I don't want to touch their hands.
Why don't we wear hazmat suits as we walk in? Literally, like a spacesuit, like we're landing on the moon, and then when
I
we
came
go,
in last year. I came in a bubble.
I remember.
Yes.
I felt for you because I know it's uncomfortable.
It is
for you.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I hate that. I really am. I'm not going to lie.
See, I'm not as bad as you. I would be able to walk through the audience, shake everyone's hand, and then when I get to my table, discreetly put some of that Purell on my hands.
Yeah, but
and
I can't use the Purell anymore.
Why?
But,
because you've
I
hurt
told
your
you,
hands.
No, I told you. I've told this story before. I
You get
overused
rashes,
it,
and you get rashes.
and I got warts because I had viruses because I killed all the antibodies in my
Oh,
hands.
so you can't use Purell anymore.
No, I don't know I had my friend who's a surgeon give me that. I was using Purell. I was using whatever they betadine, whatever they use
Yeah.
in for surgery.
Oh,
I
betadine.
No, betadine is. I don't know what I was using, but whatever they
Do
scrub
you
up with.
sometimes forget and shake someone's hand like I do, and then all of a sudden I go, oh, now I got to...
I never forget.
You never forget.
No.
When somebody puts out their hand, what do? You offer them the fist bump?
The fist or nothing, or I turn and walk away.
You turn... it's so terrible. I mean,
It
you are a
is.
social guy, and look what you're going through.
I'm not as social as you think.
Oh, really?
I'm not. I'm not really that social. I love people. I'm a
You
mess.
just coughed into your hand, so I was very aware of that. Yeah, don't come near me.
But I won't shake my hand now.
What's going on with Deal or No Deal? Is that gone?
Yeah, there's a slight talk of doing more, but I don't know.
What does that mean, slight talk of doing more? I thought the show was
Well,
a
it'd
huge
become
hit.
a daytime show.
Right.
Yeah, I did. Well, we did 500 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot.
Right.
I was dealed out for a while.
Do you think that's what happened? The show just burnt out? They put it on too much?
I think so. We're on a hiatus, and you know, there's always a possibility that there could be more. Look, Fear Factor is back.
Do you miss it?
Yeah, it was
That was
a
a
great
good
job.
gig, too.
It was a really good gig.
You've gotten some great gigs.
All my single friends miss the fact that I was on Deal or No Deal. My
Right.
son misses
Yeah, right.
Deal or No
All
Deal.
those hot chicks.
You know, I had my son working. I don't know if I told you this. One summer, I got him a job as an intern on the show.
Yeah.
And they came to me very uncomfortably, and they said, Howie, can you talk to your son? I go, why? They go, he has set up his office under the steps. He was under, you know, the girls came down to the
Oh, my
Right.
God. So
Yes.
he's looking up their skirts.
He was looking up their skirts. And
Just
I
like
said
his
to
old
him,
man.
Alex, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But, and I had to talk to him. And then he goes, I was there first. And then they came down. I go, you were there. You weren't there first. They were there first.
Do you realize I think I'm the first American judge
Yes.
on America's Got
Well, I'm
Talent?
American.
You are now?
Yeah.
Weren't you? You were born Canadian,
I have
right?
a dual citizenship.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, so you are American. All right,
well,
good.
I became.
All right, good. All right. Because I
But
like
you were
it.
the first born and raised
In
American.
America.
Right.
Yes.
I have a huge burden on my shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
You're
I'm
carrying-
excited. I can't wait to work with you.
I can't tell you how
Can't be more
excited,
thrilled.
how great I think it is for the show, and I think that your presence is going to take the show to another level. I really
hope
believe
so.
that.
I think it'll be fun.
I believe it, and I love all the controversy, and I love that wherever I go, people, you know, that's the burning question.
Well, I was bringing this up before because I did a Super Bowl commercial for America's Got Talent.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I shot one.
Okay.
And I assume it's going to air this Super Bowl.
Right.
We'll see.
What?
Seemed funny to me. But, you know, I'll believe it,
could
when
be
I see
rejected?
it. Who knows? But they said to me, I said, I'd like to do some promotion with the other judges. And so there was a discussion on how much promotion I would do.
Right.
And when I would appear with the other judges. So at some point, I guess we'll be appearing somewhere together.
That would be great.
Right. And you and I have a problem because we're going to have to be quiet while the other one performs, even in an interview, right? That's a difficult thing to do, isn't it? Do you find that difficult?
I've gotten more comfortable in you know,
We're an
you're coming up
ensemble.
right, and you see, you're coming from the autonomy of doing this show, and this
Right.
is what you've done all your life. And I came from stand-up comedy and whatever, so it was
Is it
really
an
hard for me.
adjustment?
It was a huge adjustment.
Because even when you did Deal or No Deal, you were the host. This is, like, I've got to sit quiet while you're doing your thing, and I got to let you do your thing.
Yeah. So the thing,
I don't know that I can do that.
but that's what I'm telling you as somebody who went through the adjustment.
Right.
Don't worry.
We'll get through it together.
Don't think about it. Just do whatever. You know what? If the fact that you want to interrupt me in the middle of me talking hits you, interrupt me.
All right.
Don't think about it. You know what? I'm going to interrupt him, or I'm going to sit
doing
quiet.
it.
Whatever happens, happens.
Now, you never finish that. Who's going to be... What are you going to be called on this show?
Well, I'm Howard.
You're
I'm Howie.
Howard.
Or Your
I'm Howie.
Majesty.
Your Majesty.
The king of all media.
I'm Howie.
Okay.
He's Howie. Thank God he's a Howie.
Yeah.
No one called... in summer camp, I used to be a Howie.
Right.
And when I got on the radio, I said, fuck being a Howie. I'm a grown man. I'm
But
Howard.
we've talked about it. Howard, for me, is it makes me cringe because Howard was always
Thank
in
God.
trouble.
Yeah, so I'll be Howard. You'll be Howie.
Howard?
Yes.
Nobody was happy when they called me Howard.
Yes, that's true. So, you'll be Howie. I'm Howard. We got Sharon.
And we got Sharon.
And we got
Nick.
Nick. And that's it. And let's
then-
go do this thing
This is
already.
gonna be great. So
Enough fucking talk about it.
And
Let's
what are you
go do
doing
it.
tonight?
Tonight I am watching Myself on Letterman, of course.
That's after. I'm going to watch you. on
Watch
Letterman.
Howie Mandel host Mobbed, premiering in what is probably the best time slot, right after American Idol.
And it's something to see. You see a guy think he's going to die, and there's nothing funnier than that.
Nothing funnier than guys dying.
And I tweet live. You think that's not a good thing to tweet
You
live?
will tweet during the show.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing.
Will I'll Twitter you.
I'm not going to read that.
No, I want you to say you're watching it. I want to just see that you're really watching
What is
it.
with you and Twitter? You're obsessed.
I am
Forget
obsessed.
it. Forget that.
You're not. You're on it.
I'm on it, but I'm on it once or twice.
Yeah, every 2 weeks we get a
naked
picture of
my
your wife.
That's it. I don't know what else to tweet. What would I tweet? Anything I got to say, I say here. I have this. So why would I? What am I tweeting?
So you're pointing out I have nothing. All I have is Twitter.
It's too important. How many followers do you have?
I have over 16. No, I have 300,000. Not this.
300,000. Yeah,
not a lot.
Do you see it as a sign of success if you have a ton of Twitter followers?
No, but I see it as a sign of that's my social. I'd like to do that rather than in a crowd. I don't have to touch people, but I could talk to you.
It's your way
I can
of relating.
communicate,
and you can sell tickets to your shows and things like that.
Well, I'm not selling tickets. Well, I want to get viewers.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, listen. You're a judge. I'm a judge. God bless you.
I'll see you.
I'm going to see you in 2 weeks. A week.
Is it a week?
It's a week or two. Yeah.
It's this month.
Sometime this month, I'm going to see you.
You excited?
I'm excited
Are
about
you
doing
nervous?
it. No, I think I'm fine with it.
I think you are fine.
I
listen to you every day. Don't worry.
I worry about just keeping my health together. In other words, I don't want to be sick when I go there. I don't want to. I want to have my energy together because this job that I do, waking
Two
up
neurotic
early,
guys are
I'm
telling
very
each
neurotic.
other not to worry.
You worry.
Don't worry. I'm the guy who won't touch anybody.
How
but don't
dare
worry.
you tell me not to worry?
Don't worry.
Look who I'm
And
getting
he's
advice
worried
from.
that he's going to get sick.
Now you know why I don't take Howie's calls. I'll listen to him. I'll get nuts.
I live in a glass house.
That's right. Yes. And you know what people in glass houses should do?
Throw stones.
That's right.
Right.
What do you do today? I saw you're hosting Regis
I'm with
and
Kelly. I'm going over there now.
Are you the co-host?
Yes.
You'll be the co-host with Kelly Ripa.
Yes. And
Is
J-Lo.
it true? And J-Lo is the guest?
Yes.
Oh, that should be hot.
That will be very hot.
And so
I heard she lost 60 pounds.
Who? Oh,
J-Lo?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How's that?
Mark Anthony moved out.
Oh, you're terrible.
You going to ask her about this young boyfriend that she's got?
Oh, I should, shouldn't I?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, can't this girl be alone for 10 minutes? I mean, literally, she just broke. This is like her third marriage ended.
Wait.
What?
When your marriage ended, how long were you alone?
Oh, a minute, but I'm a guy. Women are
same
supposed
thing.
to think about things.
Really?
Of course. Well, first of all, this is her third marriage that ended.
Right.
She just had kids with this dude.
Right.
He's out. Now she's got a brand new boyfriend. Slow down a little bit. At least date a little bit.
Why are you so concerned
What?
about? She's
'Cause I'm a
happy.
judge. I'm
He's
judging
judging.
her.
You're judging.
I
Yes.
judge everything. I'm perfect for that gig.
She's happy. God bless her.
God bless her.
Yeah.
Slow down and smell the roses, honey.
I wonder if
smelling something
he'll
else.
come over to the show with her. Oh, he probably has homework.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Will you ask her stuff like, like how long did it take the new guy to get into your pants and stuff, or is that too controversial for the Regis and Kelly show?
I don't know. I will, whatever. I'm not thinking about it. Whatever
Right.
happens, happens.
You didn't prepare for this show at all?
I don't prepare.
You don't prepare ever?
No.
God bless you.
I don't prepare. I never did homework. I didn't. Preparation is not my.
Like I'm going to Letterman tonight. I already know exactly how it's going to look.
When I do talk shows, I prepare.
You do prepare. That's what I would assume.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
Yes. But as the host, I don't prepare.
It's a good philosophy. It seems to be working
Yeah, as
for
a
you.
guest, he prepares.
I do as a guest because I want to be charming and I want to be
Right.
witty and I want to be funny. Though I didn't prepare for this.
They say that the ratings for Kelly Ripa are higher now that Regis is gone.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
I think it is. And I think that it's because of that, when Kathy Lee left,
Right.
when they were rotating all the possible co-hosts,
Right.
and Kelly was going, the ratings were also higher because people want to see. It's like this spinning wheel.
Right.
Right.
Oh, is this going to be the host? Is this going to be the host?
Have they asked you to be a
No.
permanent host?
No.
You're good at it.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
very good.
I mean, I've seen people on there with her that are not too good. They think they're funny and they're not. But you do a good job. And they said in the paper that they're closer to finding a permanent replacement for Regis. So I was wondering if they had said anything to you.
Well, I would imagine as each day goes by, they're closer because one day they're going to choose.
Right.
So tomorrow they're going to be closer than they are today.
But it could be that they're so into this groove of rotating hosts that they are never going to get a co-host.
I think they should keep doing that, don't you think that would be a good show that they can continue to do that?
Do you like doing that show, the morning show, and being the co-host?
Yes, I think that Kelly is brilliantly funny.
Do you find yourself biting your tongue, though, because it's
Yes.
so... Yes. In other words, the things you really want to talk about, you can't.
No,
Right.
I can't. You know that.
That's the secret to success, biting your tongue on some of these shows.
I wonder if you're going to bite your tongue at all on America's Got Talent.
Well, of course. I mean, listen, it's first of all, I have to bite my tongue or else I'll end up taking over the show and turning it into the Howard Stern show. Like you said, you resist turning it into the Howie Mandel show.
Right.
I've got to be able to do that. And secondly, I got to be able to realize that it's a network show that's kid friendly, and it's about me being a judge.
But that's what I say. You know, I don't know. You may have seen some of the interviews that I've done about you.
Yes,
joining
you've
the
been
show.
great.
You have been nothing but a very responsible broadcaster. I mean,
Right.
the language and whatever happens on Sirius is different than what happened on terrestrial radio, right?
Listen, I'm going on Letterman
And you went on
tonight.
I've seen you on Letterman
Leno,
dozens of times, and Leno, you've never crossed the line
I don't
beyond
think
what
so.
standards and practices.
Yeah, and if I have, whoops. All right, listen. Watch Howie. I've been such a responsible broadcaster. Thank you, Howie.
I think you have.
Go watch some of my old shows.
I
Watch
did.
Howie Mandel host Mobbed, premiering tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight is the big night,
It's
9
the big
o'clock
night.
on Fox after American Idol.
Yeah, and next Wednesday, too.
And Howie's a great guy, always been a friend of the show.
Our coworkers.
Now we're coworkers.
Isn't that amazing?
Colleagues.
Robin, tell Howie what a delight I am to work with. He's in for a real treat.
You're in for the time of your life.
Tell him how much fun I am. Tell him how
his
fun I
partner
am.
in crime, who is hermetically sealed in another room.
Well, what's funny is that, you talk about trying to reach me on the phone. Robin and I spend very little time communicating outside of the show.
Right, because you spend 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, we see each other all day, and she's got a life and I got
But a
life.
call back would have been nice.
Yes, Robin. Do we ever call each other back? Never.
No.
No, never.
You leave a message
shouldn't
and
be
you
here.
let it go.
And you let it go. Listen, Howard, stop calling me and harassing me.
I'm here with Mike Marks. He runs my company, and he's
Keep him
a
away
fan.
from me.
Wait. He's a huge fan, and he wanted to know if he can get a picture of you. Now, this is, but not, he doesn't take. He doesn't have a camera. He does sketch artist. He's a sketch
He
artist.
wants to
wants to sketch
draw.
us?
He wants
Perfect.
to. Can he come in for like 10 minutes and just sketch you?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he
I don't
does.
mind. Go ahead.
That's what he does.
See, you don't get under my skin like with Piers. You amuse me.
So Mike Marks can come in and just draw you?
Sure, absolutely. For a
Okay.
good hour. All right, Howie.
Yes.
Calm down.
All right.
Everything will be fine. And stop worrying. That's my advice to you. Okay. Howie Mandel.
You're going to teach him what worry is, I think.
Oh, he
hasn't
doesn't even
seen
know.
worry.
No.
Oh, you're going to learn new neuroses
Wait
from
till
me.
you're around me. It's not good
I'll
for two
out-neurotic
OCT
you.
people
Oh.
to be together.
Really?
You will be out neurotic by me.
No.
You've never met anyone like
I
me.
can't wait. This is going to be the season of all seasons. This
I
is the
think we're in.
television explosion of the century, of the decade.
Can't wait.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Howie, in classic Howard fashion, he's overanalyzing something before it even starts.
Right.
Your best advice to him is
Was
to just...
any job I've ever had and anything that I've ever done in show business, and I've been in show business for 35 years, it's the only job that there's no skill involved, there's no planning involved. You can be an idiot. Just be honest, and that's all. That's the only advice I have. Just do it. I think that's Nike's advice. but don't think about it.
And in turn, the great off-the-cuff impromptu moments will happen.
He's a witty, smart, intelligent man who has an opinion, and if he's just brutally honest and doesn't think about it, he'll enjoy it, and we'll have the best results we can ever imagine.
Basically, he should follow the same template that he does for his own radio show. I mean,
No, I believe on his radio show he does a lot of prepreration and knows where he's going.
Right,
you
but
know?
from the honesty and
Yes.
that standpoint.
Yes.
All right, Howie, good luck.
See you later. All right, Lisa.
Talk to him.
See you in a minute. Yeah, see you, Ronnie.
There was a lot of confrontation yesterday on the wrap-up show. I don't know how many people heard it, but I did, and man, oh man, a lot of fireworks.
What's going on? Why is everybody fighting around here?
It's mostly about Benji. I received in the email a lot of letters about people who just don't want to hear about Benji at all. Like on the wrap-up show, on this show, one guy said he's going to cancel his subscription if there's any more Benji talk.
Oh, dear.
And I thought actually I had limited the Benji talk, but the wrap-up show picks up where we leave off.
Right. What we don't pick up on, they discuss.
Yeah. And a lot was made that Lisa G is consumed with Benji and the girlfriend, and that the girlfriend is using Benji. But I think, she's just weighing in with her opinion, much like everyone else.
You don't think she's obsessed with Benji and
no,
I'm jealous?
But someone told me that literally in the newsroom, she talks about it 24 hours a day. That I didn't know.
Oh.
That I didn't know. That she is obsessed with Benji and Lisa, his girlfriend. and that she talks about Benji and Elisa constantly to the point that some people put on their headphones so they don't have to hear Lisa talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
So she'll talk to herself about it if nobody's listening.
Yeah, they say she's obsessed, but, from what I heard, she's just someone like me who weighs in about the people who work here. Benji is in a relationship where I thought Lisa actually made a lot of sense on the wrap-up show, and I thought she gave Benji some good advice. I'll play you a clip, and you tell me if you think she's dead on. I do. And she basically says, well, here, I'll play it for you.
I'm not mad at you. Like I said, it feels tacky to me, and that's upsetting to me because I like you and I know who you are, and we had a private talk about it.
Yeah,
and
you said you said very, very mean stuff publicly about my girlfriend. I thought you were being very, very.
What did she say that was mean?
I'm not going to repeat it.
Well, I think the comment was in one of my pieces.
John will repeat it.
Lisa called Lisa's career a non-career.
No, I said
referring to her musical ability.
No, I said Benji's trying to be a hero to a non-career. That's what I said.
Lisa's memorized the line.
So that was a strike,
and I apologize.
No, you never. Actually, you said I'm sorry. You kept saying I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings.
Didn't you
never
also
said apologize for saying it? I think you said it. I don't know what your rage is about it. What your upsetness is about.
It's not a rage.
You haven't heard what everyone has been saying here. That
so why do you? Why are you?
Look,
why are you
if
giving?
she's that talented, she'll be fine on her own. She's getting noticed. You can take a breath about it, Benji.
Okay, what if I
feel like you're in this trance about. Oh my God, I have to get her a career, a recording contract. It will happen.
Enjoy being part
she's
of this.
being meant. Yeah, but it just feels like too much.
Well, it doesn't feel organic, that's for sure. It does not feel to anything. It feels very manufactured.
It was almost like an intervention yesterday on the air because what Lisa says is true. I mean, Benji is obsessed with getting his girlfriend noticed to the point that I think Benji thinks this is his cachet with her.
Yes.
That as long as he keeps her career going, she'll remain interested in him. And if Benji was honest, and I could actually talk to him about it, which I won't even attempt, I believe that he would relax a lot more if he stopped all this and finds out whether she loves him for him.
Dude, you are being so.
I think Lisa made a good point. Honestly, pal.
What's the point?
The point is.
Let me ask you a
what
favor.
you just asked me.
Let me ask you a favor because what you guys do, you put things so generally where you can't.
I'll be specific.
Be as specific as possible.
It seems to me you're devoting a tremendous amount of your personal energy to promoting Elisa's career. And even on the air, where you were one of those guys I sort of admired, you never really plugged everything to death. And, you've had your little plugs and things with that party planning thing or whatever it is. I don't know, stripper parties or I don't know what you had. But everybody plugs. It seems like you've amped up a lot. And it seems like a lot of pressure on you to keep her in the limelight and to keep her career somewhat going. That's your cachet with her. She, I could even hear, the brother on the news saying you're a great guy. Now you have her brother on the radio, and you have her parents on the radio, and the news department covered it. But I feel like that's your being a hero. That's what's important to her, and you're coming through in spades, and it's keeping her interested in you.
Okay, so
I think you're feeling a lot of pressure.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Her brother.
Well, I thought Lisa made a good point.
Her brother and her family came to our show on Monday night, and the news interviewed them.
Yes, and I think that's the type of energy you want to keep coming her way. It's very important.
Okay, but there's two different issues. You're saying, one, I'm trying to do this energy, and two, I'm doing it because I'm scared I would lose her if I didn't.
I think you think that's your, this is a girl who wasn't that attracted to you or into you. And ever since, you've been running around on TV trying to get her name mentioned. I mean, you were the guy who got beaten up by a CNN guy just trying to yell out her name. You work for the Howard Stern Show. Probably you could have yelled out something related to the Howard Stern Show. Instead, you're screaming out on CNN and risking your life to yell out Elisa Jordana.
I've gotten beaten up for you.
No, I know that.
For you again.
But I'm just saying, it's a lot of pressure to come through and be Superman for her. And I think you ought to chill and find out if she really could handle not getting that. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It seems to me she probably does love you and probably will be able to handle it, but I think you're afraid to let go of this.
That's not. But that's not true.
Okay,
and you're just,
all right.
It's just an assumption you're making.
I'm making an assumption. You're right.
And the things
and I thought Lisa was right on the money, and I thought she was coming from an honest place. Whether or not she's obsessed with you, I don't know what goes on back in the newsroom. She might very well be. But
Well, what I was saying to her was, let's say all this is true. I don't know why she's treating my girlfriend like crap.
Right. No, that doesn't make sense. And Gary, I thought, was right on target with you. You know, Howie's coming in here today, who's going to be on America's Got Talent with me, and I'm going to even say to him, I've noticed in season 2 that Howie spent a lot of time promoting his personal Twitter account. And then I watched him on Piers Morgan a little bit yesterday, and he said beautiful things about me, and I love Howie, and I'm anxious to work with him. But he really is hell-bent on constantly announcing his Twitter account. And I'm going to suggest to him that this year on America's Got Talent, he doesn't do that. It becomes annoying to the audience.
I don't have carte blanche.
And it looks desperate.
I don't have carte blanche on this show at all. I don't have a zero.
Any blanche.
Any blanche at all.
Right. Whenever you get a chance,
anything
it seems
I bring
like it's
up,
top,
it's something you're asking me about.
but it's uppermost on your mind, as Gary pointed out, to get the
now
plugs
you're
in.
reading my mind.
Well, here, I'll play you what Gary said. And I thought Gary was pretty much on the money here.
I feel like you're becoming like Jackie, like you're crowbarring in plugs, and I feel like it's become about plugging everything that you do. You don't reel it in at all, and it's getting tedious. And I almost feel like Howard's the sleeping tiger, and you're poking him. One day he's going to get up and it's just going to go, enough of this shit already. And I'm not sure what the end game is. Like if it was for something, like, is this song really super important to you? Like super important on a level that you're going to go all in with your plugs, because you can't plug like this forever.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know how to fight that. You feel that
it's not
way.
a fight.
No, I mean, I don't know how to argue that. What's the question? Is this song the most important thing in my life?
In other words, I feel like I feel like you're taking whatever you put in the bank as far as goodwill on how much you could plug something, and you're putting it all in on this particular project.
I think a lot of things that you guys think I do to seek attention on the show, I'm not. I'm just being myself.
But my question is, are you answer what I just said? Everybody, we all know that
You're saying your question is, do you still beat your wife? Kind of question.
That wasn't what I said.
No, it's that kind of question that it presumes.
It's not.
It presumes some guilt.
No, it doesn't. I'm saying that you're taking all the goodwill you built up and you plug day and night. That's not bullshit. That's a fact.
No, but I don't think I do, Gary. I plug day and I do plugs on the show that we're given the opportunity to do.
You bring it up whenever you can, and you do whatever you can. Wait a second, and you do whatever you can to draw attention to having people talk. It's not an interpretation. It's a fact.
Are you talking about the writing on the hands, Gary?
At least, and you were very not truthful today. You did say to me off the air yesterday, I thought about taking off, and I thought, why should I do that?
I thought about that, the fact like I did it for a purpose of that. Hey, this is something like when I want to look at, I can look at it and it'll help me learn the lyrics. And then right before I got in work yesterday, I was like, fuck, you know what? They're gonna give me shit. They're gonna say, because they always think I'm doing shit for attention.
Right.
And I'm like, because they think that, maybe I should wash it, even though that wasn't the reason I put it on there. But I said, fuck that. It's something I would do for a purpose, not for the attention. I'm not going to just change things so they don't think I'm seeking attention. That's what I said. And I think that you took part of that, but you didn't take the full thing.
Well, I think you said, I thought of their feelings, and I thought of my feelings, and my feelings were way more important than what their feelings are. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
But that's what you're saying.
I'm saying that you would have listened to me clearly.
I heard you. Okay. I heard everything you said.
You thought I did it for a certain purpose. I said, that's not the purpose I did it. But it hit me before I got here that you would think that. But I said, you know what? What I'm doing is not a bad thing, and I did it for another purpose. I'm not going to change because
I'll give you that you did it for whatever purpose you want. Say you didn't do it for the purpose of getting on the air. I'll give you that. But you realized that it was going to be a distraction, and you said distraction.
How is it a distraction?
Well, Benji, don't be fucking stupid. Don't that bullshit about. Of course, it's a distraction. Everybody fucking noticed it and handed Howard a note. It's weird. You're fucking writing on your hands. It's odd, and everybody noticed it. Don't act like it's not weird or a distraction.
I don't think it's that weird or that much of a distraction.
It is a distraction because you hand me notes and things. I'm looking at your hands on that little machine there.
And in all the years he's been here, he's never written anything on his hand.
No, but for Elisa Jordana, he's putting stuff on his hands.
You saw notes on my hand through this machine.
Yeah, I did. When you put all of a sudden I went, oh, wow, what's that? I thought it was weird. And then I went, oh, it's Benji's hand.
You really noticed it that way?
Yeah, I did. I noticed it. I'd forgotten. Someone had said to me, Benji's writing on his hand. I said, I'm just not going to deal with it. And then about about 2 hours into the show, or whenever I brought it up, 3 hours into the show, all of a sudden I saw, oh, something all over his hand, and then I couldn't ignore it anymore.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could see it through the machine.
Yeah, but you know people can see it. You do know. In other words, a lot of your energy, where it was devoted more toward the show and coming up with funny angles,
right,
is more devoted now toward getting your girlfriend's career on target.
Writing on my
Gary's making a good point. It's something to think about.
Okay.
He don't fight it. Gary's a pretty astute guy. He's not doing it to pick on you. I really don't think Gary has a bad bone in his body. Out of all the vipers in this room, and believe me, there are many, I think Gary's the least.
Can I just say something?
Viperish.
My frustration with Benji is not over what he's doing so much, although there's a lot of it is that. But whenever you say to Benji, "Why are you doing this?" he goes, "I'm not doing that. You're crazy."
No,
and he doesn't acknowledge it. But you do know. Would you acknowledge to me that you are very consumed with getting her career mentioned or on track or getting some sort of traction for her? Do you feel that at all?
To an extent, yeah,
okay.
but not like I don't feel it's out of some desperation to get her to love me. She loves me.
I think it's your cachet. It's what you bring to the table.
No, I think it's.
She's not attracted to you physically, but
she absolutely is.
She has said on my air that she was not.
Originally, when she met me, she wasn't, and I had lost.
I think when a woman that you're attracted to says that, you say, "Well, what is my cachet? What can I do to convince her?" Now, I remember once you did that, once it clicked for you that maybe you could get her. You started going on CNN mentioning her name. You started to go to press conferences and screaming out the name of her songs.
That was
isn't it interesting? That's the shift.
No, it was
you went from show
it was
focus
a funny thing to do on the press conference.
There was nothing funny on this show that you could have done the Howard Stern show related, but more.
It was a Howard Stern thing.
It isn't a Howard Stern.
When
it's
I went
Elisa
to the press
thing.
conference,
it's more about Elisa's thing than the Howard Stern show.
When I went to that press conference, the Herman Cain press conference,
right?
I actually walked there with Lisa G.
Okay.
And I knew I didn't want to focus on the actual. It was his charges of sexual harassment.
Okay.
I wanted to do something kind of absurd.
And out of all the topics was your girlfriend's song.
I thought of it on the way over.
Right.
And it was about we had about 15 minutes.
So what was upmost on your mind?
I was thinking, should I just start doing questions about the weather? And
you're like Hinckley, who has to impress Jodie Foster. Trust me, it comes off a little bit like that.
That wasn't the initial intent of that. Then I thought, this will be funny if I just start
And lately, everything has been your girlfriend-centric. In other words, every bit has been sort of something to do with Elisa or your appearances with her. That's what Gary's talking about. And that's what Lisa G's saying. She's saying, chill out, take a pill, and be in the relationship. And you don't have to provide that all the time. And you know what? It'll take the pressure off of you.
But let's say, first of all, I disagree.
You'll enjoy your relationship more.
I disagree with the assumption that I feel I have to provide that. But let's say I did.
There's no doubt in my mind you do.
Okay. So let's say that's correct.
All right.
Why
else would every bit for the last couple of months have been about Elisa?
Why should Lisa in the newsroom,
Lisa G,
be mean to me, and especially mean to my girlfriend about that?
I can ask her that. That's a separate issue. I'm talking about you now. What's your motivation in this? And I'm telling you, you're insecure, and you don't think you can hold on to that girl.
That's not true.
Yeah, because out of all the topics in the universe, you picked to go to the Herman Cain press conference and talk about your girlfriend.
But that was.
And now, speaking of your girlfriend, here's Lisa G.
Your real
Lisa, your real girlfriend, the girl you should be with, the woman who really loves you and who you should be with.
Thank you for hearing me. Right. I appreciate it.
No, I mean, to be no different. I mean, every guy is commenting on Benji. I don't know why as soon as you do, they say you're in love with him. But I do hear back in the newsroom that you constantly, to the point that certain reporters have to put their headphones on.
Yeah, I've been a little consumed. That's why I didn't cover it.
Right. They had to take you off the Benji story because you're consumed with it.
Right, like the firefighters who had to cover the 9/11 widows and they ended up falling in love with them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You might be falling in love with Benji from covering him. You know they had to police G off the story?
Oh, my goodness.
They felt that she was getting too emotionally involved.
Happens.
Wow. Benji, that's power. See?
So you heard what I was saying.
You did make a good point.
Thank you. It's starting to feel tacky to me. And nothing against his girlfriend personally because I don't know her.
Right.
So I feel that no other spouse or girlfriend here is doing what's happening. And it feels tacky to me and disrespectful to you. And the fact that she doesn't get it Who's telling her, oh, keep doing it, keep doing it?
I see. So that's why you're critical of Benji's girlfriend as well.
Yes.
That she should say to Benji, listen.
Is this okay?
It's a little embarrassing. Maybe you shouldn't be putting your job in jeopardy,
yeah,
so
or
to speak.
is this all right with Howard?
Such as what,
right,
Lisa?
Right.
Everything.
Well,
T-shirts, videos.
Give me a specific thing.
Everything, the way it's feeling to me.
No, everything's not specific. So say
well,
something.
She just said T-shirts and videos.
Okay, what?
She just said it. What are you not hearing? How many examples is she going to come up with?
So what's the video you're talking about?
Just everything I've seen, or every mention.
Name a video you've seen.
Oh, God. Benji, I'm not going to argue with you.
How that's some bullshit. She's saying she doesn't like a video. What video is she talking about?
I guess she's referring to YouTube and the song, and then you constantly mentioning where people can hear the song or buy the song.
Where did Howard,
I think she's calling that a video.
They post videos on YouTube of them talking about a variety of things. I've seen 2 or 3 of them.
What's wrong? Wait, Lisa, have you done videos on YouTube of you and your cat?
I would imagine that Lisa would think, as a writer on the show, you might be more involved in the Howard Stern world than the Elisa world with your videos and your content.
So wait, she's upset about putting up videos on YouTube.
Yes.
Is that correct, Lisa?
That's part of it. It's everything. Or she'll say to me, did you see the Benji Couture? It's a picture of her. Not
Lisa,
I can't even see
Lisa,
you on the T-shirt. So it just...
Well, there is a specific... Wait a second,
No,
Benji.
let me go back to the first specific.
She gave you a great specific.
Let
you
me go
asked
back
for
to the first specific.
No, Benji, no.
Why can I address the first one?
Benji Couture is a picture of your girlfriend.
Well, he's on it, but it's where's Benji? He's not even looking at the camera.
So you don't like the way I'm not looking at it?
And she's saying why she's critical of your girlfriend. I'm just interpreting. She's saying... Maybe the girlfriend would have said to you, Benji, we just started going out. You're already putting a T-shirt out with me, and you're calling it Benji Couture, and you're mentioning it to Howard's fans, and you're marketing it to Howard's fans. Right. It's a little bit embarrassing. She's saying, where is she in this, too? Like, she should say, gee, I don't feel comfortable.
Who, Lisa?
No, Elisa. That's what Lisa just said about the Benji Couture.
Okay, so you don't like that I put shirts
She
out?
didn't say she didn't like it. She's just saying it's odd.
Okay, but does odd give you the right to be mean to somebody?
I had an opinion. I had an opinion.
Right.
I can understand.
No, I know you've hired a personal publicist. I know you just did that. And I know that you have and I don't have a problem with that. I think you should build your career. But the sad part in this
I
is
just hired
that,
a personal publicist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you?
I don't know. For sure, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you hired a personal publicist.
From what are you basing this on?
That John Lieberman told us you hired a personal publicist. He said he spoke to him. Sounds just like High Pitch Mike.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, anyway, I'm not against that.
Right.
I'd like to see your career blossom. I have personally taken an interest in every guy who works here and seeing that their career blossom.
I know that. I'm
a very big proponent of that.
I know.
I applaud John Hines' efforts. I applaud Ronnie's. Anyone I could see. Sal, Richard, you. I'm not against that. No one's jealous.
Right.
When it comes to your relationship with your girlfriend, I question whether or not you're feeling a lot of pressure to come through for her. It seems like there's a lot of Benji, Elisa bits going down, and a lot of thought going into the Benji Elisa promotion on your part.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of times it gets confused because when you could pick an opportunity like in CNN or one of these Herman Cain press conferences, it might even be one time funny to mention your girlfriend's name. But to constantly have it on your brain seems to indicate to me psychologically that you have a lot of internal pressure to be Superman to her.
Okay.
And I know that pressure. I'm not saying I'm foreign to it. But it's a sad kind of statement. It's a sad situation for you. To me. I think to Lisa and to some other people around here.
I don't feel that pressure, but I can't convince you that I don't.
Well, it's odd that out of all the millions of topics, that's the topic that keeps coming up. You came up with a T-shirt, and it's basically a picture of your girlfriend T-shirt with you kind of there, and it's called Benji Couture. And you kind of just met her, and it's a money-making enterprise.
Okay.
And, it's... I take advice from a guy who's had a pretty successful career. That's me. I'm not in the T-shirt business.
Right.
I don't sell T-shirts, and there's a reason I don't. But I certainly I'm not going to market a T-shirt about Beth and myself and sell it to my audience Now, I know you're in a different situation and you're hungry to get something going. But pick and choose. Even when you go out and record a bit that's going to be on the air, pick and choose what your comedy's about. Shouldn't always be about Elisa.
Sure.
All right. It's so on your brain that it could indicate that you're falling into the abyss of like, wow, I go home today and Elisa's going to want to be in love with me because she got mentioned today on CNN, or there's a lot of pressure there. It seems to me.
Right.
All right. That's it.
And even if I say this stuff, what you're assuming is incorrect, I don't feel this pressure. But even if you were correct,
I don't think you're aware of the pressure.
Okay, that's absolutely possible.
Right.
I don't think I think you're ethically, Lisa, being wrong to be mean to me about it.
Why are you throwing it back on me? It's like you didn't even hear what Howard said.
And I don't think she's being mean.
Well, I don't. All right. Well, one, you don't.
She's critical of you and your girlfriend because she feels your girlfriend should say, hey, maybe do a reality check too and say, hey, Benji, some of this doesn't feel comfortable to me. But that's irrelevant. I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about your girlfriend. I don't know your girlfriend. And I think she's lovely, and as Lisa made a good point. If she's going to have a big career, it can't all hinge on you feeling this like you can't be Colonel Tom in this situation.
Okay, but I don't. I felt there was several direct things with Lisa being mean to me about it. There's been some where you're kind of. It's a different role between you and I.
Right.
And
are you being mean, Lisa?
I had an opinion and I stated it, and then I apologized privately to Benji, saying I'm sorry if that hurt you. That's
Gary, is Lisa being overboard and mean?
I don't know. I mean, I heard the comment that she made. I think that she speaks for a lot of people who may not want to verbalize that, but I don't know whether it's mean. It's an opinion. It's not like I hate that fucking bitch. It's just like I think Benji's spending a lot of time.
Lisa, let's clear this up too. Do you have emotional feelings for Benji?
No, I think he's terrific. I think he's very talented.
Do you have romantic interest in Benji?
But I agree with you. I think he is an amazing comedy writer. He's 10 steps ahead of everyone. And so when he's trying to sing with Elisa, I think, why doesn't she, as his girlfriend, say, wow, you are so talented. Write a sitcom. You've got a lot of free time. Write some jokes. Exactly
well, that's
what
not
you
her
were
role.
saying.
That's where you're overstepping.
All right, but
because that's not who she is, or maybe she is that person. You don't know what she's doing.
But like I said to Benji, that's my issue.
Right.
That's what I said yesterday on the wrap-up show.
I think you were more on target when you said to Benji that she's going to make her own career, and you don't have. And you know what? Chill out and let things happen if they're going to happen. You don't have to constantly be promoting. You know. But I know you're spending a lot of time thinking about Benji. That's why they took you off the story, because I heard that on late Friday night you were texting John Lieberman about the Benji T-shirts. I mean, it's a Friday night. You're home. Yes. You're overly involved.
Well, not anymore.
Right. They took you off it.
They took me off it, and you're discussing it now. I feel so much better.
Right.
I feel like someone heard what I was trying to say, so it makes me feel good.
You were saying that the judgment was you can't be professional about this issue.
No, that's not what I said. My boss thought it would be better if John covered the story because it was a live performance.
Think?
I'm busy doing the news.
Why? Why are you not
weighing in? I could care less about Benji. I'm with the audience.
Well, listen.
Too much Benji.
You think you're disgusted. You don't want to hear about Benji and his girlfriend.
Benji is not real about anything. Benji's not in touch with anything. Why are you having a discussion?
What am I not real about, Robin?
I'm not getting into it. I'm talking to Howard.
Well, maybe Robin makes sense. Why am I involved? I did get caught up.
I don't know. You know what?
I got to think about that for a second. I'm sucked in again. Well, I got sucked in on the wrap-up show.
I started to say something in the middle of all this, and then I said, maybe it's going somewhere, and then I just started doing the news.
I see.
Robin.
All right.
Robin,
well, maybe you make a good point.
Robin, what? You know,
maybe all of this is.
Don't call my name, Benji. I'm not
What happened to you, like, trying to be a better person and not... quote, emasculate people.
My own business.
I called on her.
I talked to Howard about this.
I called on
Pretend you're not here.
I'm here, and when you say something again...
pretend you're not here. Benji, why don't you pretend you're not here?
When you say something...
That's not emasculating.
Very helpful.
I don't think you emasculated.
What am I not real about, Robin?
Well, listen. Robin maybe just made the best point of all. Again, I got caught up in
agree.
this.
I don't completely fit in here, but you guys make me a scapegoat, and you pigeonhole me in a certain way that...
No, I was actually interested in helping you today. I thought Lisa made some good points on the wrap-up show, so I brought it up to Robin, and then I brought it up to you. And I thought that Gary made some good points. I hadn't really been thinking that much about you. And then when I heard the wrap-up show, I became intrigued in this. So, but Robin just made me think of something even the bigger picture. Who the fuck cares about any of it? So she could be right on, and I could be completely off on this. Yeah, but meanwhile, I'm weighing in with my 2 cents. I could be completely wrong.
Here's my point. Benji doesn't take advice.
Right. Why am I wasting my breath is what you're saying. It's true. You know what? You're right. God bless you.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, goodbye,
I've
Lisa.
got things to
All
do,
right,
big
yes.
stories
All
to
right.
cover.
All right, let's talk about Fred. Now, there's a topic everyone loves. Good. You gave me a reality check. Okay. All right, good for you. Score 1 for Robin. It's true. Here it is, 31 minutes into the show.
And it's wasted air.
Nah, Robin, the deal is you don't like me. And so you get angry.
He's trying. He's
getting to you.
Trying.
You're going to get sucked in.
I'm not going.
No, you talk to him now, and then I'll yell at you that you're wasting the audience's time.
I'm cured.
Do you like Benji? I just want to know.
I love Benji.
You do?
I love him.
All right, good. All right. Well, there's your answer. You can't talk to her, but I can. What else do you want to know from Robin?
I can't wait till how I'm treated when you really love me.
I know. We all like you.
Things reached the boiling point today between you and Lisa.
Yeah.
I mean, the gloves came off, and not that it got nasty, but it got very real and very honest. And can this relationship be repaired? Or are you just so pissed off at her that it's almost like she's trying to cockblock you?
All right, guys, remember no cell phones.
Yeah, I think I have an open. I don't like some things Lisa has said and done, but doesn't mean I have a permanent dislike of her. I like her, and we'll see what happens.
She made the prediction to me earlier that you and Elisa will be broken up by May at the latest.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I think it's very easy to predict couples will break up because most couples do break up. Very few stay together. So I don't feel that we will, and I hope that we're not. But if we are, it'll be because, that's how things evolve.
Do you think she sort of threw you under the bus in Howard's eyes, and that she brought to light some things about, you and the Stern Show and publicity, and sort of painted you in a very negative light earlier?
Do I think she threw me under the bus?
Yeah, like she really, from my standpoint, I think she has some feelings for you, or at least a very strong liking of you, and that's why she's so put off by this relationship. But she spun it as like a Howard. It was an insult to Howard.
Oh, I see. So was she like?
Yeah, she threw your job under the bus.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. I think she has personal feelings, and she's trying to rationalize it. I think So I don't know if I would say throw under the bus, but she's trying to rationalize some personal feelings and find reasons that are not legitimate to castigate me.
So you wanted to lose all this weight and change your look, but it's not easy being a sex symbol around here. The women, it's driving them nuts.
We're the guys.
Yeah, some of the guys too. So.
Yeah, including me. All right, Mr. Bronk.
Thanks.
Lisa, today everything sort of came to a head. This has been building up for months and months and months. You mentioned at the end of the interview, now I feel better.
I do, because Howard heard what I was saying, what Gary was saying, and that makes me feel that I wasn't just talking into thin air, that it made some sense. But the issue is Benji's not hearing it, and I think it's making him angrier. So I bet you he's angrier at me now.
Is this the closest you've ever come to an interview subject in your career?
Probably. But, we work so closely here, but I think it was a good thing I didn't go and see them play. I would have liked to, just to hear what the music was, but I just don't understand why he feels he has to sing with her. It just feels so phony to me.
But is he really hurting anyone at the end of the day? Is he really damaging Howard's reputation or anything?
No, he's not, but it just feels so tacky to me and disrespectful to Howard. There's a line that you shouldn't cross, and it bothers me that she hasn't said, like, ooh, maybe this is a little too much, or what does Howard think? I'm doing T-shirts now with it's my picture. It just doesn't feel good to me. And so I'm glad I said what I needed to say.
Do you think Benji will ever forgive you for your hardline stance on his relationship?
Yes, when she breaks up with him.
You'll be there with open arms?
No. No, I won't.
A shoulder to cry on?
No, he can't have my shoulder. You know, he'll have my support in whatever he decides to do, but maybe he'll see it when she dumps him. And look, these words might come back and bite me if they get married, but
I was going to say, do you think she will, if you were a betting woman, would you say that Benji and Elisa, Benji will be dumped by Elisa eventually?
yes. May.
You're predicting by May?
Yes.
All right, you heard it here first.
Okay.
Thanks, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we were talking about who's the bigger superfan, Marianne from Brooklyn or Bobo. And then Bobo called in, and we talked to him about how crazy he is about the show. And then we gave him sort of a Sophie's choice. If he had to give a kidney to Howard or his wife, who would he give it to? You'll be shocked at the answer. We should talk about this Bobo Marianne from Brooklyn. I think that's a good battle when you really think about it. Who's the more passionate fan, Gary? Bobo's
probably a tiny, they're pretty close. Bobo might be a little bit more passionate, if you will. Passionate's one word, crazy's another. But, you know, for Marianne's a woman, and they're both leaving, so I said to myself, okay, they're both leaving their family. But when a woman leaves her family behind, like to get up, you know, to before the kids even wake up, and so somebody else has to get the kids off to school, I think she's probably making a little bit more of a sacrifice.
I kind of looked at it the same way, but in a more extreme way. And I do think, when I think of what love means, I think Marianne loves him more. But when I think of who is I think Howard could say to Bobo, I want you to give up your life, you know, move in with me and be my slave. And I think there's a good chance Bobo would do it. I don't think Marianne would do it. I don't think Marianne would give up her family.
Benji's got something there.
Yeah.
Marianne loves Howard, but she does love her family too. Bobo loves his family, but he might love Howard a little more.
Okay, so if Howard asked Marianne to live in his apartment for a month, you don't think Marianne would do it?
For a month?
I think for a month, yeah. I think she'd do it for a month.
But I think Bobo would do it for a lifetime. Yeah.
Bobo, is that true?
Hey, how you doing there, guys? Absolutely. I mean, if you speak to John Lieberman, he was at my house for 3 hours, and he interviewed my wife briefly because she doesn't really like camera stuff. And she says, actually, Howard comes first in our lives, and we're second. But, no, I put...
Bubba, what's a discussion with your wife? Like, if you say to your wife... But see, it's weird because, like, you don't go to, like, Letterman. You don't hang outside Letterman. You don't hang around a lot. You have you're sort of into the show in a different way. You don't attend a lot of stuff, do you?
Well, you know what it is. I'm out here on the island, and it's it's cost of expensive too to get there. And I'm way out here. It's not like I'm in the city,
but
nearby.
Marianne's not in the city.
Well, she's in Brooklyn. It's part of the city.
Yeah, but it's not easy for her to get here, and she's got kids.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's easy.
And she's got kids she's got to get off to school or pick up from school, and she's not doing that to do this.
But I would imagine it's easier for Bobo at home because he could still have a relationship with his family, yet follow the show as crazily as he does.
Right, but like her kids are grown, and I got a 5-year-old. It's a little bit different. But we're both crazy. I think it's a photo finish. It's almost like a horse race. You know what I mean? You don't know. It's right there, neck and neck. You got to give up props too.
What's the worst argument or disagreement that you had with your wife over something having to do with the show?
I think it's amount of time that I spend. You know what I mean? Like, I have to learn to, like, we're out to dinner or something. She says, you're always working. I love Howard, but you're always working to dinner about the show. You know, could this be about us? I go, you know what? You're right. And then I got to catch myself.
Was there?
You know, it's just shutting that switch off.
Was there ever a specific incident or event that happened where you chose the show over something at home?
Yeah, going to the Superfan round table, which I'm doing Wednesday. You know, we had something planned. I go, listen, hon, I got to do this. And she knows how passionate I am, you know.
Yeah, well, like here's a perfect example. Like Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you guys had made great plans for Valentine's Day, but then you found out that Howard's doing, something for America's Got Talent on TV on Valentine's Day, and you don't want to TiVo, you want to watch it. Is it one of those things that you would fight about, or do you just assume your wife is going to understand that that's what it's got to be?
Well, on a day like that, no, it's got to be dedicated to her, because she is passionate. I mean, been patient with me with everything I do, But there have been times where I got caught up and I did, that did take precedence over what we were doing.
The classic Sophie's Choice question, like they both need your kidney to survive, and one's gonna die, one's gonna live. Who do you give it to, Howard or your wife?
Oh, my God, you asked me that question. I have to go to my wife because, she's the mother of my kid, but, I love Howard so much, man. I don't know.
Would you Howard would be gone, Bobo, I mean, if you made that choice.
And if you make him survive, he'll know the rest of your life you're the one who did it.
Yeah, I can't make him die. No.
Would you give one to each and just let yourself die?
Wait, you can't.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
You can't make him die, so you'd let your
No,
wife
I
die?
can't. I can't let either of them die. I think I just check out.
No, what do you? So seriously, you got to do one or the other.
You got to pick one.
Got to pick one. Oh my God. I know my wife's going to kill me, but I got to go with Stern. No, I can't. I can't because she's the mother of my kid. You know what I mean? I'm not that far off. That's if I didn't have my kid, it's different.
Yes, John Lieberman.
Even though I love my wife, but still.
Well, you guys will get a kick out of this. I spent a lot of time with Bobo. Bobo's therapist told him that he needs to do something to back off the show a little bit. So Bobo suggested maybe he won't listen to the wrap-up show live. Maybe he'll just listen to it on replay.
Hey, Bobo, what's up with that?
That was what the concession he would make to his therapist. But I interviewed his wife as well. It's a very telling interview. She says she understands that she knows she will always be second. She will never be Howard Stern in his life.
Yeah, Gary, I guess that's the bargain you make if you're going to marry Bobo.
Well, that's true, too. When you guys got married, because I remember meeting your wife when you guys were dating, so she knew very well what she got into, correct?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't introduce until I was in Huntington at a restaurant there, and I said, oh, by the way, I'm, do stuff for the show. And, I gracefully worked it in that way. So she knew who I was.
If we talked about this, stop me. Was there a Mrs. Bobo before the current Mrs. Bobo?
No.
Oh, so this is your first wife?
Well, no, this is my second wife, but my first wife did not. I was Bobo, but she hated the show. She hated Stern.
Oh, I see. So she just didn't go by the name Mrs. Bobo.
No. And Dawn's proud. She's proud to say that because she loves Howard.
But did the show have any effect on the ending of your first marriage?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What happened?
Absolutely. I had now it wasn't a shrine like I have now, but I had stuff on the walls and stuff like that. And she used to get crazy at times. And enough with Howard Stern. We go here, we go there. It's always about Howard Stern. And she tore my stuff down. I go, that's crazy. You don't do that to me. I worked my damn ass off. And I said, this is my enjoyment. I said, I'm out of here. And that wasn't the deciding factor. But you know what? I gotta find someone who likes the same interest I have.
Wait, Bobo, you walked out on her, or she walked out on you?
I walked out. I said I'm done, and she wanted me back, but I said I'm done. I'm out of here.
Did you pack up the shrine as you walked out?
Well, I didn't have like a per se shrine. I had everything in boxes and tapes, but now it's full. John could tell you everything's displayed.
The shrine is bigger than most New York City apartments.
Is that right?
Just the shrine. Oh yeah,
it's huge.
And
my wife was very good about that, taking a part of our home. And I didn't even know this. She's surprised. She goes, we had workers come in and do the work, and she goes, I go, what's this gonna be for Nick? And she goes, no, that's for you. I go, you kidding me? She goes, no, I know how much you love the show.
Bubba, what's the one item that you own that is in your mind the greatest item, artifact, or piece of memorabilia from our show?
Probably the Leroy Neiman, replica, which is signed and framed. I like that, and that's probably a dead heat with the Crucified by the FCC box set. That means a lot to me too.
And that's signed also?
Yeah, I think so.
You're trying to acquire Casey's foot. Hey, Bobo, why does your therapist think you need to back off of the show?
Well, because, my wife told him things like, he's too crazy, maybe you can get him to calm down with it and, have time. So what I did is, like, after you guys are off, I put on the dad hat, and then I do what I got to do, you know what I mean? And I become,
And do me a favor. If anything, you should listen to Black on Black on delay. Stick with the wrap-up show live.
Yeah, keep us live, Bobo.
Or
I will.
Riley or something like that. Or Jackie. Listen to Jackie on delay.
All right, thanks for calling in. John, can you give us a quick description of the shrine?
Oh, I mean, it's almost hard to describe in words. I mean, everything that Howard's ever done, said. Bobo has notes dating back 25 years, his own personal handwritten notes that are dated with the questions that he wants to ask when he calls in. Piles and piles of notes, cassette tapes dating back 25 years. He's recorded every call that he's ever made to the show. He's recorded in some way, shape, or form. He went and got a new memory card for his cell phone, a $200 memory card, because all of his calls are programmed in as ringtones on his phone, and the phone couldn't handle all of the calls, so he got an extra card. I mean,
what do you mean all of his calls are programmed as ringtones?
He has all of his calls that he ever made, the recordings of them, rotate as his incoming ringtones. So it might be a Bobo call from 10 years ago. The phone rings, it's that. Then the next call comes in, it's a Bobo call from 5 years ago.
Wow.
It is so eye-opening. The big difference, I think, about he and Marianne is addicted to the channels as a whole, anything surrounding Howard 100 or Howard 101 or any of that. Bobo is more focused on just Howard. And in other words, Marianne listens to all the shows on the channels.
So doesn't that in some way make her the bigger fan?
It's an interesting question. I think there's debate on both sides.
Well, who do you, if you had a vote, who would you pick?
It's hard because I think Bobo is more addicted. I mean, the guy got, it was like he was cutting out alcohol when he just quit this job. I mean,
So you think Bobo loves the show more?
I think
than
Bobo is
Marianne
more
does?
physically addicted, but I think Marianne is more It's hard.
I think of it same like I think Bobo. It's more, and this is gonna sound negative, like a pathology. Whereas Marianne is choosing to love the show.
Bobo quit a job, a good-paying gig,
So because he couldn't listen to the show.
because he wouldn't get to the show until 9 o'clock, and he told his boss, "This messes with my routines. I just can't do this."
That's a super fan, Gary.
Well, with Benji's thinking, if Marianne's choosing to love the show, and if with Bobo it's a pathology, then clearly Bobo is the bigger fan if you're going to buy into that.
One other thing that was interesting to me was Bobo actually has a work history and an employment history and all these commendations. He was with the Postal Service for 37 years. And the only time...
That explains everything.
He was with the Postal Service. He retired from there. He has a binder, like, hugely thick with all of his Employee of the Month awards, this and that. The only time he ever got in trouble at work was for listening to Howard. His supervisors would write him up because he would be caught in a truck when he was supposed to be working listening to Howard.
But it is like the signs of alcoholism. Like, has this ever interfered with your job? You know,
I just love, like, some guys are at work and they're doing blow in the postal. Some of them are getting blowjobs, and he's just listening to Howard.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we had the graffiti artist David Cho, who became the multimillionaire from his the Facebook IPO, and we talked about his appearance on the show. And John Hein and I got in a big argument about the doubling gambling method, which I was shocked that John thinks that works in casinos. And it mathematically works if you have an unlimited amount of money, but it chances are, very much so, that you'll go broke if you do it in a casino. And the fact that John didn't understand that, I was shocked and pleased by it, because I like feeling a little smarter than John about this.
And our featured guest was artist David Cho, and
we should talk a little bit about how he got here in the first place.
Okay.
So it started out where somebody sent an email to Howard's assistant, Laura, who forwarded it to me, but I had seen the article on the cover of the New York Times that morning, so I sort of knew the story already. pitched it to Howard, and Howard's like, this sounds like a pretty cool story. Let's look into it. So I thought it was going to be more like a phone call. I didn't realize how big the story was. David found out that there was interest. We find out that the whole world wants him. Everybody wants him. And all he wants to do is Howard. You know, it's like at Splash. Anybody here from Penthouse? And so he wants to do Howard. And so people like ABC, I think, flew him in. And then there was a whole thing going on over the weekend where the ABC people were trying to get us to pick up the tab for some of it. I'm like, hey, he wants to do our show. He said he'd fly himself in for us.
He was thrilled to be on the show today.
So we decided to have him in live. And then only after we decided to have him in live did Will do a little research on him and said, holy shit, this guy's going to be a great guest. We wanted him on solely for the Facebook story. We thought that would be enough. Then, Will says, he's in jail. He's punching himself in the face, drawing with blood. And then we found out it'd be awesome.
Oh, he's in jail in Japan.
Right.
And the whole gambling thing fascinated me. And Will, you should come down and talk about this because I know you were also fascinated by it. And then he came in with that painting. He did the artwork.
That painting was amazing, by the way. The one he did for Howard,
Yeah.
I loved it.
And he did the artwork on the wall in the green room, and he was a really interesting guy. But I was watching Howard sort of relate to where he was coming from, and Howard would talk a little bit about his philosophy in life. And Dave's like, "Yeah, but why not live it up? You've got this, you've got that. Enjoy it." And he's like, "Well, one day you may not feel this way."
Right. I was surprised because I think a lot of people liked him, and I spoke to my wife right before we came to wrap up. And I wondered what she would think of him because he was talking about banging broads and doing this and everything. She goes, God, that guest was so good. But the thing about him that Howard loves, the greatest thing you can bring to the show is to be completely unfiltered. And I think that totally describes him. He sat down. Howard wanted to talk about Facebook. He goes, before we talk about Facebook, let me talk about how I learned how to jerk off in a Japanese prison.
Right. He came prepared. There's no doubt about that. But the question I put to you guys is, do you take the $60,000? Or do you take the shares in Facebook? And keep in mind, guys, nobody knew what Facebook was at this point.
Most people are going to take the money. He doesn't seem to care about anything. Even like Will and I were talking about how he's going to go to ABC, and he says, well, I want Barbara Walters to interview me, and I want her to do graffiti with me. And Will just said, which I got at the interview, it's amazing what you can accomplish when you don't give a fuck. Like if ABC said to him, no, he'd go, fine, I don't want to do it. So when you don't care, I think you can get a lot of stuff done.
Do you respect that kind of attitude, JD?
Yes. Yeah. I would love to be able to say, fuck you. I get what I want. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I like that.
And did you know he was a big fan of yours?
He's a big fan of the show. I don't know if he's a big
But he liked you because, he likes you. He doesn't like Eric the Midget, so he's got his likes and dislikes.
Yeah, well, he's a good man. I respect his opinion in that sense. Yeah, he's his mind must go a million miles a minute. That's what I was thinking.
I liked him on the show, but I could tell that Howard wanted to let him be him, but it was hard to keep him on the tracks because he could go off in a lot of directions. That's why Howard's such a great interviewer. Give him a little room, but bring him back.
And he had some paint on his hands. I wonder if he was like out painting before he came on the show.
He might be. The guy.
Well, he said he did. I don't know, like if sometime in the last day or two, he did that Beetlejuice thing on somewhere down in Chinatown. Like he did a graffiti. Actually, he said his landlord asked him to like graffiti a wall.
Now, what about the struggle he has? Most people, you're on the front page of the New York Times. You're like, wow, great. He's like, no, I don't want people really knowing about this part of my life because before this moment, he was living a pretty good life, completely under the radar.
More money, more problems. Sorry. I'm sorry. Give me that look all you want, John. I thought it was funny.
You going to go to Vegas and hang out with David?
I don't know.
I'll teach you how to turn $500 into $1 million.
Yeah, I doubt Howard will be flying me to Vegas with him, but
I was really curious. I don't know how much he thought out the decision of like 60,000 versus the shares.
I don't think he thought it out much at all.
But I wonder if he really took it like thinking, hey, this is gonna become this big thing. I'm going to make so much more of it. Or
he kept saying over and over he believed in Sean Parker. He believed eventually Sean Parker was going to.
But I wonder if that was his reason for keeping the shares and not taking the money.
That's what
he
thought.
said. He said he could have really used $60,000 at that time, but that he thought Sean Parker was cool enough and interesting enough and smart enough that he was banking on him. But that's a lot of faith.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially, it's a lot of faith in light of the fact that Sean Parker had already been with two companies before that.
And didn't pay.
And they couldn't pay.
Yeah.
And wasn't like MySpace, it was around, and who knew that would be not as good as Facebook?
Well, at the time, I mean, Facebook was popular within those small colleges that, not small, but the colleges that had it, but it hadn't exploded onto, the big scene, so to speak. David in Connecticut, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Hey, good. Hey, listen, guys.
Hello? He was going to say David was lucky.
Yeah.
But sure, there's some luck involved, but he's done a lot of things, and it can't all be luck.
Well, what about him?
Although Benji said that that David reminded him a lot of Hurley on Lost, where just everything he touches goes right before it goes wrong.
Except for the success part. He actually reminds me a lot of myself. But his gambling thing strategy, which it's great. It's great that it worked for him, but that doesn't work. I mean, it's like someone saying, like,
why doesn't it work?
Well, statistically, probability-wise, it won't work. You'll go broke trying to keep doubling and putting money away. If he had done the same, you could do the same thing in 24 hours that you spread over 24 weeks of his strategy. It doesn't make a difference. Like strategically, probability-wise, you would always end up losing. But he was a small percentage. It's like someone saying, hey, I'll smoke a lot of cigarettes to beat this cancer.
Why
someone it's going to work for.
Well, I don't want to get into a detailed math discussion here, but why would he always end up, if he walks away after he wins every time, why would he end up losing?
I think Benji's saying that the winning every time is pretty much some luck, not necessarily a strategy.
The casino, it always slightly, he said it's close to 50-50, which
Right.
it is for a lot of the games. But it's also the edges to the casino, and eventually you always lose. And if you keep doubling, you can't double to.
Well, you have to have a
eventually won't have
bankroll.
enough money
Right.
to double.
You need a certain size bankroll to do it, but if you bet 100,
but it's
200,
not
400.
Obviously, it's not a guaranteed thing. Otherwise, we could just always do it. It's guaranteed if you can unlimited double, that you'll eventually win.
Okay.
But you can unlimited double.
You know, it's funny. Just getting off track for a second. John and I were in Vegas.
We were on track.
John and I were in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. John was cashing in some money that he won, and we're online. And there were these 5 people in front of us who had just crazy dumb luck. They had bet some crazy bet on the craps table. That's like one of those once in a lifetime bets. And one girl who's like 25 years old had $80,000. The guy next to her had $60,000. The guy next to him had $55,000. And John and I were just in awe of this ridiculous bet that you just fucking hit.
And then I ran over to the craps table and bet it because, I mean, it's a feature bet. You got to roll
You know what you
every
did?
number but a 7.
You went to the tree that just got hit by lightning, hoping it would hit again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The odds on that are incredible.
Do you really think he has a system that works?
Yes.
It's simply, you really do?
I really do.
All he's doing is let's say it's a $5 bet. He loses, then he doubles it to 10.
Right.
He loses
Right.
again, then he doubles it to 20.
Right.
And then when he wins, he says, you know what? I've won money. I'm gonna go take it and I'll wait till next week to start again.
Right.
It doesn't work. It could statistically it's gonna work at maybe, I don't know, a third of the 13th millionth of a time, but it doesn't work.
All right. We'll debate this during the break, but I'll show you how I think it works.
You gotta be crazy. Are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being serious.
You're like supposed to be so smart.
Joe, do you think?
No, I'm not that smart.
Do you think that? Because Benji was making a point. I'm curious. Do you think that the system works because he waits a week? Like Benji
No.
was saying, you could do the whole thing in 24 hours.
I think if you have a large enough bankroll, eventually
Yes,
it
of
works.
course.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
Wait,
no. But no one does have a large enough bankroll.
He does?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Matt in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, I just want to say I thought that interview was so well done by Howard. I think there were a lot of parallels between risk taking early in his career with the same way Howard did his too, in terms of being a risk taker and not giving a fuck what people think and just doing your own thing. And I don't think there was much thought put into taking the $60,000.
I agree. I think he's very impulsive. I think it's like he can look at it now, but he's like, you know what? I like that dude, so I think I'm going to take the shares because I just like him. But I don't think he labored over it over a period of a week.
The other part of the interview that I loved was how he decided to start charging more for his art. And basically, he said, I could sell these for 1,000, but if I charge 10,000, 100,000, whatever else, it's going to appeal more to an elite group, and that's has a lot to do with his success.
Agreed, but I think a lot of people have that idea. I think you have to have some talent too.
Agreed.
You can't just start drawing shit and going, with stick figures going, I'm going to charge $5,000. Although that'd be a great social experiment.
Dustin in North Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. I mean, that was basically my question. I mean, the IPO versus 60 grand is one, but to even pay 60 grand for any work, I mean, I know he's talented. Gary, you said that you love his work, but how much would you be willing to pay for that work that you just saw today?
Well, yeah, again, art is a really hard thing to put a value on, but there's two things. There's two reasons why people buy it, either just for the love of it or because it's a good investment, and the investment is whatever the market will bear. Somebody paid $140 million for a Jackson Pollock painting. Do you think it's worth it? I couldn't
afford it.
Well, but I know somebody bought a Van Gogh some years ago, and it had broken the record for the most that anyone ever paid. And people said, "You're crazy, you're nuts." And like 7 years later, it had doubled in price.
Well, he talked about walking into a hotel lobby and looking up and saying, "What is this piece of crap?" And they've paid, X amount for it, and you're like, "Oh, then I guess it must be good," which is the tricky part with art. I mean, is it subjective? Is it objective?
I mean, I joked around and I said, so he drew that whale thing in the green room, and it's very possible it's very valuable because he drew it. But if you didn't know he did it, and I told you that Shuli did it, then what value does it have at all?
No, it's got to be valuable. Scott's over there with a rock hammer right now trying to get the wall off.
But I mean, it wasn't so intricate. But again, I always say, like, I love Keith Haring, and people always say, oh my God, that's so simple, anybody could do it. I go, yeah, but he did it first, so that's what makes it interesting.
There's also got to be a factor with private collectors, anyways, where it's almost like look what I have that you don't type of feel. When they go and spend this kind of money.
I always think, how hard could it be? Because isn't Sylvester Stallone like one of the great art collectors of all time?
That says it all.
Have you, JD or Benji, have you ever implemented the reverse whore trap he was talking about?
What was the reverse whore trap again? I forget.
Tell a girl you'll paint her?
Yeah. I don't know how to draw, or I would.
No. Hold on, I can fix this. I haven't done it, but I know people who have been affiliated with us who have, and it's very simple. You do have the reverse whore trap thing going. I'll get you on the show. I've never told anyone I'll get them on the show, and I never implied it. But I know other people who work with the show have given people the idea that they may be able to further their career. Oh, sorry.
Work on the show.
but that they may be able to further their career or get them on or help them in some way.
And it's not even people who work for the show. Look at last week we had Ass Napkin Ed on with a porn star.
I know, exactly.
He's gotten laid more than I have from the show.
He absolutely has.
What made him seem dicky was, but he would put it out there, but then not paint them. Like, why not paint them?
Because he's bored.
I mean, that's the part that seemed really kind of mean.
He just wanted to bang him. Greg in Kentucky,
but
you're
they were
on the
looking
wrap-up
for,
show.
but they were looking for something for nothing as well.
Right.
Hey, Greg.
Hey guys, I think they should call David Cho Principal Media. Man, that's a funny fucking Korean.
I didn't hear what he just said.
He said
I just heard funny fucking Korean.
Yeah, he's a funny Korean.
He's funnier than hell.
Thank you, Greg.
I thought it was weird that, like, I don't know enough about Korean relations with other cultures to know, but apparently the Japanese hate the Koreans, the blacks hate the Koreans.
Well,
like, there's everywhere that everyone hates the Koreans, according to him.
At the end of the interview, he said he wanted to be Prince of all media, Kim Jong-stern. And Howard asked him, "Did you sell any share?" He said, "Yeah." But he didn't want to reveal how much of the stock he sold.
It was interesting. It was the one thing he wasn't willing to talk about in the whole interview. Talking about jerking off and we banged and everything else.
Let's talk to Jack in Atlantic City. Jack, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jack.
Hey, that system, it'll work sometimes, but in general, I used to be a dealer. It doesn't work. If you start with $25 to keep doubling it, and if you lose 6 times in a row, you're putting up $1,000 just to win back your money plus the $25. You only win $25 and you're up to putting $1,000 down.
Right, but if the guy's betting $2,500 or $25,000, if he's got a big enough bankroll, he can walk away with a little bit of profit.
But you can't keep. There's a limit, and the limit is about $50,000 unless you're an extremely high roller. And even then, I mean, I've seen guys lose 13 times in a row. It doesn't happen that often, but you can't. Over a long period of time, you can't win.
Jack, how long have you been dealing cards?
Well, I used that for 10 years. I used to.
Okay. How many systems have you seen that work?
None.
Thank you.
I mean, they're card counters. And then,
right.
But that's a matter of time, too. That's a
No.
matter of time, too, before they get caught. Bill Maher had a great line about airport security. He says, get the casinos to run airport security. You can't even do math in your head and not get caught in a casino, you know?
I mean, somebody said once, there's a reason that those hotels look awfully nice in Vegas. You built them, and I get that. You're eventually going to lose. My point was, if you go with a big enough unit, you can walk away with something.
The whole trick is to get you to think you have a shot. That's the trick. There was a hotel where the Stratosphere is now in Vegas. Used to be Vegas World, right? They had a blackjack table that both the dealers' cards were face up. So you see the dealer's
Right.
hand right from the start. But if there was a push, then you lose. So if you got a 20 and you see the dealer's got a 20, you got to hit because you're going to lose anyway. And that's a mind fuck. Same with the single deck blackjack.
I'll tell you, seeing that 25-year-old girl in Vegas, we're holding $80,000 was enough to make me want to go drain my bank account because it's possible.
Gary, I had a friend of mine who was a dealer. He was a craps dealer. He won $30,000 one night in craps. He comes to work the next day, and I'm standing at a dead blackjack game at the Barbary Coast. It's 3 a.m. I got hookers and cab drivers, and he comes up and he goes, "Just quit." And I said, "What do you mean you just quit?" He goes, "Becoming a professional gambler." And that was the last time I ever saw or heard anything about this guy. Never saw or heard anything about
I wonder if, like David Cho, he's got a suite in every hotel in Vegas where he's living. I mean, the guy, he's a high roller.
I mean, the classic story from the show, which we finally did end up telling on the air, was I will never forget the day Casey came to me and he said, "We need to go in the back room and talk." I hit a royal flush on goldenpalace.com. How much? Was it $340,000?
It was over $300,000.
Over $300,000. And he goes, "You know what? I'm going to pay off my bills and I'm going to buy an apartment." And I was like, great. It really, he was so happy, and it was like turn around. And 3 months later, he talked about how he couldn't pay his bills. I go, "What happened to that money?" He goes, "Oh, that's gone already." And I said to him, "How could that be gone?" And he said he started playing blackjack online because they don't send you the $350,000.
No, you have it on account.
You have it on account. They send you X amount per month or whatever. He was going to get $6,000 a month for like 5 years or so, whatever it was, some crazy amount of time. And in 3 months, it was gone.
It's all about the thrill. It's all about the
And
gambling.
I guarantee you it was gone long before 3 months. Like, I guarantee you he went on a bender for like
he
a
was
week.
doing he was doing the blackjack thing. I would lose and I would double up and then I would double up again because the odds are with me, and it's just it's so ugly.
You barely have a shot at a real blackjack table. Video blackjack, you might as well just fucking throw
who's-
money out the window.
Who's monitoring them?
Yeah, exactly.
What commission is looking at them?
That's the worst.
And Benji, you said you identified with David?
Yeah, I did. I thought the way his mind works reminded me a lot of me. The way my mind goes a lot of different places. I don't know. The things that people get annoyed about me, I think were there about him. He successfully did it. One, his story is fascinating. And the way, he got to the good parts. Maybe I just never get to the good parts.
Do you value like freedom? He said.
Oh, yeah, that's my biggest. That's definitely like always my thing.
Have you ever been incarcerated for anything?
Yeah.
And did it make you crazy?
Well, I was only for once for the, or at least once for the show. Like one of the when I interrupted a reporter,
Right.
I was in jail for a couple hours. But they put me in they cuffed me and they put me in a cop car. Then they put me in a cell, and it's very. I mean, I knew chances are I was gonna get out, but that feeling is just to think
Right.
about that is just so horrible.
And what about his struggle of trying to keep your life private, yet it's so difficult now with the Facebook thing that's happening?
Yeah, it's done. He said that Sean told him, that's the one thing you're never going to get back is your privacy. He may be able to fly under the radar if nothing else happens for a couple of years, but right now he's at the top. Like, everybody knows who he is. Everybody wants him. And that I love just human nature that girl texted him. She's like, "If you give me $2 million, I'll blow you every day and night."
Which is crazy because she said in a year. I mean, you could do the same thing for like 100,000.
Listen, if he lives to be 70, it'll be like $1 a blowjob.
Yeah, who's calling that broad over?
I also like how he had the tissues out when all the press was trying to get in touch with him, and he couldn't go to the door.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all we talked about was Scott the engineer. What's going on with his intern? Does she feel comfortable in there? Why is he so mad at Steve Brandano? And is he playing his son's band's music? Scott says no, he doesn't have a master plan, yet detailed all the stuff he planned out. So we tried to get into that enigma, otherwise known as Scott Salem.
Apparently there's some issues in Scott Salem's studio with his intern, with why he has an intern, with Steve Brandano. And I know other people were talking about what music's being played in there, so we'll see if anybody wants to come in here and speak their mind. It's an open forum here on the Wrap-Up Show.
Open forums are what got us in this trouble.
Yes. This was the first time in a long time I felt we got Angry Scott, at least at the beginning when he first got in. He was fired up. And, Gary, I wonder if it's one of those things where if there's smoke, there's fire, or what do you think got under his skin so much? Was it his son? Like, I couldn't figure that out.
I think that Scott feels that if an intern is in there, if he's going to have an intern, he's going to show them what to do and show them the ropes and everything, that there's a sort of an unspoken rule, don't stab me in the back. But there is some weirdness going on because it seems every intern Scott's had for like the last few years has done this to him.
Do you think it's because it gets noticed on the show and then they get involved somehow, or is it because that's just the way Scott is?
I don't know. Like, I wonder if, like, I haven't taken too much shit on the intern show, and I don't know that you have, and I don't know whether it's because you're a good guy or whether because people are afraid to fuck with me, but that brings around to the point, maybe people just aren't afraid to fuck with Scott.
That could be part of it.
I think Scott is like seen. Listen, I think Fia.
Yeah.
Fia, I like a lot. She's one of the interns I've gotten to know a little bit this semester. I like her a lot. I think she was being sincere, but I also think, I don't know if in this case, but I think in a lot of cases Scott's like a safe target.
Yeah, but I think it was a sincere observation.
I do too, but I also think, like Gary, I think if an intern made a sincere observation about you,
they did, and I was really pissed, but I let it be.
And you might handle it in a smarter way,
right?
But I think you'd be really, really angry about it.
I would be. I had. I still talk about the intern who wrote a poem about me and read it on the intern show about my Adidas jacket, about how I'm old and how I wear it every day, and I was just sort of like, who are you? But I was pissed about it, but then I let it be.
I also think Scott might have been pissed because what happens here a lot is you do something and then everyone decides this is the reason you're doing it. Oh, he's doing it to get attention for his son's
But Benji,
band.
see, this is part of a smokescreen that you put up a lot. When you do something, sometimes it is what it is. You're trying to say, oh, it always doesn't look the way it is, but sometimes it is exactly what it looks
let's
like.
say he was playing his son's music
Often.
But maybe he, like he said, he's really listening to it and working on it at the same time that he's doing other stuff.
But that's what we're doing. What we're doing here is work for the show.
Right, but you guys are saying he's doing it to get attention for his son's music.
Either way, he's wrong. Either he's getting attention for his son, or he's working on his son's music here when he should be working on stuff for us. And either way, it doesn't work.
Well, he said when she was talking about that he was doing it 4:30 in the morning while he'd listen to something while he's pulling clips off the internet, and it doesn't have to listen to them audio-wise.
The other thing that struck me during this whole thing when you were in there, John Lieberman, was Scott saying, well, just get me coffee. Like that whole attitude.
No, his son said that.
Yeah.
His son said that.
His son allegedly said it, I guess. I don't know if Scott has said that was his son who did that.
No, I interviewed his son, and that's how much this escalated. Scott came to me and said, look, my son is so pissed, he wants to speak out. So to a reporter, that's like, awesome, great. So I got him on the phone right away, and his son was very angry at the intern, both for her comments about what Scott was doing in his studio and also about her critique of his music.
See, the second one is an opinion, so it's hard to be mad at an opinion. Somebody says, I think you suck. You're like, yeah, okay, I don't think I suck. The first one is more interesting because how much does Scott's son know what he does here, what he's supposed to be doing and not doing?
And that's a very interesting, and I did ask him about that as well. And he admitted, he said, yeah, my dad listens to my music a lot, critiques it. So to me, it reinforced that Scott was indeed listening to the music in his studio.
John, so my question is, why can't you, like, I know Scott has about the same commute that I have, which is about 45 minutes to an hour each way. So why can't you critique it in the car?
Well, that's a very valid point. I mean, that is a valid point. What struck me today was Scott backed off a little. He came to me and said, look, I was really just baiting Brandano, meaning that he was playing the music when Brandano walked by just to goad Brandano into his reaction to get some airtime. But then when I pressed him about it, Scott, he said, no, I wasn't really baiting him. So it's sort of, his story is now all over the place, which he tends to do a lot.
Well, that's my question. Is this part of a master plan on Scott's behalf where he's doing all this solely to get the attention for his son's band? And does he want him to be on America's Got Talent? Is there some sort of ulterior motive going on here that we're not aware of?
I think yes and no. I don't think that Scott is, I don't want to say not smart enough, but I don't think that he is enough steps ahead to craft this master plan. I do think, however, that he plays the music sometimes to get a certain reaction. I don't believe that he was baiting Steve. I think he was actually playing the music so that somebody would say, oh, what is that? And then it comes up on the air. So I think he wanted it to come up on the air. Now it has. So he has, in a sense, won because he wanted it. And look, I was part of it. I interviewed his son. To me, it's a good news story, the fact that his son is going after the intern.
But other than the fact that it wouldn't be, hey, that might be, we know Scott likes his son's band and wants his son to do well. Other than knowing that that's human nature to want, him to do well, do you have any proof that that's why he was doing it?
Proof that Scott was doing it to get attention for it?
Yeah.
No, but that wasn't what our piece was. Our piece was that Steve Brandano walked by and he heard the music all of a sudden, and Steve and based on what the intern had already said, the intern who has intimate knowledge of what goes on in that studio because she's there hours at a time, putting two and two together, it's clear that Scott, in some way, shape, or form, wanted attention to it. Why else would you play it that loud and not through your headphones?
Steve, of all the things that Scott was angry at, it seemed like you were really the one he was pissed at. Like, he was firing off on you.
He called you a bunch of names.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Just the weird thing for me, and it goes back to something Benji said at the beginning, like, is Scott an easy target? Like, for the intern show, there's been way worse things said about Benji on this intern show than anything.
Too.
Well, but my point is, Rafia reporting that Scott's been playing the music and not saying that it's his son's band. She thinks it is. That's an interesting thing for us to talk about on the intern show.
Sure.
Now, yes, she did say it's not for me. It sounds like Creed, and that's not for me. So that is putting him down, I guess. But if this kind of a conversation gets that reaction from Scott, one, I don't think that's a shot at him as an easy target, and then I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about on the
First of all, I
intern
think
show.
it was good. It was good radio. It was interesting. I'm not saying. Again, I think Fia. I love her. I think she's funny. She's a great storyteller. Way she told the story, and I thought it was all legitimate. I'm saying, like, a general thing over the years, Scott gets picked on much more than average by everyone from interns on
If he's going to start calling me a twerp and ignoring and giving his intern the cold shoulder over this and not those things, I think that's weird. I mean, I just don't see why all of a sudden I'm a twerp and he's not talking to his intern about this thing.
And Benji,
I think it's more of an explosion from over the years.
But with what you've said, a lot of those things have happened with Scott. Like, you're saying, well, why is Scott always picked on? Correct me if I'm wrong, Gary, but these incidents did happen.
Right. In other words, it isn't like somebody made this up. Like, I joked around today, I was talking to the news, and I say, Evan, who works for us, Evan's one of our engineers. Evan, how long have you been working for us? And he goes, 6 years. I go, how come nobody ever comes to me behind your back to tell me something goofy that you're doing? He goes, because I'm not doing anything goofy. I said, there's your answer.
The other question there, Gary, was, does Scott need an intern, and what does Scott's intern do? And Fia said, what'd she say? I get to the stuff that Scott can't. I forgot what.
No,
how she
it's a
worded
great
it.
word. What was the word she used?
Not that he can't reach or something along those lines.
It was
play or something.
No, she said a plus record, but she goes
the things that are inconvenient.
That's
for him to
the
do?
word. She said the things that are inconvenient for him. I don't think Scott should have an intern for a very simple reason. The last 4 or 5 seem to have annoyed the shit out of him.
That's not true. One of them he has a full-time job here. Ryan, who was
right, but that was
Ryan was the first semester of Sirius.
Yes.
No. There's another Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Another Ryan.
But of your last 6 interns,
Ryan O'Connell was not your intern.
No, there's another Ryan. I forgot his last name.
So Ryan Rasmussen and Ryan.
Of your last, say,
Ryan Fuller.
6 interns,
other than the ones named Ryan.
So he was 7 semesters ago.
No, he was not. He was like 2 semesters ago.
All right, but let's not get bogged down.
It's not true.
Of your last 6 to 8 interns, how many of them would you say have been really made your life easier, and you were happy to have them?
Rose.
6 out of 8 were fine.
That's
6 out of 8. My last
Scott,
one wasn't
your
good.
last one was doing the same thing, Steve. I can't be on the intern show because Scott doesn't talk to me anymore. So that's 2 people in the last 2 semesters that have said it to me. If we want to go back just that far, because Rafia said it to me earlier this week, and he said it to me last time.
I don't threaten any intern to say anything, or not to say anything.
So why do you think Rafia feels that she can't do the intern show anymore?
I don't know. I never told her that she couldn't say anything that she didn't want to say.
Did you tell her that you were mad at her?
No.
Was there a level of uncomfortability in your studio?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you the definition of uncomfortability today. This is more of a visual thing, and I hope they show this on TV. And they can't even, because you need a wider shot to get this. While Howard's playing the clip of Rafia, goofing on Scott, Scott's sitting in his chair in his studio. Rafia sitting right across from him. There's a camera on Scott and a camera on Rafia, and then John is in there with a microphone trying to get any ambient sound that he could get, and everyone's just silent watching these two with cameras on. It's so uncomfortable.
Well, how do you address that issue, Scott? I mean, if it's uncomfortable in there, isn't it your responsibility as the guy who works here to make it comfortable?
I made it fine. She said yesterday apologize for what she said. It didn't come out right. I never said that she couldn't say it.
But
I accepted the apology. I said, fine. All right, let's move on.
Did you give her the silent treatment for any period of time?
I didn't give her a silent treatment. I mean, she asked me some stuff yesterday.
And were you mad at her yesterday?
I wasn't mad. I'm just annoyed. I mean, I'm not
upset
pleased.
that when I approached you with it after the intern show, approached you with the story, you were upset. I mean, it's fine.
I was upset. I just said that. I was upset. I wasn't mad. I just didn't agree with her throwing me under the bus or throwing my son under the bus. She had no knowledge of my son's music other than the literally 10 seconds that she heard of it.
Do you feel like you were betrayed in some way?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to teach her shit, and she's trashing the shit out of me and my son. So, yeah, there is a little, betrayal right there.
What did she say? Yeah, she did not trash
you and what you're teaching her.
Well,
and the
tattling
job.
on what I'm doing or whether I'm doing something wrong or what I should.
If you're not doing anything wrong, then it's not tattling.
Well, and if you had just said to her, yeah, this is my son's music, or this is something I'm pulling for Fred, that ends it. What was weird is that you wouldn't tell her, and that starts a conspiracy, and that's something that we want to talk about on the intern show.
Well, today when it came up, Steve's right. You said you didn't want to tell her because you knew it would turn into something like this.
Yeah, because if I say I'm playing my son's music, then I get yelled at. You shouldn't be playing your son's music. But
you play your son's music all the time.
No,
in the
I
past.
don't.
You have. We talked about it before with other interns.
I haven't done it in...
I didn't say all the time or during work, but you play your son's music.
I did when it was new 4 years ago when he had new stuff.
So that wouldn't have got you in any trouble. And it would have stopped the story, and we wouldn't be here right now.
Wait, but do you think Scott is being outrageous to say sometimes saying an innocent thing?
No, but
causes a lot
Benji,
of
it's like
trouble
when we
around
talk to you. If we ask you a question and you don't answer,
I play
then,
Scott's music.
Then stuff gets dragged out and becomes a story. If you answer it doesn't.
That's why it's a story 7 years later that you turned 40 when we got here.
Right. but Scott, are you saying that the only time you play your son's band's music was that 10 seconds for her, and you don't play it at all other than that?
I play it on my own time. Yeah, sure.
What do you mean by your own time?
My own time.
When she's in there.
Yeah.
No coffee breaks.
Coffee breaks, or before 4 or afternoon, or whatever.
He gets in at 3:45 to play the music till 4.
And are you playing it so someone hears it and brings
Absolutely
it up
not.
on the
If
air?
I want to play it, if I'm working on it, which I wasn't working on it.
What does working on it mean?
If I'm mixing it or trying to help him out, I was not doing any of that. Okay, I was listening for critique that he asked me for.
Were you baiting Steve Brandano? That's really all I want.
I wasn't baiting him.
Then why did you say that?
Because he assumed I was playing my son's music.
I got a question.
You wouldn't answer the question.
And you said it today.
I did assume
when you walked by. I was
Yeah.
playing my son's music. You
Yeah.
just said it on a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing my son's
All right,
music.
I didn't know
It
that,
wasn't,
Scott.
well,
but when
exactly.
Rafia says it,
That's
but when
you
Rafia
didn't know
says
that,
it on the
so
air,
you don't comment on
Scott,
it
when
because you
Rafia-
don't know what you're talking about.
Scott, when Rafia
don't comment
says it
on shit
the
that
air,
you don't know what you're talking about.
I have
That's
to.
all. That's
well,
why
then
I'm
don't
mad.
get my interns so they don't feel comfortable coming on my show.
I didn't say anything to her.
When Rafia floats that theory, and then John and JD and I go to lunch and there's no music playing, and I walk by and then I hear the music, based on that knowledge, I can only assume that it's your son's band. And that's all that we did.
If you're going to critique your son's music, like I said earlier, you have this great
No,
commute
I get
where
it.
you're in the car. I love listening to work stuff in the car because I'm completely alone.
And I do that. I was just... Something came into my head. I wanted to check to listen to something again. So while I'm not wasting my time doing shit I shouldn't be doing.
I'm just trying to figure out whether you're playing it or
and
not.
not work. I was
Let's
playing
clear it up, though.
I said I was playing
There's
it.
two different issues. Number one, you were playing it when Rafia was in there.
That's correct.
Right.
Never
So
again.
Steve based his assumption knowing the information that you were indeed playing it with Rafia in there.
Right.
So his assumption, you're saying, was wrong.
His assumption was if any music's playing, it must be my son's music. That's
what you wanted me to think when I walked by and you played
No,
it.
I was just
Well,
playing.
that's what
I
you told
wasn't
Lieberman
playing
earlier.
music specifically because you walked by.
That's what you told
it
Lieberman
was-
earlier.
You did tell
I did, and I
But
didn't.
this is
I was trying to go
regardless.
somewhere where that didn't work out.
Regardless,
but
the
where
last
were you trying to?
Where were you
I don't
going?
know. I don't know what I was trying to do.
Wait. Where were you trying to
I
go
don't know
with
what I
it?
was trying to do.
Yes, you do.
I was trying to be smarter than I am.
No. Were you trying to pull one over on?
I wasn't trying to
Steve?
pull over one. No, I was playing music that I was actually working on for the show, and he happened to walk by. So
were you hoping that he would think it was your son's band and it would
not
turn
hoping.
into all
I
this?
knew he would. I knew he would think it was my.
So he
son's
fell
band.
into your trap there.
No,
And
there
then
was
what
no
did you
trap.
think from
There was
there?
no trap. After he walked by, I said, he's going to think that was my son's band.
And then what's the next step? What were you then hoping?
I wasn't hoping anything.
Well, you just said you were. You said he's going to think it's my son's music, and then what?
But
What's
I didn't
the next
do
thought?
anything to.
No, I'm just asking you. Then what's the next thought?
It's going to come out that he's going to say that he thinks I was playing my son's music.
So your son's band then ends up on the show.
But that wasn't done purposely. That music was playing because I was working on something.
I'm just asking your mindset.
There's no mindset.
You say that again.
You're a
fucking evil genius.
The last.
See, this he's not amused by.
Oh, that's not funny.
Not even smiling.
Very funny. Yeah.
You want the guest?
Yeah, what is the guest list?
Okay, it's me, Jackie, Fred, of course, you, Scott the engineer, Stuttering John, who it looks like isn't going to come because he's got to go tape Lip Service today on MTV. Gorilla's coming. Ganji's coming. Of course, Ralph.
Yeah.
Scott from me can't make it because he has to edit today. Billy West should be here. My buddy Ross, who always gets every bachelor party going.
Yeah, I said Ross could come, even though he has nothing to do with Fred. Ross is kind of fun in a strip club.
He's great. He's out of his mind. Ross is great. Dominic is going to make it down. Turns out Ronnie, the limo driver. Neil will be here.
Yeah. Neil's fun at...
The old gang is back.
Yeah, the old gang is back in full force.
And Gay Rich is coming.
Oh, Gay Rich?
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
I wanted him there. He thought it would be great because he's never seen his...
He'll be up dancing.
What about Big Fat Al Rosenberg?
Ooh, I didn't...
He's a friend of Fred. Fred actually talks to him.
So this is actually going to happen tonight. It's not right after the show.
No, tonight. Tonight's the big night.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night for men to be men. Yes. I didn't even discuss it with my wife. I'm just walking out the door and going.
All right.
I'm no pussy.
It's your weekend.
Hey, man, I go to consultations at tattoo parlors. I go out. I walk out of the house and strip clubs. I hope to have some good girls there.
That's cool.
Too bad you can play cards in a strip club, too. Women, strippers, cards.
Well, if you set up your own party, if Fred had given you some notice,
we could stay there till tomorrow.
Yeah.
you could have had everything set up.
Oh, yeah.
We're in our own...
We could have had that girl who goes to the bathroom in the cup.
Oh, geez.
The one from your bachelor party, Gary.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
Maybe we could get I'm pretty sure she's dead.
She might have died.
The things you guys like to do.
I hope you didn't invite Tom Chisano, the general manager.
No, we discussed
Good.
that.
I don't want guys who are going to ruin it. He's so uptight. Like he wouldn't get a lap dance or anything.
Lap dance.
You're going to get a lap dance?
Who, me?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're damn right I'm getting a lap dance. For Fred, I'll do anything.
Absolutely.
He's my brother.
How far are you going in this bachelor party?
Well, I'll be nude within the first 5 minutes.
I'll be dancing with Gay Rich.
And by the way...
Is anybody buying Fred a prostitute?
No.
For his final fling?
Nah, he's too uptight.
Jackie will be there. He's the prostitute.
He's the prostitute.
Yeah, Jackie will have sex with him.
Yeah.
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 And you know what else? You know what else? Everyone has to, like, what's going to be? Like, guys are going to drink, obviously.
Drinking, eating.
Yeah, but you got to pay for your own drinks, right?
No, I think they're really taking care of Fred in the show.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, get out of here.
They're even going to give.
Why don't we do it like Jackie when he throws a party? Have a cash bar.
Yeah. Everybody welcome.
Everyone welcome. Bring your money.
Celebrate.
Yeah. Cash bar.
Party over here.
Yeah.
How come I don't hear those guffaws now, Jack?
It's quiet.
Hill Stone.
There it is.
It's not even cracking a smile.
Mr. Cash Bar.
It's always funny when it's my teeth.
Right. Now everybody wants to come to the bachelor party, but we got to keep some guys out, or else you don't feel good about yourself.
I'm letting some of the interns come.
What intern?
Well, even some of the peripheral interns.
Like who's peripheral?
Gay, what's his name?
Well, Gay Rich is
Gay
coming.
Rich is funny because he's like a girl.
And is it okay if Scott's intern comes with us? You know, the guy that does production. Well,
yeah, sure, no problem, Gary. Invite everyone.
Well, I thought you did want to invite everybody.
It's not exclusive at all.
Oh, that's great.
Why don't we open it up to the public?
Well, what's he going to do there? Stare at me for 4 hours?
No, why would he stare at you in front of a bunch of girls?
Because they always end up staring at me.
But Gary never understands that
he doesn't
these
get it.
interns live
Gary,
to meet Howard
Gary
and hang
is,
out with him.
Gary is brainless.
Where's the Gary puppet?
Clueless and brain. Where's the Gary puppet? I want to talk to the Gary puppet. I don't want to talk to Gary.
Here he is.
Hey, dude, no offense.
I invited him. I apologize.
How big a fan are you of mine? Be honest.
I'm a pretty big fan.
Yeah.
So I have to listen to
Did you grow up listening all the time and everything?
No, never.
No, never.
He's from Howard. He's from
I wanna
Ohio.
see the naked
you're from
women.
Ohio?
I'm from Ohio, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you're totally in. I see in the halls, you're like a woman. You're gaping at me. What?
Well, maybe if I see these naked women, I won't.
Why don't you invite everyone and make them wear a name tag so I can identify who's in the room? God's sakes.
I just want to see some naked women and.
See, he's from
No,
Ohio.
you want to see me with naked women.
No, he's from Ohio and he's never been to a New York strip club.
Yeah, so I have to bring him?
Yeah, you take it one night when you're free.
Yeah, but now he embarrassed me. I look like an idiot in front of this kid. Now he's going to think for the rest of his life how I'm the one who didn't take him to a strip club.
No, I'll take him.
No, you ruined it. Yeah, but you're clueless. What are these interns, Bolf?
A little few of the interns in.
Oh, wait, the Gary Puppet wants to say something.
Sometimes I make too many wrong mistakes. I can't believe it.
Do you understand, Gary Puppet? Maybe the Gary Puppet
Yeah,
understands.
explain it to him.
That a lot of the interns here, like, stare at me all the time and idolize me. Do you understand that?
My head may be wooden, but I'm not stupid.
Don't you see that perhaps an intern would want to go not only to stare at women, but to hang with me and annoy me?
You are 100% right, boss.
And would you understand that the guy might not even spend the whole night talking to me, but that might even be more annoying because the guy's like avoiding me and just staring over every once in a while?
Yeah.
But that this kid is the same as having a stranger in the club with us? Why don't we just go to a club when everybody... Why do we need a private room for?
If an intern has been here, okay, let me just finish this, and he hasn't annoyed you while he's here, and hasn't followed you around and done anything
But
weird.
what are you talking about? How would he have an opportunity to annoy me here?
He's in there every day. You go in there to cut spots. He's right
Are you
there.
in there when I cut spots?
Yeah, I've been in there.
You've never been in there.
Howard, you don't even see him.
And what do I do? Because I throw you out.
No, I sit in there while you do this.
Oh, please.
But he's a stranger, Gary. This is a party among friends.
This is, Gary goes, I want to be like Artie on the Gary Shandling show and be more important to the show. I go, yeah, well, here's an opportunity. Where would Artie, think of your life like Artie on the Gary Shandling show. Would Artie invite this kid into a strip party?
Artie's not a real person. Artie's as real as that puppet.
No, you're the one who's always comparing yourself to Artie.
I'm not. No, you're the one.
I see.
No, you're the one
You
who
never compared yourself to Artie.
No, you did.
Well, why don't you watch Artie and take a clue from him?
Yes.
I can't think and work at the same time, Wolf.
Oh, hi, Gary Puppet.
I think I made a mistake. I invited all the sponsors and my cab driver, too.
Gary Puppet, you're as stupid as Gary. Who knew Fred's bachelor party would be the event of the century?
It was very funny because when I was talking to people
Yeah.
over the weekend, I'd say, oh, yeah, they had Fred's bachelor party
Yeah.
on Friday. And everyone said, after he got married?
Well, like Fred, everything is done differently.
Yes, backwards.
Everything is backwards.
So what's wrong with
He's like
that?
Professor Backwards.
There you go.
No, the point was that we were mad at Fred running off and getting married, not because who cares about being there? Thank God he didn't invite us. Who wanted to go all the way out there on Long Island and watch Fred get married. But the thing that disturbed us is we didn't get a chance to have a bachelor party. And any excuse to have a bachelor party is, is
a
good.
one for you.
Right. I love bachelor parties.
You have bachelor parties sometimes when there's no bachelor.
I don't know. It just seems like the bachelor party is your only outlet for having real fun. So we decided to have it. I didn't announce this on the air, but we had it in the afternoon, not at night.
Right. I figured that was going on because Ralph was still hanging out.
Yeah.
And everybody was just sort of milling around the station, so I figured it was going to be in the afternoon.
Yeah, so it was in the afternoon after the show at
I
noon.
also knew you weren't staying out late.
Yeah, I'm not allowed. So actually, I could have stayed out late because my wife wasn't home Friday night. So I could have stayed out all night.
Yeah, well, that's why I originally thought you were going to do it at night.
Well, I planned to stay out all afternoon into the night, but Fred took care of that. Fred emptied the place. Fred emptied out the whole bachelor party.
Where was it?
All right, we went to Scores, which is my favorite strip club. That guy rolls out the red carpet first. At 12 o'clock.
Is that where Jolene works?
Yeah, Jolene. And Jolene was there.
She's another story. She'll come in later.
Yeah, that'll come in later. So, wait till I tell you everything. You guys got to stay tuned for Fred's bachelor party. This is going to take me a while to unravel because so much happens. So we go to Scores. Scores is a strip club. Where is that?
It's on 60th between 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, everyone asks me where that is. I don't know.
All right. Now, also tell me who was there because I really don't know the lineup. Since
Okay.
it was in the middle of the
So
afternoon.
it was for 12 o'clock, and the people from Scores were very nice. They had a set. The place was closed down on Friday afternoon. Is it normally closed down Friday
Yeah,
afternoon?
they don't open till the evenings. It's always closed every day until the evening.
I thought they used to be open in the afternoon.
That was the old place.
Oh, I see. So I guess it doesn't pay to have a strip club in the afternoon. I don't know what the hell the
Maybe
deal is.
the people who would come are working.
But it's an upscale strip club because the girls there are really good looking.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And Fred loves supermodels, so if
There
he
you
says
go.
they're gorgeous,
Yeah,
they
there's
must
a-
be very good-looking girls.
Yeah. Fred doesn't even know how many good looking girls were working on him. So
Fred got mouth to mouth.
he did.
if I could only
From a beautiful girl who turned out to be a. Wait, I'll tell you the whole thing. We're jumping ahead.
Don't tip the story.
Okay, I won't tip
Don't
the story.
story.
Okay.
That's the
I
best
wasn't
part.
kidding.
That's the best
That's a ruse, if ever I heard one, to get a kiss from a girl.
Well, this is some ruse.
More than a
So
kiss.
anyway, so we're at the so the bachelor party was called for 12 o'clock noon
Yeah.
at Scores, and they've always treated us real well. Like we went over there, and when you walked in, we were in a back room. It was 2 rooms.
Even though they were closed?
Yeah. 2 rooms where, that way, they could clean up and get ready for their evening activities. And we were in the back with not a lot of people gawking at us.
Are you guys allowed to come back even though Fred did his thing?
I don't know.
Yes, no, we're welcome
Are
back.
we? Yeah. They said they see this all the time.
they have a direct patch
See, and
to
I thought I did
emergency.
something special.
I got to tell Fred what they wanted to do with his body once. Well, let me just say what this up.
Dump Fred.
So it was about, 12 or 15 guys, and we walk in. And
Who was in the group?
I'm going to tell you. I'm getting to it. There's about 12 to 15 guys, but they had 25 women. 25
You mean
women.
you outnumbered the women in the club?
No, the women outnumbered us.
That's right. That's what I meant.
25 women, 12 guys.
Okay.
Not bad.
Almost 2 to 1.
Plus a full buffet.
And good food.
Good food.
Yeah,
They
that's
brought in
it.
a special chef, too.
Filet mignon. Rigatoni a la vodka.
For Fred?
Yeah, shrimp.
I think it was for me, quite frankly, not for Fred.
Tons of shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
There was chicken. I mean, really good food.
Yeah. And open bar. And, DJ playing music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 2 rooms. One room, I got to give you the setup. One room is like just the room where we can all sit around and eat and stuff. And then about up 5
Are there
flights.
girls in that room?
Yeah, everyone. In fact, the guy comes up to me immediately and says, "You want us to bring in a couple of girls at a time? Do you want to have 25 of them all at once?" I said, "Overwhelm me. Just get everybody in here at once, and let's get this party going."
It looked like the Disney on parade.
Yeah. Right away I became the master of ceremony, so I turned it over to Gary, who was real good at bachelor parties.
He knows strip clubs.
Because he took right over. He's like, "Okay, guys, everybody, now here come the girls." And then you were like, "Okay, guys, let's eat."
Yeah, because we had they give you what they call funny money, right?
Right.
Funny
And
money.
everybody got funny money.
Okay.
Everybody got like $60, $80 in funny money,
Which means?
which you could tip the girls with.
No. Actually, the way it works is if you were to go there on a regular night, you would have to pay $20 for a table dance.
Right.
Okay. What they do is when celebrities come in, people that they want to take care of, the club gives them funny money, which is they're fake 20s. They're like red. You hand those to the girls for a table dance,
And they can redeem them
and
later.
then the girls redeem them later. I
Okay,
heard
so
for
they weren't being ripped off.
I heard they get $18 for every 20 they turn in.
See? Whatever. Who knew what was going on? So anyway, we get in there, and it's me, Baba Booey, Fred, of course. Stuttering John couldn't go because he had to go do lip
He
service.
couldn't get out of that.
And I understand Stuttering John got thrown out of lip service.
No. You had Dominic and his son, of course.
Dominic Barber showed
And
up.
his son holds his son.
20, maybe. Good-looking kid, JJ. So he brings him.
Tall and thin.
Yeah,
nice
good-looking
suit.
guy.
Oh, good.
But Dominic's...
A strip club with your dad. I
Yeah,
suppose.
well, Dominic's one of those guys who just walks around. He never gets like a table dance or whatever you call
No.
those. What is it called? Lap dance?
It's called lap dance.
He never gets a lap dance. He just walks around and
Encourages others.
Soaks it in.
soaks it all in. And the only thing that excites him is the buffet. I mean, that was it. That's it. The food.
When you walk in, the people gave us to start like $1,000 of this funny money. So
Yeah.
of course Dominic just goes and buys like another 1,000.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And he's handing it out like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Just
He likes to see everybody have a good time.
Santa Dominic.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, come on, everybody. Come on, you get a dance. Come on, everybody. So we had a whole big crew of guys, okay? 12.
Now, does his son get involved,
Well,
or
you
does
see,
he act like Dominic?
Well, you're jumping ahead. You see, I want to tell you everything what happens.
And wait
in
a
order.
second, there's 3 more important cast members I forgot.
Yes.
Neil, Ronnie, and Gay Rich.
Right. Gay
Oh,
Rich was
that's
there.
right. Gay
Gay
Rich
Rich.
was looking forward to his participation.
And certainly he did participate.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
all right, here we go.
Is that who Fred.
Let me tell you.
I didn't do anything with him, I hope.
Let's wait till we get to the story.
Oh, God.
Fred doesn't even know what he's
Fred,
doing.
you don't even know why
That's
we
not
thought
how
the wedding.
Shaw really got this way, is
no,
it?
no, no. Let me tell you what happened.
The jaw. Let me see him.
All revealed in good time. So anyway, we decided to go over to Scores for the big bachelor party with Fred. In fact, Fred came over in my car,
Yeah.
and Ralph was in the car too.
Uh-huh.
So Ralph says to Fred, "Hey, Fred, are you going to drink at the party?" And Fred goes, "Nah, I want to remember every detail of this.
Well, I
I'm
guess
really
I
looking
was-
forward to this."
Famous-
famous last words.
Yeah, so Fred really doesn't know himself all that well.
Well, I thought I was going to do that, and I don't know what it is. I walked in
The
there.
demon overtook you.
Someone walked up to me and said, "Go ahead, have a beer, have a shot." And I went, "What's the harm?"
Okay, I'll tell you the harm in a minute. So Fred's thing evidently is he likes to drink tequila and beer chaser.
Beer chaser, yeah.
That's his thing. So he'll take a shot of tequila and then take a... When you drink the beer, I wasn't watching you because my mother was... I had to tell my mother this story,
Right.
and she goes, "Didn't you watch Fred? Didn't you watch..." I go, "Fred's almost 40 years
Yeah,
old,
why
Mom."
would you be watching him?
I mean, Fred knows what he's doing. I
and
said,
he goes out a lot without you.
I said, quite frankly, I didn't see Fred the whole damn night.
You were there for girls.
Right.
Every woman that I told the story to, including my wife, said, "Why wasn't somebody watching Fred?" I said, "Fred is the last one in this
Do girls
entire
go
group."
out and watch each other?
No, but
I don't know.
Fred's the last guy you would have to watch.
And you got to understand, there were 25 women to 12 guys there. Everyone was partying with these women. No one's watching Fred.
Absolutely.
Well,
I
wait a
wasn't
minute.
watching myself.
All right.
It was so
What
distracting.
happened, Fred? You drank too much?
Well, no, let me tell you what happened.
Drank too much.
What is it, Ralph?
You're minimizing.
All right, so let me just tell you what went on.
I was watching Fred.
Yeah.
That's why he almost died.
I had about 4 to 5 shots with him myself.
Yeah, but that's what the problem was. Everyone was having shots with Fred,
and
but no
Fred
one.
had to drink with everyone.
Exactly.
Of course.
And you know what? This is a really common bachelor party thing.
Mm-hmm.
Guys go up and want to whoop it up, and nobody knows what other people are doing.
Well,
with
let
the
me
guy.
tell you what happened. I'll cut to the chase. Fred had, according to the bartender at Scores, Fred had 16 tequilas and beer chasers within 2 hours.
Are you
Now,
kidding?
let me
In
ask you
2
a question.
hours.
Is that the record?
That's
I wanna know if
that's got to be the record.
Now,
It's the
I
record
want-
here for sure.
He
I
slugged
want the
down
record.
60, and they say that by the end they weren't serving it to him in shot glasses; they were serving it to him in martini glasses.
So he was drinking more than a shot.
Right, but
That's like-
16.
that's like
Why would-
three
okay.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
Wait a
second.
minute.
All right,
wait
now hold
a
it.
minute.
They were definitely double shots.
Don't get into a morality talk yet. Don't get into like, Fred, why would you do this unless you were
No,
drowning
I
out
wasn't gonna
something?
ask
Now, does
Fred.
anybody in this room know what the legal blood alcohol level of intoxication is?
Yes, it's .10.
All right.
So actually, I believe it's been reduced to 0.08, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
didn't-
because that's
is
what
it-
they were saying at the emergency
Do you know
room.
what? Do you know what?
What was Fred?
Take a guess.
Take a guess. What
Fred was up in the twos.
Take another guess.
Get a little more.
3?
Yeah.
3.
I knew it. Fred,
Yeah.
you were dying. You
Yeah.
were
Oh, my
poisoned.
Wait a second. So wait a second. Listen to this.
But I was having a good
So
time.
we're at Scores,
How
right?
would you know?
He wasn't drunk. He was embalmed. So here's the
Put a
thing.
lily in
Fred
my
is
hands.
dead. You
put a
just don't
candle.
know it yet.
Yeah, Fred's dead. Fred's a dead man. All right, so listen to this.
Jackie is jealous now.
Yeah, well, we all said Jackie is no longer the show drunk.
That's
It's Fred.
right.
That's it.
Jackie is sober.
My friend's a
Fred is
police
jealous.
officer, and he
Yeah.
said that, like, when you get into the high twos, you really, you're out of your mind. You're
Yeah.
insane. And
Right.
you're toying with, physical problems. You're
Right.
toying with health problems.
Okay, wait a second. So we're going to get into...
Fred wasn't toying. He was serious.
I don't know. I've been doing a lot of analyzing of this, and I said, maybe Fred has a problem in some respect in the sense that, I don't want to get too analytical with it, but when you drink that much, even though he's not an alcoholic...
Well, let me, in Fred's defense, you've never been that drunk, have you?
No, I don't think I could drink that much.
No, you certainly couldn't drink that much.
Right.
But you've never been drunk.
I've been drunk.
No, you haven't.
Oh, of course I have. Why are you saying that?
I know what
I'm
Robert's
saying that you've had 2 drinks and been
No,
drunk.
no. In college, I had been drunk to the point where I pass out. I
How
get
much
dizzy.
did you drink?
Well, I would play with 2 other guys. It was me and 2 other guys.
Yeah.
And we played where you turn over the card, and whoever had the low card had to take a shot.
All right.
So one of
then
those
you
things.
know at a certain point you really don't know how much you're drinking.
No.
There's a click that goes, and all of a sudden one drink becomes another drink. It's the same drink.
What is it?
I clicked about 6 times.
He was clicking all right. What is it, Stuttering John?
Dominic
wants to join in on the discussion.
Dominic wants to get in on it?
He was watching Fred.
Oh, he was funny.
He should, Dominic, you should have been watching Fred.
He was funny.
I was watching Fred, and he was drinking shot by shot.
And I knew he was getting a little drunk when he kissed me and told me he loved me.
Did he really?
I got one of those too.
Yeah. You got one of those?
Yeah, because Fred and I.
Did he do that to you too, Ralph?
Yeah, Fred. Fred was very warm. I'm a very romantic
Fred,
guy.
you don't even know. You don't even know how romantic you are.
Really
You don't even
because
know.
Fred still hasn't told me he loves me.
No.
You gotta get me drunk first, Ralph.
You're a girl. He wouldn't love you.
Fred and I were supposed to go riding bikes on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I went over to him at one point and I said, Fred looked, pretty lit. I said, Freddie, do you think that you're going to be in any condition to ride tomorrow? Because it was noon.
Yeah,
I figured I had a whole day to recuperate. And he put his arm around me and he hugged me very tightly. And he just got that look. He gets that look, when his eyes squint?
Yeah.
Sort of like Christian Slater. And he goes,
I love you, man. I love you, man.
Oh, man. I love drunks who love everybody.
Yeah, at least he was in an angry drunk. Wait, I got to go on with this story. I got to go on with this bachelor party
Fred,
story.
you lovable drunk.
All right, so meanwhile, Freddie's doing all this drinking. And about 15 minutes into the party, I look up in a corner, and there's this big, dark room.
Uh-huh.
And I go, what am I doing down here? And what's going on up in that dark room? There's like tons of girls up there and stuff. I go, how do I get up there? I couldn't even figure out how to get up there. There was five stairs.
Uh-huh.
You walk up these 5 stairs, and the room is almost pitch black. This is at Scores.
5 steps.
5 steps, right? Yeah. Isn't that what I said?
They said 5 stairs.
Isn't stairs and steps the same thing?
I'm not going to fight.
I mean, he's correcting me like I said something wrong.
To be specific.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. There were 3 too many stairs for Dominic. Because Dominic never went up there. He didn't like to climb steps, So anyway, I go up these steps, and there's a couch, like a big, long couch, and you guys sit on it and get lap dances.
That's the one where they stand above you?
No, that's where they
didn't.
You spread your legs, and the girls
they
dance.
dance in between your legs.
In between your legs.
A lap dance, not to be confused with a couch dance.
All right.
Right,
See,
right.
I get all these things confused.
So I'm like in heaven. I go, now this is a bachelor
want
party.
a lap dance.
Lap dance. I want 2 girls at the same time lap dancing me.
How'd that happen?
So, Jolynn, Fred the Elephant Boy's friend there,
Yeah.
she immediately starts lap dancing me and telling me about her new TV show. She's got a cable television show, all this stuff. She's working me. But meanwhile, all the guys are seated on these couches, and everyone's getting dances. Some guys have 2 girls.
Were you
at same
the
time.
only one who wasn't in this room?
No, there were some guys like Dominic's a weird guy. Like, he doesn't get any dances from girls. He's not
He was
interested.
sitting down by the buffet at one point.
Yeah, he's just always by the buffet.
Yeah.
He's always circling the buffet and
Not
making
necessarily eating, just
enabling
Like a
people to eat.
vulture.
Yeah, like a vulture, just watching the food, making sure it doesn't disappear too fast. Dominic may be a hungry homo. I don't know. So at one point I see Ralph next to me, and and he's got girls on him, and there's just like lots of guys sitting on couches.
But
one point, and then at one point the girls said, "Hey, why don't you take off your shirt?" I whipped off my shirt. I mean, it was really getting.
I hadn't been up there, and then I go up there, and you're sitting there with your shirt off.
Yeah, it was great. So anyway, and it was a lot of fun. Some of the
Neil had girls?
Yeah, Neil had girls. First time I saw Neil
It's
was
amazing what a guy, what a 5'1" guy could do with money in his hands.
Yeah, it was unbelievable because we all had this funny money, this free money that we could give to the girls.
Uh-huh.
So it was like wild.
So where was Ronnie? I haven't heard. Did you see Ronnie?
Ronnie was the first one to make a beeline up to the dark room. I mean, Ronnie knows exactly where to go, and he's got women up there, and I mean, everyone is having the time of their lives.
All right.
At one point, it's really heating up. We're about an hour and a half into this thing,
And some of these girls are almost models.
Yeah, some of these girls are. They
Really?
At Scores, they have like really great looking women. I gotta say,
No scrags.
No skanks.
I should
skanks.
go and check this out myself.
Check it
You
out.
guys have a tendency.
Not a clunker in it.
No, there wasn't a
to
clunker there.
embellish.
I'm telling you, they were top-notch girls. So then it's about an hour and a half into this. I got my shirt off. I've got Jolynn on one side of me.
Now you're not drinking.
No, drinking. I don't want to miss. I'm not drinking. Who's got time to drink? Drinking.
You're in control of your faculty.
Barely. So I got one girl on the left of me.
You're intoxicated with women.
And then this black girl comes up to me, and she says, "My name is Kat." I go, "Oh, like Black Cat?" She goes, "Yeah." And then she starts dancing. I got 2 of them going at the same time, Jolynn and the black chick.
Jolene.
And they're being real friendly, like like really rubbing up near me, put their butts near me.
Like cats.
Yeah, like cats. And they're going wild. And I look to my left, and I see Ralph there. And then like 2 seconds later, I look to my left, and I see Ralph's not there anymore, but someone else is sitting there. But he's got 3 girls on top of him.
That was Jason.
No, it wasn't. Well, yeah. Your son was in the corner playing butt bongo with 3 models, and evidently he got some phone numbers.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, Dominic was real proud of his boy.
Hey, boy. My boy. I'll chip off the old Dominic.
So Dominic was all excited because he had to do Geraldo that afternoon. You know, Dominic's got a real hard on to be on TV.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So
And I was like, the first thing he said, I said, Dominic, you gonna get a dance?
yeah. But he can't get a dance from a girl because he's got to do Geraldo.
I'll be too tired to do Geraldo if I dance.
Yeah, I can't
He'll
do
be
it.
out of breath.
Yeah. So Dominic took his son for shots today, actually, to the
I was going
doctor.
to say, Dominic will be real proud when he brings one of those strippers home and says, Dad, I got married.
Yeah.
What?
I married Black Cat.
And she wants to be a lawyer.
Right.
Cat Barbara.
Cat Barbara. So okay, so it's going full force, and then I look over to my left, and somehow Fred is now next to me.
Oh.
Somehow somebody had taken Fred. Now, Fred must have been
Now,
plowed at this point.
All right, what did Fred look like? I was going to say, what kind of look did he have on his
Now, I didn't see that it was Fred. I didn't know it was really Fred sitting next to me. I still thought it was Ralph, but it was...
Howard, let me tell you how it happened.
How did Fred make it up the 5 flights of stairs?
Fred is dancing outside near the buffet.
Right.
He's got at least 2 and 3 girls going at it at all times.
Right.
Excuse me. And he's really gone.
Right.
Fred was so drunk that at points, Fred took out real 20s.
Yeah, I know.
I said, Fred, put those away.
Yeah, right. He didn't know. But Fred was...
Tell real money from funny money.
Fred was up to a 0.3 alcohol level at this point, because this is now 2 hours into it. All right, so tell me how he made it upstairs.
There's this one dark-haired girl. I didn't get her name.
Yeah.
And he and her are together about 20 minutes.
Right.
And he's still drinking.
Right.
And he's drinking, and every time they bring a drink, he keeps taking another drink.
Wow.
Show off. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he gets up, and he starts to walk towards me, and he, makes a circle. And he heads up the stairs.
Right. All right. So Fred somehow made it up the stairs.
So he wandered up the stairs.
So Fred made it... Yeah.
Before this, Fred had done those 16 shots in the same place.
He had to move from his chair.
He had moved.
They shouldn't have moved him.
Spot.
Right. All right. That was the
He
first
probably would
mistake.
have been all right if he hadn't moved.
Because he was in like one of those just single chairs.
It's like
He was
one of those
downstairs by the
alcove
buffet.
kind of
Yeah, and he was just sitting in the chair. The worst that would have happened, he should. All right, but he ends up on the couch next to me, which I didn't even know it was him. I still thought it was Ralph. But I said, boy, Ralph's really a mover. He has 3 girls. I can't even see him.
You didn't know Fred had those moves.
Yeah, now Fred at this point was embalmed, so that's why he has the moves.
Fred was like Weekend at Bernie's.
Fred was sitting there like a wooden Indian, and like this. Okay, I just got to show you like this.
Did he have his shirt off at this point?
No, he didn't have a shirt off, and the 3 women were all. I mean, I couldn't see Fred, and the 3 women were really going at him because I'm sure in some way they were. In some way they were insulted by Fred because I'm sure he wasn't responding to them because at this point he was completely in a coma.
You sure they weren't rifling all his pockets?
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing, but Fred was really. They were really going for Fred.
No, I have to disagree. He was responding.
What did he say?
He was responding.
He was. Okay. Whatever was going on, it was a wild, orgy scene in Fred's lap.
All right.
So, all of a sudden, I'm with the 2 babes. I'm having the time of my life. You know, thank God I'm out for the day. All of a sudden, one of the girls starts screaming. She's like, she starts screaming. And I feel
one
something.
of Fred's girls.
Yeah. I feel something wet on my leg. I go, that bitch just spilled a drink all over my sweatpants. And I'm like disgusted. I'm wiping my pants off because it's all wet. So all of a sudden she goes, that's not my drink. He puked.
Freddie puked on your leg?
Wait a second. Freddie puked all over my leg. So wait a second. Wait. So I go, oh, man, what a way to break. All the girls are screaming, and Fred is emptying the room because Fred now is still sitting up, and like a rabid dog, he's got white foam and vomit coming out of his mouth. And he's sitting there laying in his own vomit. Yeah, I mean, but like, you know, the kind of vomit where a guy throws up and then goes, hey, I'm sick, I got to get down. It wasn't even like that. Just Fred chucked up on the girl, on me.
Had he had anything to eat?
Nothing.
Well, he hadn't anything to eat there. Let's put it that way. Okay, so all I know is I have wet, and now my legs are all wet, and I go, and I didn't think anything, but Fred's just sitting there, and Fred doesn't even say anything because he's in a coma at this point.
I mean, he's just frothing at the mouth.
No, it was like he was getting married again. You know, where he doesn't say anything about it. He was, he didn't say to me, "Oh man, I'm sorry," because Fred now his eyes are closed and he's got vomit just pouring out of him. You know,
Fred, did you know you had vomited?
No, he
Robin,
didn't.
I'm telling you, the last thing I remember, I swear, is sitting downstairs, having a shot, talking to somebody, and after that, I don't remember.
So he doesn't even know he's on the
Fred
couch.
clearly didn't know. So I get up and I
Fred
go.
didn't just throw up. I mean, he launched because I had moved from your
Yeah,
left over to your right, and it went all over my arm.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah,
we're talking
Fred was like
Fred launched vomit.
That is not vomiting. That's hurling.
Yeah, wait.
Projectile.
Now Dominic is holding on because he knows more about the story later on. But hold on. Now listen. The story gets more interesting.
Dominic is handling all the suits.
Yeah, right. So wait a second. So I've definitely got a suit against Fred. I was covered with vomit.
Yeah, I'm in a suit.
So I go, oh man. I go, Freddie, you threw up. So I go, no big deal. I figured, all right. It just so happened Ralph was with me. He had brought a change of clothes. He brought a pair of shorts that he was fixing for me. So I said to Ronnie, go out in my car, get me some shorts. And Jolene goes, hey, let me take you to the bathroom. I'll wipe you down.
Actually, considering your fear of germs, you handled it really well.
Fear of germs? I want to get back upstairs. I said, get some. But now
But Fred was antiseptic at that point.
while I'm in the bathroom getting cleaned off, but meanwhile 20 guys pile in with me, so who knows what would have happened in the bathroom.
Oh, so you didn't get to go by yourself?
No, Dominic wouldn't let me be alone. Dominic's my
He
guardian
protects
angel.
you.
Yeah, I need him like a hole in there.
Yeah, you do.
You do? Yeah, I do is right. So I'm in the bathroom getting cleaned off, and I go, hey, come on, let's hurry up here. We got to get. So I'm wiping myself down. I put on a pair of shorts. I'm all cleaned up.
Yeah.
I take the vomit stuff, stick it in a green plastic
You're
bag.
ready for round two.
Yeah, I'm ready for round two. Why should the party stop?
Round two.
Got to change of clothes.
I go upstairs to Score's little room, the dark room. That's where I like them.
Now, let me ask one question.
Yeah.
Is Fred still drinking?
No.
Where do you hear it?
Wait, no. At this point, Fred is not drinking. Fred is now
Fred's
sitting
not
on a couch.
moving.
I get upstairs, and Neil and everyone else are cracking up. They go, you got to come see Fred. He's making out with Gay Rich.
Oh, stop
Wait a second. No, wait. Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Mr. Homophobe?
Fred, hold on. Wait a second. I go, there's no way Fred is making out with Gay Rich. You guys are out of your mind. I go upstairs. Now, someone had put Gay Rich. Oh, here's Gay Rich. Hey, Gay Rich, come in here. Here's Gay
in
Rich.
love
Good.
with Fred now?
Oh, man.
It is so not like that.
Oh, wait a second. This is what I heard.
not
Wait a
like
second.
that.
No, this is what I heard. Now, meanwhile, Gay Rich was the life of the party. Neil had somehow convinced Gay Rich to put on a thong.
A zebra thong.
A zebra thong. And Gay Rich was dancing for us.
On one of those little tables?
Yeah, and Gay Rich has got some hot little body.
He really is in good shape.
Yeah, he really, and the girls were digging Gay Rich, and Neil somehow, I don't know, got him into a thong, and Gay
Neil
Rich,
dug him.
yeah, Gay Rich was up on a couch in a thong like this, going like this.
Yeah, I know Gay
shaking.
Rich's dance.
He was going like this, and he's naked, and he's looking pretty good. And like, I don't know, Gay Rich somehow is in his thong, and when I come back up, Gay Rich is on Fred's lap. All right, now, Fred's covered in vomit. Gay Rich is on his lap.
Nobody ever cleaned Fred.
No one cleaned Fred yet, because no one wants to get.
I think it's turning everybody on.
Fred's got his arms wrapped around Gay Rich's waist.
Yes.
Gay Rich is stroking Fred's face, and Fred is cooing and then crying on Gay Rich.
What?
Fred starts crying.
All true.
Gay Rich, am I making this up?
Oh my God.
Well, no.
Wait a minute.
I didn't have the heart to break it to you on the phone the other day.
What is he crying about?
Dominic calls me up. He goes, "Holy cow! I don't believe Fred." I go, "Fred can't know what he's doing." I go, but I don't dare take Gay Rich off him because
he's crying.
Because he seems, he's consoling him. I don't want to embarrass Fred.
I went upstairs first before you were in the bathroom, and I got you out of there. I went upstairs, and I tried to take Gay Rich off Fred's lap.
Yeah.
You did not.
Pulls him back and holds him tighter.
Oh, Fred didn't want to lose his Gay Rich.
Well, anyway, Dominic comes up to me and goes, "Listen, Howard, there might be a problem here. I think the wedding might be over." So I go, "What do you mean?"
Dominic is always
He
the
goes,
doomsayer.
he goes, "Fred's in love with Gay Rich." So I go, "Wait a
Dominic
second."
sees something in everything.
I said, I got to see this for myself. I go up. I'm staring at Fred now. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm sitting on a couch. I forget about the girls. I don't care about anything. I'm watching Fred
There are
and Gay Rich.
25 girls in the room, and he's holding on to Gay Rich.
He's not holding on. They're stroking each other. So
Now, was Fred undressed? Fred
no, Fred had his clothes on, but he was holding on to Gay Rich like Gay Rich was his mother.
No, and he was like humming, like
Yeah.
a little, like a Martian love story.
And you were kissing Fred on his cheek, as far as I could tell, Gay Rich.
I wasn't, though.
And I said, "Hey, wait a second. I think
trying to take
You were
advantage of
whispering
the
in
wicked
his
situation.
ear.
Tell the truth.
I
What
don't
went
believe
on?
it. You
Tell everything that happened there. How did you end up on Fred's lap? Did someone throw you on there?
I wasn't on his lap. I was right next to him.
You were such a lie. Why are you lying?
I am so not lying.
Why are you doing this?
I am like, no.
You were not on his lap.
I would totally.
I watched
Do you know
What
what
do
a
you mean?
lap is? Were you between Fred's legs?
No.
Yes. Oh my God.
I was
Why?
so not
Are you,
between his legs. I
Were
was
you
so
drunk that you don't remember either?
No.
Ralph, help me out. Gary.
He was right there. He was sitting like
Yeah, let me
right
show you exactly.
Show me, Ralph, how he was.
This is how he was. That's exactly how you were.
Fred was like this.
Okay, Rich, don't you dare lie. And Fred had his arms up. Here, Ralph, come here. This is how Fred and this is how you were. Fred was sitting down like this. His legs were still open from his lap dance.
Yes.
Gay Rich was on this like a Jerry Mahoney puppet.
He was on that leg.
Fred had his arms wrapped around Gay Rich, and this is what was going on.
Is that right?
Rich,
And Rich, you said
Gary,
you
am I
were
lying?
whispering in his ear?
Rich, that's
I was whispering.
I wouldn't make it up. Seriously, that's the way it was.
Not only that, his arms were around his
I
neck.
kind of remember it
around his
as
neck.
like
Yeah.
But wait a second. How did you have anything to drink at all?
Oh yeah, totally.
So you don't know either.
Fred,
I didn't black out.
Okay.
Fred, you're gay.
Fred, I'm telling you, you're gay. You don't know.
And then I sat down near them to see
Yeah.
what was going on, and Fred grabs my hand and starts holding my hand
Ooh,
Yeah.
and wouldn't
Fred.
let go. I mean, Fred
Well,
gets
anyway.
Fred wanted all the boys.
Yeah, so Fred is with Gay Rich, and it's quite a scene to behold. But you know
Well,
what?
wait a minute. I just have to point out to people one thing.
What is it, Gorilla? Hold on one second.
I came over with a shot for Freddie, and I didn't know how drunk he was. And I
Right.
put down a shot, and he does a shot, and he just came over to me, and he was like this. And I was like scared for a while, and he's holding me, and he wouldn't let go, and he's stroking my arm like this. And he's rubbing me, and I just sat there like this for like 10 minutes. And I didn't move. And then
What?
I just finally, some girls came over, and I slipped away. I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
"Oh,
Yeah, I know. Fred was getting very physical
Well,
with
let
Gay
me
Rich.
just remind you that when we used
Yeah,
to,
right.
when you
You're my
had,
pal. You're my pal. You're my pal. And I went,
Okay.
Like, somebody came over and said, what's going on, Freddie? And I said,
man.
Fred, you were out of it.
well, let me just, I want to remind you of something, Howard. When you two used to go and do personal appearances or
Yeah.
something, and we would wind up in a hotel room together because we couldn't afford 2 separate rooms.
Yeah, me and Fred.
Fred wouldn't even let you see him in his underwear.
Yeah, I always
Remember
thought
all that
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah, Fred, you might be gay. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You and Gay Rich were definitely
No.
into it. Rich, why are you downplaying this? I don't understand.
Fred was looking for stability, and I was.
And he went to you?
Yeah, so he went to a man in a thong.
I was not in a thong.
17 of Fred's best friends.
Yeah, hey, Fred, how do you explain you giving all your funny money to Gay Rich?
But lap dance.
Lap dance.
Must have been good.
I think
So Dominic right away says, the two of them are kissing. They're kissing. They're kissing.
Oh, God.
So I go, uh-oh. I said, you're kidding me. He goes, yeah, they're kissing. They're kissing.
So you
I
come
said-
running up.
So I come running up. I didn't see them kissing, but Neil swears. Hey, get Neil on the phone. He swears he saw
They really
Gay
kissed?
Rich and Fred making out. Now, I don't.
yeah.
Now, I said, I got
Freddie,
real
you
upset.
don't know.
I said, because if they're making out, I'm pulling Gay Rich off of Fred.
Taking advantage of me.
Because I said, Fred might not know what he's doing.
Fred is a grown man, like you said. If he wants to kiss another man, that's
with
his
a 300, with a 300.
I got to tell you something. You know, I'm not the kind of guy who can like watch two men make out, but I got to swear.
Look.
Oh, there's the thong. Hey, here it is. There's Gay Rich's thong.
You know, I'm kind of getting turned on.
Fred,
again.
does that get you?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, this is what Gay Rich was wearing on
On
Fred.
your lap.
This is it.
My big hairy butt.
That's it.
I just want to say one thing, Robin.
What?
The story has only just begun.
Yeah. Let me take a break. Let me take a break, and I'll continue. That's nothing. That's nothing.
This is like beginning only.
Wait till you see when
I also
Fred.
want to tell people that when you vomit the way Fred vomits,
Yeah.
that's your body's way of not absorbing any more alcohol because it's already saturated.
Well, it was absorbing it on the shirt.
Remember, after he vomited, he kept drinking.
Did he really? I didn't
Yes.
see that.
That's what I-
Who allowed him to do that?
No, he didn't.
He did not.
He was a no
Dominic is
now,
like.
now the story's starting to split.
Yeah, now Dominic.
No.
Dominic will have you married in a
No,
few minutes.
Fred, you were in no condition to drink.
I don't.
You had Gay Rich on your
But
arm.
Gay Rich, you kissed him after
Here's
he
Neil.
vomited?
Right.
You're a really good hugger too.
Hey, Neil. Neil.
Oh God, I don't like.
Neil, you there?
You got
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
All right.
Neil, you owe me $40.
You were right. How come you? Oh, that's right.
Lap dance.
Neil got Gay Rich to get into the thong for $40.
Oh.
And of course,
I
never
haven't
paid him.
seen it yet.
You didn't look like you cared about money, Gay Rich.
He wanted that.
I never saw a guy happier in a
that
thong.
Can I tell you though that
Born to be in that thong.
Neil,
Yeah.
what did you see?
Neil, tell everything you saw.
Gay Rich's lips on Fred. I can't
On
tell if
his
they were-
lips?
I couldn't tell if they were on Fred's lips, but they were on Fred's face.
See,
On
he's
his neck?
that- see,
Yeah, and Fred
can't-
was rubbing Gay Rich's arm up and down,
that's
caressing him.
true.
And he was caressing him.
And he was
Fred was. That's true, right?
Yes.
And you did kiss his cheeks.
No.
Oh, stop it, Gay Rich. You know
Howard,
you
you looked at
did.
me, and I looked at you, and we were ready to throw up.
Neil and I almost puked. Neil and I were holding each other.
You almost needed the vomitorium.
I sat in a chair directly across from Fred and just stared in amazement.
You couldn't believe what you were seeing?
And Gay Rich was in heaven. He ignored everything in the room. He was with Fred. And I'm going to tell you something. Gay Rich, and don't lie, you are attracted to Fred. There is no question about it.
100%.
Tell the truth.
I felt really bad for him, and I was trying to give him the stability that he needed. Why? Because
Stability.
he was shaking. He was shaking.
You know, Howard's right though, Robin.
Yeah, of all guys to come over and help Fred.
Howard's right. You know when you watch a movie and there's a couple in a crowd,
They look
and then
natural
all of a sudden
together.
the sound just comes down and they can't hear anything except each other.
Only eyes for each
It
other.
did look like that.
And every girl, I mean, they were lovers. I said, I got to have a camera because Fred is never going to believe this. He's not going to believe it. So the two of them are going at it. And meanwhile, all the girls are emptying out because Fred smells from puke.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like, oh, my God, I can't believe. Girls are now,
Only
like,
guys
leaving.
want to be with Fred.
Yeah, and Fred, like the homosexual he is, empties out all the girls and just leaves the one guy.
Well, you know, we always had this question about Fred.
No, Fred, I'm telling you.
Well,
You know, Fred-
you can maintain that opinion if you want. I know
Excuse
deep down
me.
I'm
No,
not.
no. So anyway, I sit down in a chair because now I'm devastated because now
There are
Fred's
no
gay.
girls.
You know, I'm just sitting there going, holy cow, Fred's gay and he just got married. And, you know, I didn't know you were this out of it. So I'm sitting there going, holy cow. I don't know what to do. I better leave these guys alone or something. And I said, and at least Gay Rich is with him and holding him down.
Yeah, at
All
least
right.
I have someone to comfort me.
All of a sudden, within 2 seconds, I zip around. I see Fred push Gay Rich right off his lap. I go, whoa, Fred just came to his senses. Yeah, Fred.
Fred's a man again.
Fred gets up. Now listen to this. Fred gets up and starts taking giant steps. And I go, hey, let's grab Fred. All of a sudden, Ronnie zips around and grabs Fred because Fred is making a beeline now for the toilet because he's got to vomit again. He tells
Right.
Ronnie, I got to vomit.
Uh-huh.
Ronnie starts carrying him down the steps. But this happens in a flash of a second. Fred just is so loose, he just spins around and falls off the steps, off the top step, flat, face down onto the floor. He goes collapses.
Like doing a dive.
Like a dive into an empty swimming pool.
No,
Five steps. 5 steps.
No,
off the top.
Don't say dive because that would say his arms are outstretched. His arms were at his side. He just went
Flat,
down.
face
So it was
first
like a
down.
dead man fall.
Fred goes flat. Everyone starts screaming, Fred's down.
Fred's
I
dead.
go down. Fred's dead. Now listen to
Wait a
this.
minute,
Wait a second.
wait a
Listen,
minute,
listen,
wait
listen.
a minute.
I run down the steps. There is blood pouring out of
pool of
Fred's
blood.
mouth. But not just like a little trickle out of Fred's mouth. There is blood pouring out of Fred's mouth.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going, oh my God, Fred's dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Now, I'm outside.
Well, you
I'm with
couldn't have
the
done
owner,
anything anyway,
Carlino.
Dominic.
Now, wait a second.
No, cruelest line ever.
So anyway, I mean, he was dead. I'm talking about his legs. You know when somebody's dead and their legs don't even land right? They're like all
Right,
bent
they're all
up.
crumpled in the wrong direction.
That was Fred laying out on the floor, and I go, I don't believe this. The guy's bachelor party, he dies.
Get the lawyer.
Thanks, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, oh my God,
This
I'm
was your
flipping
idea.
out. Yeah, I'm flipping out that Fred is dead.
And then what
So
does
did
Dominic
anyone
say?
run to check his
All right,
pulse?
now hold on.
I'm
So nobody,
sitting
everyone
outside.
starts crying. You're standing outside, Dominic?
No,
I'm
he
with
was in already.
Carlino, the guy who owns the place.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, one of the interns comes running out and he says, I don't know what happened. Get in there. Get in there. They need you. They need you.
Yeah, okay, so
I
we get
walk
in. Yeah.
And you guys are in, you're white. How would you look like if you just saw someone who died?
And let me tell you something. I'm thinking, I'm so high on Fred because of the way he works the Gary puppet that I'm going, figures, we finally found something for Fred to do, and he drops dead on me. You know, he's
Well,
really-
that would kill him.
James
Burke.
Dean.
Yeah.
Burke would kill him.
Yeah, right. I said the pressure killed him. I think it's the pressure of working that stupid Gary puppet. Fred, if you want, I'll get rid of it.
I love the Gary puppet.
All right, take it easy.
Reminds me
You
of
sure?
Rich.
He's lying on his stomach.
So he's lying on his stomach, and now all of a
And
sudden,
blood is
there's
rushing
tons of
out.
strippers around. Me, Dominic, and everyone goes, all right, everyone out of the room. So suddenly, Gay Rich now, who's become Fred's lover, is like, oh my God, Fred is hurt. Fred is
share
hurt.
a moment.
So wait a second.
Let
so
me
Gay
get to
Rich,
my friend.
Yeah, Gay Rich is like, I don't understand. What can I do? I have like all of a sudden, his wife is Gay Rich.
Yes.
Jolynn, that blonde stripper, she's saying, oh my God, she's in there. She refuses to leave, and everyone is there. And then suddenly this really big, busty, beautiful girl comes in the room, and she's pushing her way to Fred. I go, no. She goes, no, I'm a paramedic. Turns out she's a bona fide paramedic. I go, okay,
That's
she's the
the
closest thing we got to a doctor. Her and the chef are paramedic. She comes in.
The chef.
She's wearing a little bikini top and a little mini dress. She bends over to start working on Fred. Dominic goes behind her and lifts up her dress. So I go,
Dominic.
So what is it? Dominic goes, does this mean the party's over? And he's cracking jokes, all right? And Fred,
He could care less
but you
about
got to say
Fred.
something. Fred, there's blood pouring out of Fred.
Right, I see where Fred is. Did anybody know whether Fred was breathing?
No one could tell yet. No one knew if Fred was breathing or what. It was impossible to tell.
Dominic was having a good time.
But he was
He looked
out.
dead. He was
out
out.
cold?
He was out cold. He didn't even know he'd hit his face
I
or
was
anything.
drawing up the papers.
So wait a second. We spin him around. So the paramedics jiggle him a certain way so that they can see if he's breathing and stuff. They say Fred is breathing. And I said, listen, we got to call an ambulance. So Ralph stands up and goes, no, we don't need an ambulance. That's Ralph, because Ralph's nervous that the party's going to end. So Ralph goes,
There's
we don't
still
need
girls here.
Yeah, so the guy from Scores,
out in the street.
Yeah, and the guy from Scores says, this happens all the time. We see this every night. He says, just put Fred out on the street and let him sober up.
Oh, stop
So
it. Prop Fred up.
Yeah, like Weekend at Bernie's. Just leave him out there. Let somebody roll him. I go, wait a second. This is more serious than some. This guy just fell flat on his face. There's blood pouring out of his mouth.
5 stairs.
I said, we got to get an ambulance.
So I walk in at this point.
So
and
everyone
Dominic-
starts saying to me, all right, Howard, you better leave and get out of here before. I go, wait a second. This isn't the O.J. Simpson murder. Fred had an accident. What do you mean leave? I said, I'm not embarrassed to be at Scores, to be found at Scores with a dead man.
You knew where you were.
I knew where I was.
Where you were.
Yeah, I had announced on the air I was going to a bachelor party. I'm not leaving Fred.
You know what it was?
I'm staying.
It was so bad. People were on damage control.
Yeah, well, it was weird. Neil went through Fred's
All of a
pockets.
sudden, it's like you are the governor.
Yeah, like everyone was doing damage control for me. I go, Fred's going to be dead. What do we care about me for?
So Howard,
Gary, get the ambulance.
Dominic says, get an ambulance.
Right.
So I
And
run
Ralph is screaming, don't get an ambulance. And meanwhile, Ralph.
Now you know who your friends are.
What were you thinking, man?
I was thinking that
The guy's-
maybe he wasn't that bad, and
You
that
saw
it was
him
creating
yourself.
more. Everybody would. He just needed to be alone. And just,
Alone, he was unconscious.
No, not alone without a doctor, but there were people looking after him, and just I don't know. I just thought it would.
The
make
guy
it
was
more of a
bleeding from
scene.
his mouth. He's profusely. And
You
Ralph
know
said,
what, Ralph? Don't ever make any decisions around me.
yeah, Ralph is like an imbecile. So anyway,
Don't have a heart attack around Ralph.
Really?
So I ran to the phone and I called 911. Now, if we have any friends that work there, I would love to get a copy of the
that phone
911
message?
tape.
yeah,
Really?
we'd
Yeah.
love to hear that. I've got a tape for you that I'm going to play that you're going to love. This is the tape of Baba Booey calling 911 from Scores.
Oh, you have
the
it.
strip club when Fred broke his chin. If you remember, we went to Fred's bachelor party. And at the bachelor party, Fred drank 15 tequilas, maybe 16 at this point,
In a
followed by a beer
2-hour
each time,
period, yes.
followed by a beer at each time within 2 hours. Fred passed out, flat on his face. We thought he was dead, so we told Gary, quickly call the EMS, because we had to get Fred to the hospital.
Right, you thought he was dead.
He was bleeding from all over. So here's Gary, who quickly called. First, he called his machine to check for messages, and then quickly called EMS. I just want to hear, because this would be interesting. I have not heard this yet, by the way.
Poor Fred. It's lucky Fred's alive.
Yeah.
Police 1092, where's emergency?
Yes, it's at a club called Scores. It's on 60th between 1st and 2nd.
East 60th Street between 1st Avenue and 2nd Avenue?
That's correct.
And what's wrong there?
Somebody fell down. It looks like they might have cracked their head open.
Okay, and this place is called Scores?
Scores.
S-C-O-R-E-S?
Yeah.
First floor?
Yes.
What's the number you're calling from?
What's the number here, Lonnie? 421. 421.
Hold on for EMS. Don't hang up the phone.
I won't.
Okay.
I can hear her.
You mean that's all the information you haven't even talked to EMS yet?
I can hear her giggling at your teeth. Do you hear her chuckling?
Yes, yes. No, you can hear Can you hear the music in the
Yes,
background?
yes. But what's interesting to me is that Gary, instead of telling them what's wrong first, gives the address first.
That's what they ask you, Robin. What are you, crazy?
I didn't hear a question.
Oh, what are you?
Hey, come on, he's handling himself pretty well. Don't nitpick.
Maybe he would have gotten to EMS sooner.
Fred's laying on the floor. It looks like John Lennon, and Gary's holding his. You kept your composure. No wonder you're so anxious for us to play this. You really kept your composure.
She asked. She asked what the address was.
Fred's still bleeding.
EMS 8629. Okay, 8629. I'm 1092. I'm Manhattan, call on the line. Thank you. Caller in Manhattan. Is the patient awake and breathing?
I think so, yes.
Male or female?
Male.
Awake? How could you say he was awake?
I didn't know. I walked into the room. Fred was down. I didn't see anything. Dominic goes, quick, call 911. I was in there for a
Well,
half
then
a second.
don't you ask what's wrong?
Someone said, call 911 quick. Nobody had time.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy was unconscious.
I did not see that.
I did not know that. You didn't see him laying on the floor?
No, I didn't. I mean, I saw him on the floor.
Well, you were
but
the wrong guy to send.
Gary's always the wrong guy. What do
I
you-
know. Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll take our time if he's awake. Well, why doesn't he walk over to the hospital?
Is he male or female? I think he's male.
No, that's, I didn't say that.
How could you say he was
Wiser.
awake? The whole point was he was unconscious.
Oh, everybody knows now. I couldn't see that then.
Approximately how old?
35.
What happened to him, sir?
He fell down, and I think he might have smashed his head open or something.
You know what it is? You got to sound like something's real bad, too.
Well, this is really bad. Fred's unconscious.
Yeah, but
and
Gary-
he's lying in a pool of blood.
Gary backpedals.
Hey, Howard, there were people that were saying, oh, don't call 911.
Yeah, that was Ralph.
No, but
One
it wasn't-
guy was saying
somebody
that.
said, should we call? Should we call? No, we don't need to call. Maybe we better call.
No, it was Ralph. He doesn't know what he's talking
in all
about.
that debate, you never looked over to see what condition Fred was in?
No, I didn't.
He knew what condition he was in. He gets confused by the questions. How could I tell he was unconscious, Wolf?
That's all his eyes pulled. But
He wasn't moving, but I don't know. Maybe he could hear me.
he might have been just taking a rest.
You got to say everything is bad. You call
it's easy
EMS.
to say now.
Oh.
But you weren't even telling the truth, Gary.
No,
I can't tell. You know what?
What? Did she just say, is he bleeding? And you said you can't tell?
I could not tell.
There was a pool of blood around. It was pouring.
I didn't see a pool of blood.
Oh, my God. No wonder they took so long.
They didn't take the long.
They would have been there faster.
They were there very quickly.
They were there in 2 seconds.
What's that?
They would have been there in 1 second if you told them they were bleeding. It's a miracle they showed up. God bless EMS.
Thanks, because Gary's giving them all.
The way Gary was making it, probably the woman would have said, hey, you know.
Bring him to the hospital yourself.
Yeah, what's with you guys? He's not bleeding. He's conscious. How could a guy split his head open and not be bleeding?
Only in Gary's world.
You know, this is a great defense for you. You know, people complain about the EMS
This
service.
is the kind of call they have to decipher.
Yeah. If you were an EMS worker, you would assume that everything was not that bad.
He cracked his head open and there's no blood.
You guys are the biggest.
He's conscious.
He's a
The guy
conscious,
is-
cracked open head with no blood.
I believe he's eating a burger with some ketchup. Papa boy.
He's getting another table dance.
Is it Howard?
I see sliced onions.
Is there anything?
But if you could drop by here and just take a look for yourself.
Is there anything in the world that you and Robin can't do better? Is there anything?
Oh, this I definitely could have done better.
Then
This
why
I
didn't
know
you?
I
Then
could.
why didn't you?
Because I was assisting Fred.
Doing what? You were standing on the side. You
He
already,
was making
you
sure
already
that
just,
the
Fred-
stripper
you
did-
already
Fred
just
needed
said,
me.
You already just said
stripper's
you didn't
about
take
to
his
give
heartbeat,
mouth to
you didn't
mouth.
take his pulse, and you didn't feel
Excuse
Fred
me.
or anything.
Do you know who I am?
Howard Stern.
That's right. Who are you?
Baba Booey.
What is your job? What is Baba Booey's job? To make
do whatever
calls.
you want.
Right. When we have emergencies, you ought to take care of them. You got to handle yourself in a more brilliant way.
I can't imagine that you see a bunch of people crowded around one of your friends and you don't break through to see what's going on.
He knew what I saw. Baba Booey. He knew what was going
He's
on.
standing there. First he says
He panicked.
he walked in and somebody said call
No,
911.
no.
Then he's telling me he stood there while there was a debate as to
No,
whether to call
he was
911.
there. Gary saw Fred's body. Fred was laying unconscious in a pool of
in a
blood.
pool of blood.
And Gary
saw
choked on the phone.
Let me explain to you what happened.
And thank God the EMS worker
the entire
was
debate
through Gary.
Thank
Shut
God,
up!
Thank God,
Shut up!
the EMS worker was conscious.
Would you guys shut up?
Can you believe this guy?
Am I here?
And he saw everything.
Am I invisible?
He's amazing. I can't believe he did that.
Gary saw everything. I remember him standing in the room.
I don't think he's conscious and I don't
Because
think he's
he
bleeding.
doesn't listen. This is the same thing when I tell him back in the office to do something.
What, does he not believe his own eyes?
No.
Robin, the entire debate took
I
place
don't
in
trust
15
my
seconds.
own vision.
You can shut up because you weren't there and you don't know anything.
Where is the Gary puppet?
Oh, my God.
Where is the Gary puppet? I want to talk to him. That's who I'm interested in speaking to. My right-hand man is a panicking dope. Gary puppet?
If you think this is bad, you should have heard what my uncle did back in Dallas in 1963.
What was that?
Hello, Dallas. Mr. JFK is in the car. I think he's car sick. He seems to be conscious, and his wife doesn't seem to be too upset.
Is that right?
Had a real big beat on the situation.
Thank you, Gary Papa. What is it, Stuttering John?
We had one of the paramedics on the phone who was in help with Fred, and he saw Fred's body naked, and he could tell us about Fred's private parts.
Oh, really?
Really? You saw Fred naked? Are you naked?
Is that proper?
Hey,
is that proper medical etiquette?
You saw Fred naked?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I wasn't one of the paramedics that actually brought him to the hospital, but I was at the hospital when he was brought there. And I was in the back of the emergency room. I had just finished bringing one of my patients, and the doctor quickly pulled me over to assist him to take him off the devices that he was put on, the collar and the board, and we had to cut his clothes off to further examine him for any other injuries.
He's a liar because Fred took his clothes home in a bag.
Yeah, what's he talking
Nobody cut Fred's clothes off.
Yeah, you're lying, aren't you?
No.
Okay, wait a second.
Listen. I'm a little nervous, but I was there. Ask me any questions.
Okay, is Fred, I don't know how to say this.
No.
I'm not going to get into
All right, describe Fred naked. What did you see? Any distinguishing marks?
Like what do you mean, like birthmarks or
Anything
tattoos?
anything unusual. Tattoo, anything.
Something that would be identifying.
He had an earring.
All right.
Down there?
No. And his cut was right on his chin, where I had put the plastic collar on him.
Yeah.
But he was basically naked. That's right. He had his underwear on, and that's about it.
Oh, so you didn't see his penis?
I did, but I don't want to get into that. I just heard
Why?
Fred, because he's right. You should have...
Oh, it's all right. We were giving you permission.
We want to make sure it was Fred.
Yeah, we want to make sure it was Fred. We want to make sure you know what you're talking about. You saw Fred naked?
Absolutely.
What did you see?
I
saw OJ.
Well, what do you... What do you want to know? I mean, get a...
Well, tell me what you saw. Was there anything unusual down there?
Fred has something unusual about him. If you saw him naked, you could identify Fred.
Oh, I know, but I don't think I could... I know what you're getting at.
What are we getting at?
Whether he was circumcised or uncircumcised?
Oh, this guy must have seen him.
Fred.
Let me ask you something.
That doesn't mean I can tell you, but I'm not.
Well, tell me.
I can't.
Well, we all know. We've said it on the air. Is Fred circumcised or not?
I can't.
Come on, we all know.
You know, I got to tell you something. This is my worst nightmare. That's why I don't want to be.
You're always talking about.
I do not. I've been to a doctor's office where I have to get naked, and I really do have a tiny little button for a penis. And I don't want people seeing it.
The moment, if you had cracked your chin,
Yep.
they would have been calling to say, we saw Howard naked.
Yeah, and if he's right, there's a little nub there.
This guy told me that Fred was well endowed.
I'm not going to say whether he was circumcised or not, but...
Then why'd you call?
As far as about the button, he doesn't have to worry about that.
About what?
About him having a button, he doesn't have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah, he's well endowed, huh?
Well, in my job, I'm forced to see a lot of body parts.
Right.
And he doesn't have to worry about that.
He's
Really?
well represented.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
You know, I always thought Fred had a small one because...
Would you say that Fred is above average?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, good for you. I always thought Fred was kind of tiny because Fred always is hiding it.
Yeah.
Like, he's worse than I am.
But I think that's because of his circumcised or uncircumcised
And I have
state.
certain things that I have to take care of.
What
Oh,
does it
right.
do, Fred?
Oh, that's right. When you're not circumcised,
Kind of, well,
you have to.
how do I put this without somebody going insane?
You know, you need toilet paper.
Dribble.
Right.
You do dribble.
Yes.
He really was totally out of it.
He's got a fire hose. He dribbles. What's the matter with you? Was Fred dribbling as you?
I'll have to explain to you off the air.
No. The doctor was examining him, and I was just.
Did Fred? I wonder if Fred evacuated during this because he had lost all control.
And think of how much he had drank.
Yeah.
No. He was.
that out through my.
Wouldn't it be great if they were examining Fred and they found out that the reason Fred always hides his weenie is because it has an eyelid on it and like you can see?
lashes.
Yeah, it actually is a person.
Got a cyclops.
He winked at the paramedic.
Yeah, right. All right, Gary, let's listen to the rest of your EMS call. I am shocked by what I'm hearing. I really am shocked because I saw you in the room before you called, and you were there enough
And
to
you could see that he saw Fred.
Admit you panicked.
No, I'm not admitting I
Okay,
panicked 'cause I
fine.
didn't see-
There's a bunch of guys around and they sent me and told me to call 911 right away.
All right, stand by. He's 60th Street and 2nd Avenue, but he is awake, right?
Between 1st and 2nd, I believe he is.
Oh, I believe he is. Why would you believe he was?
Why would you believe anything?
Why do you say you don't know?
If you could talk to Lonnie, why couldn't you get some information relayed back to
Compared
you?
to Gary, he was awake.
I know. Gary should have been. You know what? You know what? When they showed up,
They thought he was.
they took Gary off on the stretcher. I had a. Unbelievable.
Mike's in.
Yeah.
But Fred could have made a better phone call. At
I
this
know.
point.
You should put the phone in front of Fred's unconscious mouth. It's amazing how you get everything wrong. And this is—I tell you that this is not the first time. I'm telling you. Now I have proof. Thank
And
you.
He
don't have
confuses
proof.
everything.
It's just how he handles my business activities. This is why I'm going nowhere.
He's like a soothsayer.
Was Fred out
I
immediately?
He's like a tooth sayer.
Was Fred out the second he went down? Was he out immediately? Was
Yes,
Immediately.
He was out.
He fainted before he fell.
Gary, when he was drunk, he was out.
Yeah, but I didn't see him before. I'm telling you, I only.
Oh,
know
you were there with us. There was a pool of blood around
I
that
did
guy.
not
Why
say-
would we?
Howard, why would
we
I
were
lie
standing with
about-
you
why would I
discussing to
lie
call
about a pool of
EMS.
blood?
I said the guy is
Why would I
laying there
lie? Answer
because
me!
you always have to act like you know when you don't.
Wait a second. Why would I? Why would I?
Instead of
lie?
saying to them,
you didn't know anything.
You should have
Why
said,
would you
"I don't know what to
lie-
say."
Why would I lie about a pool of blood? Why would I?
Because
if I
you
saw it
always
on-
give an answer when you don't know. This is your problem. It's like
Wait,
when
no,
I once told. I'll give you a perfect example of Gary. For a while, Gary used to answer my phone, and whenever a reporter would call, they'd say, "We want to speak to Howard." And Gary would say, "Howard is not available. Howard doesn't comment to the newspapers." They'd say, "Well, let me get a comment from you." Gary would say, "No, I don't comment either." "But Gary, what do you think about this?" He said, "Look, this is the way I feel, but I'm not supposed to comment." So finally I gave Gary an order. I said,